PGC watch party weekly finals leaderboard PUBG. There's sound on my monitor. That's why I lost.
One important thing coming in here is that we saw an update that Edie was having some trouble being sick, and we're not sure that he'll be playing today. And if that's not the case, there's Julio will be jumping in instead, which normally plays for MS Chamburi, but they're not like in any way like unfamiliar with each other. Julio actually used to play with Buram with this team, even though it was like a year and a half ago. But they still play together, and you know, getting that synergy going is going to be easier for them because of all that.
So we're going to come back because I do want to talk about Buram because they do have a very unique challenge today.
I think pushing people and super people is kind of bad.
Looking at this head-to-head real quick, Martin. Yeah. It's PO versus Batulin. This would inarguably two of the top leaders, captains, however you want to say it, in the world right now. A very large difference in stats. Is this simply because Batu has been invested in fighting for drops for the last 2 weeks, or is this reflective of the style of play and leadership of these two players?
I think it's more to the play style for sure. You know, Genji and Piu particularly is a player that is very kill focused, very focused on putting on the damage, while Battlins is much more IGL that is focused on scouting, setting up your team for success in end game. And obviously this head-to-head, I'm not sure if it's a fair kind of assessment to it. Also, you know, it's in a way where you know, Pew is one of the best players in the world, and also one of the best fraggers, but also very successful and very good IGL. But Battlins is a very coherent and very successful IGL as well, and I think that's where you can't really compare, because both of the teams obviously has amazing fraggers, but I think Battlins fraggers, if you compare them one-to-one, obviously Anonix is insane, but Asura hasn't been as successful. Esther is you know, on his days becoming more of a support player and not fragging out as much as he used to and actually is capable of, compared to Spyro, Loop, Effective. These guys are super skillful fraggers, and depending on where we're going to see,
I'm just setting everything up.
Exactly this spot right here, Power Grid with MCG today, and if it's going to be they're going to be spending time contesting each other, then we will see the kind of the success coming through, because I very well think that both VP and Genji is going to do well today.
I want to jump in on this as well.
Genji, my pick. But I think everyone's pick.
See as well is that I feel like Genji's setting up PO to be more of a fragger more than what VP does with Batulin. And one of the big things, for example, is that you're always going to see PO getting those crate guns, those level 3 gears. They're always setting him up to be the fragger. And that's not a bad thing at all. While you
remove the sun.
VP, it's more, as you're saying, coherent. It's going to be more spread out with everything. Everyone's doing more of the scouting. It's not just on one person, more or less. And it's totally different kind of play styles between these two teams and between these two players. And that's why we're seeing those kind of crazy stats from PO compared to Batulins. But if you put them one-on-one against each other, I would say it's going to be a pretty even game there.
Interesting. And I think there's something to be said for historically, there's two types of generals. There always has been. There's the lead from the front and the strategically lead from the back. PO seems to lean into his personal skill, supplemented by his fraggers, Inonix in particular. Whereas, you know, like you said, Batu has incredible players around him that just need a little bit of guidance sometimes. I have heard this, though, Martin. I've heard people refer to Asura as an assistant to Pio or a bodyguard. Like, his job is to make sure that Pio gets reses. When Pio gets knocked in a game, you see him picking him up and carrying him to safety as quickly as possible. And you said his performance hasn't really been super great stats-wise, but if you look at it from a bodyguard sort of support perspective, it's working really well. Could this be the first true support player that I've seen in PUBG?
I think it's very much, you know, kind of keeping the reins on a lion, kind of pouncing forward, right? Because Pio is a guy that probably has the biggest W key on the keyboard. Like every single button is W key, right? Like everything is about going forward, pressuring, putting pressure, getting position, taking more ground, and killing more players. Obviously, securing more points, especially here in points rule. And I think with Azure, maybe being able to calm it a little bit and saying maybe not now, wait a little bit, let's wait for the right time, and being there for sometimes the rest, sometimes the support, but also kind of baiting for him, setting him up for success in a way where he can take those angles, be out there and put pressure on some of the players that would then force a fight where Pio is in an advantage position further in front.
So let's take a look at the pick'ems. Gen G selected unshockingly with a massive percentage. I mean, this feels, and this is what I'm getting from all the videos that we've been watching, the support content, the players themselves, is sort of the vibe. Froz, I'm sorry to feel like everyone's looking at Gen G as this is their year.
Now I sleep. Good night, Patch.
Pio's perhaps.
Yep, it's dumb fun.
His chance to become a legend and
dumb fun. That's what I call it.
If you look at him, Gen G is the team.
You can't take it too seriously.
Not just one of the most experienced team when it comes to an international events like this, but also top.
Peanut butter, butter chicken.
You can look at
dal. Is that dal? Is that how you spell dal?
Up until now, they've always been there towards the top, and we're talking about like top 3 almost every time. And that's the kind of team that we're seeing with Gen G. They're one of the teams that have been so solid, but throughout the year,
we get to see all the moderation. Jesus.
PGS, something happened. We see them like going down a little bit, but it seems like they're coming back up because it was PWS and so on. But now being back here at PGC international event, that's when they thrive. They love having the crowd with them, and I mean that's what we're seeing right now. They're just doing so good here.
So we talked about Gen G, they're a favorite. Let's go to somebody else who I think could be a favorite depending on how Miramar goes for them. Martin.
Yeah, we'll play more Super People tomorrow. We'll do the same schedule as today.
Yeah, depending on what's happening on Miramar, obviously if they're able to secure their loose spot, which is the same versus pros, of course, I think they can be quite successful. I think coming into this tournament here and with how well they've been performing, also how well they performed at PGIS, I think they're a team that could potentially secure top 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be one of our weekly finals winners, honestly. I had Linkdu on my fantasy team a few times, and he's an insane fragger. Summer's amazing. Tank is amazing. Cheap fantasy pick if you haven't secured your fantasy. Oh, it's actually timed out now, I think. Yeah.
Tank was a great deal. If Miramar goes well, right?
Exactly.
Like that's a scary.
Are we starting with Miramar?
Let's talk about it. So we've talked a lot about some lead teams. I want to give you a chance for us to talk about a European team that's going to be here that I think started a little slower at this event than we wanted, but his seems like
I don't mind Dahl.
Heroic. Tell me what you've liked.
Dono would make you shave your head
this weekend.
Well,
I don't know, like a one-off Dodo. Have to be quite a bit.
And that's what we've seen throughout the whole year.
I don't know.
From that team. Even though we've been playing,
we might do we still might do a sub goal.
They're edge team. They like to play very far out.
1K.
That's also kind of a double-edged
I don't know.
Because a lot of times that's
I don't know.
Because they're playing so much edge.
I don't really want to shave my head off. It would have to be for a lot.
They frag out super hard.
This place spells it Dahl.
Big thing with this
interesting.
Lacking a little bit of experience when it comes to international stage. I mean, you have two players like Corexi and Beamy that is basically
Dahl, also called Dahl, Dal, or Dahl. Okay, there are multiple spellings.
Their best performance on
there's a lot of spellings.
Sort of international event would be GLL Season 4, which
I want Dahl now.
Western event with EU and NA.
Some curry.
So that is the experience they're coming into here. But what we saw from rank decision wasn't really what I was expecting.
Dahl, also called Dahl, Dahl, Dahl.
Survival in just 2 games. We started managing to qualify himself here to the weekly final. And we saw already in the first game how hungry they were. They were still playing the point rule game. If you looked at how they were playing it, they were taking every fight they could. They don't care if they go down like first in the lobby. As long as they know we took a good fight, and that's what we should be doing, and that's what we want to keep on doing. And that's what you're going to see them do this whole weekend here as well.
I would love to see that. Now, let me pivot a little bit away from talking about teams specifically for just a second, Avenger. I want to ask your opinion on this. why aren't players putting themselves on their own fantasy rosters? I think Clib's the only person that I've seen do it.
Yeah, how much
Everyone else
you
seems
offering
like-
1K,
I mean, that's
Breezy?
like
Is that what
me
you're
asking
doing?
you what your goal is, and you say not winning. Like
The plan I've kept delaying is to have a sub goal to dye my hair,
I think it's down to they think they're.
but then have a bigger sub goal to shave it.
Too cheap themselves, and
One that I would
think
not
the
expect
same.
you
I
guys
was
to
like,
hit.
Why don't have you?
Because I don't really want to.
Put
So
yourself in
it
your
would have to be.
fantasy team. Like,
Yeah.
it
would have to be quite a bit.
No, Rooston, good pick. And he's
They
like
forget
one of the
to
most
capper.
suspected pickers,
I assume they
and
did,
I'm
yeah.
Sure, like, in a situation where
It's
it
Froz. We'll just
doesn't
call him
come down to
Froz.
the game, but like obviously you have a we haven't seen all of the players' fantasy roster. Not all of the players. are
I'm
picked,
making
right?
sure.
But a fair share amount of players is not putting themselves on the roster, and I think it's like they're also being reasonable. Like that's too expensive. I don't want to pay 40,000 for myself, 30,000.
Wait, no.
I want to take this guy. He's 20,000.
Is that really an eye? It's an eye.
So they're also being reasonable with cost versus efficiency.
Yeah, it's definitely entertaining.
Okay,
to watch.
interesting.
I'm curious to see exactly how today goes. It is the first day of the weekly finals.
It's
for
not.
those who are just
We're wrong.
Joining us, crawling out of bed,
I didn't know that.
Getting ready
Game
for some
starting.
PUBG action.
Finally.
Players
Who's
are
casting
about to
today?
Get started, and it is a big deal. Today is the day that will set the pace for the traverse to the grand finals. The players are in the pods. The pods are lined up. The game is ready to go. So let's head over now to the first match of the weekly finals with your casters, Porosaurus and Toby.
기다렸다는 듯이 추격을 시작했거든요. 그래서 학교 아파트를 둘러싼 그 전쟁이 일어날지 아니면 전략적 회피 기동을 선택하는 팀이 있을지가 궁금합니다.
Toby is good? Yeah, Toby's good.
분명 야스나야가 비어있었기 때문에 그걸 누가 가져가는지도 굉장히 중요했었거든요. 기존의 다나와이 스포츠의 랜드마크를 찾을지 이게 좀 중요한 포인트였었는데 두 팀
들어가네.
설마 또?
야, 이거
I have to really like the English casters to watch English though, because the quality of the stream is also worse.
승부 자존심이 걸려 있습니다. 여기 뭐 VP
Back to normal, Drunko.
끝날 때까지
Super. Kills matter.
살아남자. 그
Fury
의지가-
are dropping
와,
military.
그래요?
이렇게
Oh, not again.
다나와의
네.
그 어떤 상대 전적이 우위에 있었거든요.
Hello, you are kidding me. Oh my.
퍼펙트 낙사.
너무 마음이 급했던 것 같습니다.
네.
높은 나무에 걸려서
그렇죠. 자 떨어지는 곰.
정확히 낙하산의 위치를 좀 파악을 했기 때문에
네.
기절된 인원이 어디에 있는지도 좀 예측이 가능할 것 같아요.
나무 뒤에 숨어서 엎드려 있는 상황입니다. 지금 최악의 상황이에요. VP.
네, 굳이 화키를 찍으러 뭐 내다보는 플레이보다는
네.
다른 인원들이 저 퍼펙틱스를 살리러 오는 그런 움직임을 포착해서 역으로
네.
카운터를 먹인 게 중요할 것 같습니다.
밀타 중심으로 걸렸습니다. 이 물도 걸려 있고 밀배섬도 3분의 한 2 정도는 걸려 있는 상황이에요.
네, 사실 이런 대치전이 지나갔을 때 역으로 이득을 볼 수 있는 팀은 저는 멀티서클
He's actually gonna make it.
17게이밍이라고 생각하거든요.
네.
Actually made it.
퍼펙트 선수 살리기 위한 움직임 눈치 싸움 계속되고 있거든요.
말씀하신
비어서
것처럼
여기까지
So
왔어요.
fucking funny, dude.
스포츠가 무리해서 화키를 찍지 않았기
네.
때문에
오.
모터스프로도 일단 한번
Yeah, pick him up. Pick him up. Yeah.
바로 여기서 들쳐내.
Ooh.
자 들어갔습니다. 살릴 수 있는 그 기회까지는 VP가 만들었어요. 다나와.
네, 그래서
So without the pickup, he's dead.
중간 단계에서 들어갈 수 있는 동선이 좀 편하게 형성될 수 있는 17게이밍. 네,
네.
이 팀에 대해서도 계속
Wait, was Leclos playing last week?
좀더 길어진다면 지나가는 팀들은 좀 편하게 계속 입성이 가능하거든요.
네.
기블리 e스포츠도 마찬가지입니다.
맞습니다.
랭크 디시전을 유심히 지켜보셨던 시청자분들이라면 다나와 e스포츠의 전쟁 자체도 여기서
Leclos.
승리를 했지만 그 다음 수순 결과가
Can actually pick up people now? Yeah, it's huge. I actually like it. I think it's really good for comp.
그렇죠. 지금은 아슬아슬하게 이제 아웃서클 끝자락에 걸려 있기 때문에 뭐 두 번째 자기장에서 회복 아이템이 없어서 정리되는 구도는 좀 피할 수 있겠지만 너무 길어지면 또 얘기가 달라져요.
네.
그리고 이쪽을 좀 노릴 수 있는 게 포인트 룰이거든요. 기블리 e스포츠나 17게이밍이 이 싸움이 좀 길어지고 만약에 사상자가 좀 많이 나온다면 나오는 인원들을 컷하고 들어가는 것도
네.
그 하나의 방법이 될 수 있습니다.
맞습니다. 시간 싸움이거든요. 다나와와 VP가
Is Salute dead? No. No one's dead.
시전에서 여러 차례 만나서 다나와가 많이 웃었어요.
그렇습니다. 어쨌든 여기서의 단점은 계속해서 이런 대치 상황이 지속될 때 차량을
네.
구하지 못해서
So
나가는 타이밍과 그리고
I can't decide if it's
운영이 불가능한
better or worse in this
때문에
format to do
그래서
this.
저는 피할 줄 알았거든요. 근데
They have
이
I think there's 5 games today.
PGC 2020
Drunko.
절대 빼앗기지
10 in
이
total.
운영의 초석을 절대 빼앗기지 않겠다라는 선수들의 각오가 엿보입니다.
네. 루 선수 그리고 지금 스파이로 선수 지금 나와 있는 상황에서요.
좀 더 공격적으로 계속 움직여주면서 좀 기회를 노리는 건가요? 아니면 계속 이 대치 상황에서 빠져나갈 수 있는 동선을 그래도 좀 한 번 더 만들어 보자라는
Oh, you mean in real life?
생각인지
네.
좀 길게 봐야 될
He
것
just doesn't give a
같습니다.
fuck, alright?
사실 이런
Have they showed the circle a single time? I don't know. Let's look at it.
반사 이득을 얻을 수 있는 팀들 두 팀이 있어요.
What the hell? Did it just
17게임인데
do a split screen?
서의 이해도는 최상급입니다. 멀티
Oh my God, what?
게임의 수비벽이 너무
I didn't know how I did that. Sorry, hang on.
무너졌었거든요.
What the fuck?
네. 다나와도 계속 주변을 살피면서
What is this quality?
침착하게 차근차근 플레이를 하고 있는데 아직까지 상대 팀들이 시야에 들어오고 있진 않습니다.
Ooh, so Fury have to deal with Gen G down here. This is an ult drop, right?
않아서 더 안전하게 할 수밖에 없거든요. 네, 이 안쪽에서 계속 좀 자리를 잡고 한 명 정도 기절시킬 수 있는 상황이 아니라면 바깥으로 지금 치고 나가는 것 자체가 좀 불가한 상황이에요.
맞습니다.
이걸 또 버투스프로가 지금 노리고 있잖아요. 혹시라도 나올 수 있으니까
네.
리스크가 존재하지만 좀 더 공격적인 포지션을 계속 고수하고 있습니다.
미리 나와서 여기서 언덕 쪽에서 몸을 숨기면서 기다리고 있어요.
그렇습니다. 다나와를 무시하고 뭐
What a waste of time.
위에 와서 다시 한번 붙인 다음에 이동하는 것
Oh, who's that?
자체는,
Uh-oh.
시간이 굉장히 오래 걸리는 그런 작업이기 때문에 사실
17.
그런 것들이 불가능하거든요.
Are they four?
도 그걸 알아서 너희가 먼저 와라.
They're getting another car
너희들의
though.
발소리를 듣고 우리는 대처할 수 있다.
네.
이런 암습에 가능한 그런 포지션을 취해주고 있어요.
네, 잠깐 지나가고 있었지만 17게이밍이 차량을 좀 더 불리는 단계에서
네.
학파트 쪽까지 한번 노려봤었거든요.
오.
그렇다는 것은 이 두 팀이 쓸 차량이
어.
더 빠졌다는 거예요.
맞습니다.
네.
지금 로족 쪽에서도 이 기블리가 지금 이동할 수 있는 상황이고 17게이밍도 지금 이동 중이거든요.
그래서 17게이밍이 이런 걸 좀 알아낼 수 있을 것 같아요. 여기서 총소리는 들리지 않지만 우리가 차량을 불리러 나왔을 때 건드리지 않은 걸 봐서는 아직도 대치 중이구나.
아파트 싸움이 지금 마무리가 좀 안 된 상황에서 다나와도
Yeah, weekly finals is super format, i.e. the good format.
계속 주변을 살피면서 경기 풀어나가고
Kills
있습니다.
and placement points.
계속 말씀드리지만
Winning is 10 points. Second is 6 points. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
긴 호흡으로 가져가야 될 것 같아요.
그렇죠. 포인트 룰이에요.
네.
1점이 정말 중요합니다. 엄청난 상금이 걸려 있어요.
그래서 저는 좀 더 공격적으로 빠르게
So kills
움직여서
matter.
좋은
So you can
거점을
actually
스포츠로
do aggressive
가져간
things.
건 멀티서클 게임인 것 같습니다.
So you're not just wasting a whole chance of a game here by hot dropping, but I still find it. Is it really worth it? So you want to get as many points in the weekly finals as possible. Because if you don't win the weekly finals, you need those points to qualify for the actual finals, the grand finals. Why are we flying here right now?
중앙차고지의 그 한 대 외에는요.
어떻게든 이
I
싸움을
wonder.
이긴다면 자기장은 좀 맞더라도 구하는 그 시간을 쓸 수는 있는데
예.
두 팀 다 강팀이다
I
보니까
think Drunko, it's good
상대방의
from a
기회를
viewership
보고 싶지 않죠.
thing.
맞습니다.
Although it's kind of just funny to laugh at how differently everyone has to play, but it's also sad.
그렇습니다.
다리
젠지는
쪽.
젠지는 어쨌든 강남 쪽으로 진출하기가
And I feel bad for the players. It's terrible to play. There's no way that players like that.
유연함을 취해졌고요.
네.
네, 위치상으로
PUBG should give each team a therapist to play that format.
높긴 하지만
네.
퓨리를 가두면서 자기장의 그 위치 그리고
But at least it's not the whole tournament.
젠지의 모습인 것 같습니다.
네.
스파이로.
최적의 판단은
It's the best possible way you can implement
움직임으로 퓨리를
what it
왼쪽
is,
다리로 보내는
I
그런
think.
플레이가 상당히 주요할 것으로 예상이 됩니다. 그걸 안 하게 되면 젠지 뒤에 계속 추적자가
I think a
달라붙게
couple, only like 3 or 4 teams had. I don't know, it's hard to say. You can't look at the results and be like, they would have qualified because you play the format differently.
이게 되게 중요한 게 어쨌든 지금 아수라 선수나 캐더크 쪽에 들어가가지고 젠지가 암습에 가까운 그런 포지셔닝을 취해놨었거든요.
네.
자 정보를 줬고 2대 왔다. 준비해라. 지금
네.
사인을 주고 있습니다. 이노닉스가.
퓨리 선수도
Gen G are just chilling
이노닉
down here?
선수가 지금 계속 봐주고 있는 상황이고.
Oh no, oh god, Gen G are camping bridge.
퓨리 입장에서도 예측이 가능하긴 해요. 이게 움직임 자체가 좀 더
Uh-oh.
꼼꼼하게 플레이하고 다리를 건너야 되는 상황이기 때문에
There's no way.
거든요.
Gen G are smart too, they won't show.
젠지 입장에서 만약에 스타트를 끊는다면
매복.
기절을 시켜야만 합니다.
그래서
네.
매복의 젠지.
이게 단발성 계획이긴 하지만 포지셔닝을 봤을
They're
때는
baiting though. They're baiting so hard. They're being so careful.
그렇죠.
한번 써먹으면은
They're
어쨌든
baiting it.
점수를 많이 먹고 퓨리를 왼쪽 다리로
I like
보낼
this
수
actually because
있어요.
Ronan's on foot. Ronan and Flood are on foot already. I like this.
이큰
This
그림을
bait.
그리고 있는 다수의 팀들의
They don't like it. Fury don't like it.
생각들을 좀 읽고
Fury
있는
can
것
sense
같아요.
something.
섣불리 진입하지 않아요. 어차피 지금 아웃서클이 아니거든요.
They see him too. They see him too.
자 이거는
Flood saw this
한번
for sure.
자 이노닉스 선수가 여기서 한번 낚시질을 해주고
네.
Obviously he knows now, but
그리고 이렇게 상대방의 움직임을 보니까 빠질 것 같다.
네.
그렇다면 한 명을
Oh.
묶든지 애초에 그냥
You don't want PO to be shooting at you.
시간을 끌어주는 플레이까지.
네. 여기서 킬 포인트를 못 올린다고.
Good scout, very careful and efficient scouting
그런 의미에서 아주 중요한 포인트.
by Fury.
지금 둘둘 나눠져 있는 상황이고요. 지금 바톨린 선수는 움직이기 시작하죠. 지금 자기장 좁혀지고 있는 상황이에요.
네. 포인트롤이기 때문에 이 두 팀에게 있어서는 킬수 1점, 2점, 3점, 4점이 정말 좀 중요한 단계가 된 것
네.
같습니다.
그리고 이게
Oh my god, why is it doing this?
서클이 지금 다나와 e스포츠의 아파트 쪽으로 살짝 붙어 있기
I want you to be full
때문에
screen. Thank you.
그래서 이거 우리 시간 뺏기고
boating would be kind of shit too. I think Fury just wait.
맞으면서 싸울 수는 없다.
They won't get a priority position, but they're not going to get one anyway. Look at the middle of the circle.
시간을 따라서 진짜 막 끝까지 달려가지고 한 대를
What a mess.
잡더라도 시간이 좀 오래 걸리기 때문에
네.
버토스 프로가
Split screen's kinda
빠져나가도
nice.
못 나갈 것 같은데요.
It's not bad, but I can't consistently do it. I don't know why.
선수가 자, 외곽 쪽으로 이동 중이고요. 지금 젠지도 다리 쪽을 건너서 지금 넘어가기 시작합니다.
모든 정보를 가지고 진입하는 단계이기 때문에 안전합니다.
네.
팀 리퀴드가 주유소 라인까지 들어오지 않았었어요. 비어 있는 곳을 깔끔하게 근데
네,
이거는
좁혀져요.
이거
네.
주유소에서 맞은 것 같은데요.
네, 자 이노닉스.
Oh, wait, how did inside just knock?
한번 접근을 해주고 있기 때문에 시간을
Ashura?
좀 플레이가 필요할 것 같고요.
네.
자, 이거 아수라 선수.
They're not showing it.
자 기다리고 떴어요.
네, 에스더가 백업 사격.
Oh, he's so low.
살리면서요.
너무 아슬아슬했죠.
네. 자 퓨리.
이게 퓨리가 집요한 게 왼쪽 다리로 건너가게 되면 본인들의 편한 동선이
It begins.
아메리카노.
The chaos begins. Oh, I want to show you the map stream. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the movement.
안쪽으로 들어갑니다.
Oh my god. Because everyone knows where this game ends. It ends here.
과감하게 날카롭게 잘 찔렀습니다.
그렇죠.
그리고 한 명 기절시켰어요.
자 피오는
두 명 기절!
자, 이거 그 균형을 갖추는데 좀 늦었거든요. 젠지도 좀
네.
위험한 타이밍입니다.
자 로스 선수가 지금 봐주고 있는 상황인데 여기 지금 두 명의 선수가 기절 중.
자, 근데 어쨌든 빨간 테라스 집은 걸어서 붙기가 좀 부담스러운 위치라서
네.
예, 회복을 하는 게 낫겠죠. SSG도.
Two of the VP players are wrapping apartments on foot.
진지하게. 자 에스도.
차량을 통해서 한 번 더 버티는 플레이를 하고 있는데 오스
네.
쪽에서 날아오는 수류탄이 약간 부담스럽거든요.
맞습니다.
아.
정리가 됐네요. 에스더 선수는 아웃됐습니다.
Fury crossing the bridge.
추적자를 좀
Ooh, what did Fury do after this
보내고
though?
나서 후방을 깔끔하게 만드는.
I mean, technically this could go Milter still.
퓨리가
possible.
괴롭혔기 때문에.
Unlikely,
이거
possible.
보세요. 이거 보세요.
Oh,
유효타가
how
계속
did
나와요.
how did Cow kill Pio?
퓨리 선수들에게 지금 정리가 되고 있는 젠지고요.
Oh, Pio drove straight at him. I don't think he realized. Camera works a bit weird today.
차량 구하러 나갔다가 이거 안 되겠다 싶으니까 그냥 이쪽에서의 승부를 보겠다라는 생각으로 바꿨거든요.
맞습니다.
네.
산 쪽에서 기절을 한번 만들어내고 인파이팅으로서 다 쓸어버리고.
Pio came back towards the bridge for some reason.
잘 숨어 있거든요. 다나와 e스포츠가.
그렇죠.
네.
우리가 잡지 못한다면 애초에 킬 점수를 줄 필요도 없어요.
네, 그래서 지금 가장 좀 유효한 포인트를 잡고 있는 건 아까 전에 말씀드린 멀티 서클 게임입니다.
네.
밀타 삼거리 지역에 어떤 주도권을 잡을 수 있는 곳들을
Rip.
맘껏 먹고 있고 지금 킬 포인트도 계속해서 외곽 쪽에 진입하는 인원을 다 때리고 먹고
네.
있거든요.
체력 선수들이 맞은편에 있습니다.
네, 한 번 정도 이제 기절당하면서 위기가 있을 수 있었는데 스플릿
Points,
포인트로
normal
과감하게
super
지르진
system.
않았었거든요.
네.
Taco.
다행히 그 단계를 넘기면서 다시 한번 더 과감하게 중앙으로 들어간 타이밍.
So the kills matter.
멀티서클 게이밍의 판단이 굉장히 좋은 것 같습니다.
S.
과감한 판단이 잘 나오고 있어요.
자 외곽 쪽에 지금
The map stream PC just crashed.
이거 지금 서로 제대로 물렸는데요.
그리고 다나와가 어쨌든 인서클 첫 번째
Dude, they've left
인서클
Perfectix
그런
there.
그림 자체는 나쁘지 않았지만 파밍을 많이 못하는 아파트 한 채만을 먹었었기 때문에 그런 부분에서 지금 약점이 좀 드러나고 있는 것 같아요.
SSG
Cow redemption arc. Hey, what's he redeeming himself from?
서로 기절 로그를 교환하.
Wait, do they know Perfectix is here?
들어가네요.
Oh my god.
회복 아이템이 없으니까 승부를
픽
거는
선수가요.
거예요.
그렇죠.
Why is Perfectix still here? The rest of the teams in the hills.
네.
한 명이라도 잡고 마무리되면 1점이거든요.
They're leaving.
지금 누워서 지금 기다리고 있는 상황에서 퍼펙트 선수가 움직이고 있죠. 저 위로 그냥 빠져나가네요.
Dude, I hope he
달려요.
taps them. Dude, he could one tap
차량
more.
싹다 없고 아까 중앙 차고지에서도
If he picks up a gun
차량을
with range.
빼갔다면 이거 전무하거든요
네.
차량이.
이거 마무리까지.
Don't get greedy.
퍼펙트도 아예 그냥 가는 선수들 뒤를
Oh,
잡겠죠. 노렸죠.
이것도 위험해요. 조심해야
oh,
네.
nah.
진짜 위기를 넘기고 있지만 여기 확실은 피할 수가 없는 상황이죠.
덫을 쳐놓고 기다리고 있었던 버투스 프로.
네.
서울 선수 끊어냈습니다.
그래서
I mean, that's true to Cypher, but all the good players have quit or moved to other regions
구해서
네.
because we had no support
여유 있는
and
그런
everything.
상황입니다.
밀타 삼거리 쪽.
이거 불이람도
We've
굉장히
shot.
좋은 것
I think
같은데요.
네.
we've shown how many. We have some pretty good players, but most of them have stopped playing.
선수가 있는 꿀집 라인을 엔스가 뺏어버리면 영향가 있는 그
We just get fucked by region.
뺏기게 됩니다.
그렇죠.
네.
And our practice is shit too.
근데 과감하게 들어가 줘야 될 것 같습니다.
자, 들어가서 한 방.
자, 이거 어쩔 수
Whoa!
아!
And then he goes down to zone.
거의 자기장 기절이라.
네.
아,
저 점수까지 얻지 못한 상황에서요. VP는 4점을 가져갑니다.
그렇습니다. 그래서 나머지 인원들 퍼펙틱스가 모든 인원들을 묶어주는 앵커맨 역할을 했다면 나머지 인원들 빠져나왔거든요.
그렇죠. 자, 브리남이
1 HP and Audra.
한명 잡아내고.
그래서 불이람의 그 중요한
Wait,
포인트였던
80 is playing.
포지션에서도 지금 빼면서 이 꿀집 쪽으로 붙이는 판단을 지금 하고 있거든요.
Genji did. 80 is playing.
무너졌습니다.
젠지가 가장
But he wasn't.
우승 후보기 때문에 집중 견제를 하고 있는 많은 팀들이 있고 기블리도 지금 불이람이 지금 여기에 지원을
Linksy, for example. I mean, our best players are forced, besides Fury, our best players are forced to play on 200 ping because there's barely any reason to play in Australia. Shotgun the whole team. Yeah, they were low. They were low, but yeah.
자, 틱주 선수가 지금 기절 중인 상황이고. 자, 이 싸움에서 에디가
네, 이거 브리핑이 됐다면 여기 안에 있는 거
No, they mentioned it on the cast as well.
쏴도
봤어요.
되죠.
봤어요.
Ah.
자, 이 타이밍.
이거는 타이밍을 너무 잘 잡았죠.
던지는 타이밍에 들어서 오히려 잡아냈습니다.
네, 에디 선수가 화염병을 들고 있어서
네.
데미지가 치명적입니다.
Brew are not.
무너지고 있습니다, 지금.
They should have cleaned. Brew should have cleaned this up. They should not have
미아우
lost.
선수 혼자 남아 있는 상황이죠.
그러니까 스타트를 너무
They
잘
should have lost
끌어서
Noah.
교전상에서 우리가 유리하다라고 판단하고 좀
Also, the
과감한
circle did go
플레이를
Milta.
하다가
They haven't shown
우리가
us.
변동 당했습니다.
이게 엔스가 외곽 쪽에서 계속해서 이 꿀집 단지를 노리고 있었던 그 장면 자체를 포착하지 못해서 부랴부랴 불 끌어왔는데 망했어요.
네.
Blood. You cannot have blood or fire or people on fire in Korean laws. So the blood is green and fire is green.
바로 위에 팀 리퀴드가 있고 지금 짐즈 선수가 계속해서 주변을 살피고 있어요.
One of the only way to tell you've shot someone in PUBG is the blood splatter.
예, 그 밀밭을 다 내려다.
Does he get credit if he gets the knock but zone confirms kill? Yes, Don, yes. But he killed everyone. No one knocked Perfectix, so no one gets a point. But he killed everyone. They all died. They insta-died.
끝자락을 타고 있는 상황이라서 만약에 위쪽으로 올라오는 상황에 기블리가 가져가고 있는 차고집 그리고 멀티서클 게이밍이 가져가고 있는 저 차고집 쪽으로 붙기만 해준다면
네.
이거는 탑4 라인까지 좀 무난하게 올라갈 수 있는
You always get
그대로 이어질 것 같습니다.
프리람 선수가 혼자 남아 있는 상황이고요.
네, 버터
You always get credit for a knock
그래서 지금 들어오고
unless
있는데
someone steals it.
차량의 종류가 오토바이라 루 선수는
Or they get
걸어가고
rezzed.
이 두 명에게 승부를 걸었습니다.
Here comes VP.
위한 몸부림 열심히 뛰고 있는데요.
와와와와 올라왔어요.
Expected.
기볼리가 있습니다.
This is the fourth circle. It has to get rid of water. This is the least amount of water could possibly fit in a circle from here.
한자집을 버리고 차고집 쪽으로 합류를 하면서 좀 단단히 라인을 갖추는 게 괜찮을 것 같고요.
이제는 판단을 해야죠.
Zone damage.
함쪽에 묶여 있는 팀들이
Oh yeah, it would have been. Oh, no one expects a guy running from the zone.
와, 그런데 이거
No one expects this. This is the guy in the blue. He's dead.
보입니다.
But that's so funny. It's like, what the fuck? Why am I getting grenaded from the blue in phase 4?
KPI는 중앙으로 지르는 특유의 플레이가 다시 한번 나왔는데 멀티서클 게이밍
So everyone who bet farm here got screwed.
네, 위병소 라인을 먹으면서 굉장히 좀
I want to show it.
여러 가지
Look
포지션을
at this.
해줬습니다. 언제라도 본인
These
템미터가
farm
쳐들어오면은
betters,
뺄수 있는
they're
그 라인을
fucked.
갖췄어요.
One team will win and be on there.
초반부터 과감한 스플릿을 했었던 멀티서클 게이밍이 정보가 굉장히 많아요. 그러니까 팜 쪽에 많은 팀들이 묶여 있다 보니까 우리가 중앙에서 가져갈 수 있는 포인트를 욕심을 내면서 안전하게 챙기고 있습니다.
지금 기볼리가 기절로까지 좀 띄운 상황이고 여기
spot's not bad.
오스
그렇습니다.
Fury are in
위병소
Milta.
라인을 찌르는 그런 경로를 다른 팀들도 많이 보여준 적이
If I had to
있기
bet
때문에
where this ends, it's
멀티서클 게이밍의
probably
어떤
dead center
어망이 지금
or
갖춰진 상황이거든요.
in the field.
지릅니다. 안쪽으로 들어가는데요. KPI 선수 있는 쪽으로.
그렇죠. TSM은 능선을 한번 하면서 이 서클을 만들어 두고 한쪽에서
Looks like TSM are getting all four in.
지금 여기서 킬러를 뛰고 있는 상황에서 정리.
결국엔
네.
랜드마크
I don't know what SSG do now.
여기서 드러나는 법이죠.
그래도 지금 5점을 가져갔습니다.
맞습니다.
입장이 좀 크게 바뀌었죠.
네.
버터스프로 그래도
They're
5점?
smoking. I think TSM get a bunch of free kills.
잘 가져갔다는 얘기를 할 정도로
TSM about to get like,
근데 5점은
Oath is stealing them. Never mind.
SSG 선수들이 방향 쪽으로 보스를 노리고 있는 그림이고 GNL 선수들도 차량 타고 들고 어디 이동 중이에요.
자, 이거 후방 봐야 돼요. 후방.
네.
SSG의 킬로그를 아까 전에 확인했기 때문에
이렇게 되면 옆쪽에서 들어온 TSM 쪽에서의 이 각도 부담스럽거든요.
네.
네, 주도권 싸움에서 좀 힘을 많이 줬어야 되는 타이밍이었었는데 이거 깔끔하게 정리가 좀 필요해 보입니다.
네, 이거
지금
빨리
생각합니다.
정리하고 지금 TSM의 그 라인 자체를 감지를 해야 됩니다. GNL.
네. 여기서 자 이 위치에서요.
콘 선수가 어느 정도 인지를
All
하고
that's setting crap was
있어서
the teams to get into
지금
these
이렇게
matches.
풀린 거거든요.
Yes.
근데 라인을 지어서 3대1
If you win weekly finals,
일순간에
you qualify directly to the grand final, and you win $30,000 as well. Bonus money.
이 상황, 이 구도를 너무 잘 이해하고 있어요. 오스도 지금
If you come second in weekly finals, you are still building up points to qualify.
양옆에서 차량 소리가 들리고 계속 에어 사운드.
Yeah, here comes TSM. Wait, independent dive.
그냥 무너지고 있어요.
Oh, he died to corn.
인질에서 한번 방비냈는데 뒤쪽에서 다시 잽 때리려면 여기서 끝나요.
GNL
Well, that went more central than I would expect.
기블리가 링두가 가져가고 있는 차고집에 대한
MCG have the six. Oh, what did MCG do here? I think Lingdu leaves
기블리 진짜 근데
and comes here.
지금 선택이
There's no way he holds this, right?
팀 리퀴드의 한 명을 기절시키고 또 화키를 냈기 때문에 그쪽을 부숴버리러
네.
가는데요.
저 램바가 가죠. 승부사 해결사 램바.
So weekly finals is all about the one grand final spot, but also just building up points. You want to play well. Coming second is still good. You're building up points to qualify. Spot
각이 많이 열리거든요. 어쩔 수가 없는 싸움이에요.
Spot 4 to 12 is decided by overall points you get. You qualify with one chicken dinner. No chicken dinner. No. Sorry. There is no chicken dinner rule. By winning the whole 10 matches, you qualify.
램바는 복귀하죠.
최대한 쳐내면서 상대방을 밀어넣고 그 다음에 우리가 안전하게 인서클을
A match win in this format is just more points.
차량을 잘 유지하면서 다음
This is the classic format.
보고 움직여도 늦지 않습니다.
If you win the 10 game total, if you're on top after 10 games, you are the winner. There are 3 weeks of this, so 3 people get a guaranteed grand final spot by winning a weekly final, and the rest of the points added up. You think it would be better going to Lingdu? Technically, it's easier to hold, but if it shrinks off there, you have to make a desperate play. You can't just run out of that compound. This is really strong with 4 up, unless you get drive-by. MCG are just falling apart though. I don't know how they lose this fight though. This still weren't worth it. Ready for it. Now Lingdu's coming. Oh, that's a sick nade. How did MCG die?
이거 기블리가 이동하면서 한번 꼬았어요. 나 차고집 들어간다. 응 아니야 하면서 바로 인명수 찔렀거든요.
그렇죠. 그리고 판자집까지 KPI가 먼저
Anyway,
들어가 있는 상황이 아니었기 때문에
Ghibli would have had to have done a similar push later if they stayed in that compound.
자 그리고 여기서 싸움 나게 되면 KPI도 기블리를 볼 게 아니야. 여기에 킬 포인트 먹으러 가야죠. 포인트 룰에 대한 이해도가 필요합니다.
그렇습니다.
Oath having a good game, dude. Oath are extremely consistent this tournament.
가져가는 그 구도를 만들면서 동시에
Remember competitive stand-up? No, it's gone from my mind.
10게임이 무너졌습니다. 58킬. 지금 북서쪽 완벽하게 정리하면서 3명 유지 중.
자 이렇게 됐을 때는 위병소에서 계속 버티는 플레이도 가능하겠지만 만약에
Fury are banking on the circle often comes here, but
올려도 돼요.
그렇습니다.
I don't know.
그쪽에서 원구인
Force champ.
거 우리가 다 처리를 했기 때문에 알고 있죠.
Yeah, didn't.
자, 근데 이거
This is hard.
해봐야 될 것 같아요.
It's hard to fight through the town, but it's 4v3. And then Liquid overwatching sucks too.
그냥 계속해서
Being on here is really good. Whoever wins this fight,
느낌으로 게임해야죠.
Top 3.
쪽으로 노리지 못하게.
I'd
자,
say.
중앙 쪽에 기블리가 있습니다. 3명 유지 중.
네, 그래도 차량을 좀 보유하고 있는 상황이기 때문에 정보를 좀 더 획득할 수 있는 시간이 주어진다면 기블리 스포츠의 좀 다양한 플랜이
What's that smoke by Ronan?
그러니까 퓨리의 지금
Is that a bait?
신경전이 안쪽에서 싸움이거든요.
퓨리 입장에서는 스쿼드를 유지하고 있는 상황이라 좀 깔끔하게 밀고 싶은 마음이 있을 겁니다. 좀 총력전으로 밀어붙여야 될 것 같아요.
맞습니다.
발코니 쪽에서 때리고 싶겠지만 그쪽에서 팀 리퀴드
Yeah, they're getting close.
나오기 때문에
It's just gonna be a brawl. We're brawling. Anyone gets downed in Vision of Liquid though, they're dead.
상대의 각이 나오지 않는 측면으로 돌아서
Oh, that nade!
스쿼드를 노리고 들어가는 건데.
It was sick.
오, 히로익도
Going from
만만치
heroic.
않습니다. 버텨야 우리가
Inside.
스쿼드 올릴 수 있으니까요.
페이지 팀을 대표하는 선수거든요. 자 바로 기절로고 띄웠어요.
그렇습니다. 랭크 디시전에서도 퓨리가 지표가 상당히 좋았거든요. 에란겔에서 92점을 획득하면서 랭크
엄청났죠?
디시전에서 에란겔만큼은 에란겔의 왕이었어요.
네.
그리고
페이지?
팀리퀴드가 차량이 없었거든요. 그래서 지금 이 싸움이 시작되자마자 바로 도로를 건너면서 우리가 기회를 좀 잡고
Page's spot's gonna be really good.
인사이드
Yeah,
살리고.
he got enough.
와 피아니.
이걸 배제했어요.
Oh no.
퓨리가
Fury
붙었기
is dying.
때문에 저쪽에 인원이 다 갔을 것이다.
They got caught on the res, I think.
배제하는 플레이가
We didn't see it.
팀리퀴드로 하여금 넘어지게 만듭니다.
이제 두 명의 선수가 남아 있는 상황이고요.
네.
히로익
퓨리 입장에서는 여기서 이제 더 들어가는 건 이제
네.
부담스럽거든요.
그렇죠. 자 두 번의 기회만을 잡아내면서
Going back to the other discussion, I think like there were plenty of Australian players as good as these guys individually. I think
저는 가장
But-
궁금한 게 오스의 생각이에요.
you don't get the practice. You don't get good practice. You don't get to play in good leagues. And there's also no reason to stay together.
네.
And also, everyone got old and had to move on with their life.
그 전에 움직임이 없다라는
Or they play in America.
부분이긴 합니다.
가진 거 좀 다 던지고 있고 수류탄 하나에.
다음 서클에 KPI 판잣집 단차 밑으로 한번 스며들 수
Twitch
있는
Prime.
공간도 남아
That's
있고
it.
Oi.
도로를
Finally,
지나가는 기블리에게
a Twitch
얻어맞을 수
Prime.
있으니까
Nice.
아직까지는 좀
Soda Leg
지켜보는
just
것 같고요.
subscribed.
어쨌든 여기에 방해하는 팀이 한 팀도 없습니다. 팀 리퀴드가
Better version of NA? I don't know.
그렇죠.
I think we could have like 3 really good teams.
기블리 스포츠도 이 싸움을 이기긴 했지만
So late. Thank you for the 49 months. Thank you for the prime.
네, 각 자체가 지금 위쪽에 많이 열려 있기 때문에
It just sucked. Like when we were at our best, they would invite a shit team to an international instead of us.
기블리에게 한 가지 장점이 있다면
So kind of depressing. And then we had no leagues back then, and there was no money in the region.
이후에 서클이 한 번 더 올 수 있다면 기블리 3명으로도 충분히 점수를 더 뽑을 수 있어요.
자기는 좁혀지고 가장
Then I'm pretty sure like the Atletico guys,
기블리 쪽으로 올라가면서 차고
most of you know who I mean when I say that. I think like most of them stopped playing, or the team didn't keep playing because it wasn't viable to keep playing like in the region.
이거 그럼 기블리가 차량이 질비했기 때문에 이거 방비하기 쉬운 방향으로 주차를 새로 하면서
네.
오스의 그 회전 각도도 한번 방비할 필요가 있어요. 근데 주차 괜찮은데요?
네.
And the PUBG esports right now is a lot better. There was a really bad year.
이게
네.
가로로 주차가 되어 있기 때문에
Before PCS started, there was a really bad year
왼쪽 방비가 다 되죠.
of nothing.
그렇죠. 제주차 좋아요. 제주차 좋아요.
끝까지 지키겠다.
네. 어차피 밀타 쪽에서
What's he doing with the car?
나오지 않는 상황이니까 우리가 좀 더 시간을 쓰는 이 포인트를 짚는 것도 굉장히 좋고요.
네.
KPI는
Making more cover?
위해서는 무조건
비밀.
오스를 잡아내야 되거든요. 밀어내야 돼요.
자,
네.
팀
You too, Dragon.
사실 퓨리와 히로익의
We don't have it here, but
점수를
I'll still say it.
올리고 순위 점수까지 끌어올릴 수 있는 그런 포인트가 아직 남아 있긴 합니다.
네.
그래서 소리 소문 없이 스며드는 게
Like before PCS in Australia, you had to grind all for like all year,
그래야 본인들이
and then there'd be one event to qualify, and then if you didn't qualify, your year's over.
하지 못한 팀 리퀴드.
네, 팀리퀴드의 전매 특허라고 볼 수 있는 연막탄을 다소 활용해주면서 도로를 좀 잘 건너가고 있는데
오스 들어옵니다. 오스 들어와요.
아랫단차 스며들기 이 동선이 남아 있었기 때문에 오스가 도로가
And you don't have a salary.
겁니다.
자 여기서 성능 유지할 수 있나요?
네, 그래서 지금 KPI에게
So there's not much motivation to play.
보유하고 있다면 오스 쪽을 공략해야 돼요.
네.
무조건 저지해서 이쪽을 지키지 못한다면 이
And
턴은
you play scrims, and half your lobby is trolling or doesn't care, and I don't blame them. They have no reason to care.
자, 짐즈가 그래도
For the same
할수
reasons,
있는
basically.
그런 공간은 나올 것 같거든요.
네.
Liquid did manage to not get a single point this game.
다른 인원
Oh no, they get some placement points.
네, 살려야죠 이건.
자 히로익도 킬로그 지금 확인했거든요.
이거 안 살리나요?
네, 던져주고 있어요.
오히려 먼저 공략하고 그 다음에
네.
살리겠다는 생각인가요?
와와와와.
그런 거 같은데요.
James helping Fury.
묶였어요.
자,
손으로.
수류탄을 받아서 던졌다는 거.
네.
공격적으로 임하겠다는 거죠.
Heroic did not lose a player in that fight.
나 살리지 마.
가야 될 곳이
Is Fury gonna outlast TL?
네.
If they wrap further back,
집요하네요.
did they say Jimbo?
노리면서요. 자신감이 있었으면 남은 선수 티본 선수.
So people call him.
자, 머리.
Oh, wait. Triple kill?
와 혼자서.
그러면 이거
On
퓨리가
James?
지금 참으면 안 되죠.
네.
네, 무조건 지금
And now
대안하는
Fury come in?
맞습니다.
맞습니다.
끊어내고.
클립 살리기 전에.
That's a quick kill for Fury.
그리고 보였어요.
Nice.
블라드.
And now Flood, Fury come top 3, I reckon. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe. That circle is not great. They might be able to come down.
퓨리에게 있어서는 지금 수류탄이 얼마나 보유가 되어 있느냐가 진짜 중요할 것 같습니다. 여유가 있다면 기블리 스포츠의
잠버.
지금 타격을 입힐 수 있거든요. 이런 구도에서의 기블리 스포츠의 산계 버티는.
Why is Lambu's heart rate so high? He's dead.
위병소를 끝까지 지켜내면서 과연 치킨의 주인공이 될 수 있을지.
자, 퓨리가 연막기를 깔고 진입할지 아니면 수류탄을 던지면서 기블리를 공략하려 들지 이런 것들을 좀 봐야 될 것 같긴 해요.
네. 실전 선수가 좀 있고.
이게
An uncooked grenade gets a knock. Huh?
위병소 들어가기 가능한가요?
오스를 봐야죠.
Oh, that he's dead. He gets the molly follower. And this is good for Fury. This let Fury cross.
이렇게 되면 기블리 스포츠는 무조건 버텨야 될 것 같습니다.
He didn't cross. He tried to steal the kill. I think Flood gets in though. That's so good for Fury.
이 사격 각 자체를 좀 지워야 될 것 같아요.
에드와 스피어 두 명의 선수가 남아 있는 상황이거든요.
Fury are now in.
자, 에더 선수가 반대편을 봐주고 스피어 선수가 퓨리에 접근하는 경로를
And it's a 2v2 up the road instead of a 3v2.
한 명이 없어졌기 때문에 이 플레이 약간 소극적일 수 있지만
What just happened? What just happened?
그런 느낌으로 게임을 해야 됩니다.
맞습니다. 인서클인 것을 끝까지 활용해 줘야 돼요. 그리고 점자기장이 됐을 그 타이밍에도 가지고 있는 연막탄의 개수가 지금 여유가 좀 있기 때문에
PUBG just happened. Correct.
변수 만들어낼 수 있거든요. 어쩔 수 없이 오스와 KPI는 묶여 있을 수밖에 없어요.
네.
오스 입장에서도 이 KPI와의 전투가 약간 두려운 나머지 연막탄을 뿌리고 우회하는 그런 경로를 선택할 수도 있겠지만 후환을 남겨놓은 거가 되니까 쉽지 않을 것 같은데요.
크게 돌아서 북쪽으로 올라가는 구도는 생각도 못합니다. 근데 아래쪽에 퓨리가 도로 단차를 활용해서 지금 버티고 있기 때문에 그쪽으로 돌더라도 오스는 위험해요.
스피어가 지금 수류탄이 3개나 있는데 계속해서 활용해주는 그리고 또 견제해주는 그런 모습들이 있어야 될 것 같아요. 투자입니다, 투자.
I'm just thinking about the circle. Let's say so Fury have to somehow beat Ghibli in a fight here, and then hopefully Oath will be fighting KPI. If Fury can kill Ghibli, but it's very hard. Look at this approach. This approach sucks. They need to hit some headshots. Because this is final circle.
자, 예측 수류탄이나 예측 화염병도 지금 필요해 보여요. 자기장이 좁혀지거든요.
지분 플레이를 통해서 다변화된 포지션 이거 오스 입장에서는 체크하기가 좀 힘들 수도 있겠는데요.
Oh, nearly got the knock. It's rough, it's rough. Do they have time to res? It doesn't look like it. Decent looking nade. I think Insight should prone above. I think he should prone above. He won't know this, though. If I could tell him, if I could talk to Flood right now, I'd tell him just prone to the left. The other teams are too busy. These guys are too busy right now. The barrel. What a mess. Oh, Flood! Flood activated. Why do we He just destroyed a guy and we switched camera! Ah! Top 3 for Flood with good kills. That's very good. Flood just made the game fine. Like, they'll be happy with this. 11 points. 11 points. I can't wait. Ghibli are going to win this game by doing nothing at the end. I mean, they did a lot. Don't get me wrong.
자, 이제 조금씩 움직이고 있어. 점자기장.
한 대만 때리면 되거든요, 이거.
킥스타트가 체력을
Denying himself is he had no first aids. I think denying himself is the correct. He would have healed by now if he had first aids. Never liked it. Sometimes it's good mole trap. I don't know in what world you switch off Flood then, though. Why would you switch off Flood then? I think Fury will come third in that match. Well, they came third points-wise, I mean.
I mean, Ghibli is a team that we've been
Oh, the thing's in the correct circle now because it's weekly finals and there's only 16.
And really perform, and right off the bat, they get their victory.
Denying to circle is apparently illegal in Comp Apex. What if you... How do you decide if it's intentional?
The points are still real. So let's throw it over to the analyst desk to hear what they have to say about game
I'm turning my cam off for a second so I can eat this cold sausage roll.
Very much, gentlemen. It is just another day in the studio as Ghibli comes out on top. They get a nice win, and they played it very cleanly, Froz. It was patient, it was well executed, and it was timely, but it was also assisted by the fact that Chaos kept breaking out everywhere except where they were.
Well, we gotta look towards the end there, right? Because MCG...
It's really hard to have good observing
like Circle 5, when they had the
in
whole
PUBG.
kind of road
But
there,
it's
they
also
had
not
someone in the flat top, they had
excusable
someone in the yellow
in a
house.
situation like
They had
that
the
to switch
control
off the
of
player
whole
in the action.
ending area of this game. But when Ghibli came in there, they took control over that situation.
Is Kowo awake and watching this? I want to talk to him about it.
That's where they won the game already there.
He's
They
not
took
watching.
control over that. They knew no matter
I want to tell
what
him, like, did
circle
you
they
enjoy
were,
that
they would be
observing?
kind of the last team to fight, because unless you're forced to go up from that little dip, from the little roadblock, you're pretty much safe there. Everybody else is on the high ground above you, and they're gonna need to peek each other and fight each other before they can get to you, which means that everybody's protecting you.
I mean, I can tell you the reasons is up.
Having a few MCG
It
players
starts with
die there,
M.
you're gonna have a lot more utilities to work with as well. They're just laying there on the ground for you. But yeah, such a good game. So it's a great way to see Ghibli getting their first win here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to start, we talked about starting early, and it's great to get up and at her quickly. What stood out to you that Ghibli did? I know you talked about Adder a little bit, Martin, at the end of that game, and sort of his value. And sort of
PUBG has a history of...
tell me a little more about them and that player specifically.
Yeah,
out of Korea,
especially since,
whether it's casting, observing, they hire the same people. So even if you're an amazing observer, no one pays you. PUBG Core can't be bad pay. You think they pay observers well for each PCS? I have no idea.
In the rank decisions, also how well
I have to ask Koe.
But yeah, the way they managed to...
But they hire the wrong people.
How well they played super late game in this one. Taking out MSG was important. But let's talk about this one real quick, guys. Virtus Pro and Danoa. It continues.
Yeah, well, that shotgun. Now that's how you use a shotgun for us.
Yeah, that's how you use a shotgun. But the whole thing is, if you compare this drop compared to what we've seen in the rank decision, in the weekly survival, they will all drop on the same roof, on the southern app, straight away and fight it straight out. And that would take probably like 30 seconds and the fight would be over. Now, coming into the weekly finals here, you can see how much more patient they are about this. They don't want to lose anyone. They take their time. And it took about 13 minutes before Danoa said, we're going to move out. And that's when Virtus Pro started shooting them in the back, and that's when the fight actually broke out. And it was down to circle.
Alright, back, sorry.
That's when we saw like Perfectix, of course, bleeding out and wasn't able to get revived. So, in the long run, are they going to keep on doing this? Because no one is actually winning from this right now, I'd say.
Absolutely not. Let's take a look at the end of this match, and it came down to the 4 teams here. As we look back at the highlights from Game 1, Fury came out of that three-way fight, did a great job, but ultimately it just came down to KPI locked in. They held everyone in sort of position, and then Ghibli was just in the right spot at the right time. Easy peasy. Even with the Groza. Now, there is
all the Korean events, obviously, they have an internal Korean team.
That,
and they're not the worst, but they're not the best.
Allowed the death of Snakers to get his hands on that Groza, and it almost paid off at the end.
The problem is,
Grozas win games. It was a close one.
For example,
America's experts, they say exactly that because they know him that well.
PGC that I went to and PGI, there's like 8 observers or more in the lobby.
I like this oath.
But it's so complicated that they miss.
That was
like the director has to then be really good.
And there were, but once they lost Snakers and
then you watch one of the really good European observers, and they can catch so much more. Oh, they have analysis stuff this time.
And in general, the way they kind of approached the game slowed down. And also for Heroic, they were played center heavy. They're not playing the same kind of usual style. That
I would prefer a top-down angle though,
a little bit aggressive
because I can't see.
Try to go for kills here. They played way too passive in the flat top and in the and then in the warehouse where they should have been proactive and been looking for the kills, been looking to clean up both Fury and also clean up.
Yeah,
the
this
Liquid
is
fight,
good. I like
because
this. It
they're
just
sandwich
needs
that
to
they
be
easily
above.
taken care of earlier, especially with how well they opened up on Fury.
Yeah, let's talk about that little bit of a fight. So, coming out of Milta, we had Fury, Heroic, and Team Liquid all sort of fighting their way out of town, right? We always talk about the trouble of getting out of town, and it seemed like there was a point, Fraz, and maybe I'm just thinking this because none of them survived, that they sort of took the approach of, you know what, I think we're all kind of screwed here in terms of getting out. We're going to look to rack up those kills. And is that really sort of, we're going to see more and more of that because we're on a super week instead of a MC rule, a most chicken day?
I mean, yeah, that's always going to be the case. You're always going to see the teams. I think even in a weekly survival, we're going to start seeing more of
The
that.
shotgun quad kill, like, it's cool. Well, it's a triple kill, but it's only happening because of the fact that they're doing this dodgy hot drop.
Not with just your playstyle, but with all your players' heads. So what we saw basically is that Heroic actually playing that passive. I didn't think they would, especially getting those initial knocks on Fury, but also, of course, they were only 3 members up by then. But having Beamy in the warehouse, catching Mexi off guard, that's such an important thing. Because
Tell us how you feel about hot drops. Let's think about it this next game. Oh, are we going to Miramar now? Yeah, I'm going to go.
Fury
I don't know what they're doing.
But he still can't help them. So he needs to make sure that he's covering the back.
These points right now that they're getting
from the outside,
are the most important points you can get at the tournament until the grand final. The last 2 weeks were to get points right now.
Heroic to be able to play a little bit more around that, but we saw, of course, both Beamy and Page getting knocked to James on the same spot.
Like, it feels like if VP and Danoa keep hot dropping, they are not competing to win the week, right?
James just cleared it out, and
they're only competing
I think,
to get some points.
Fury,
that's how I feel.
Flood, right, who got James in the end as well. But Fury being able to get out of Milta there after all of that, that's great. That's
you're just making it hard for yourself. But where could they go? Let's see next.
We're taking a look at the win.
Why are we buffering?
It's Adder from Ghibli, but a ton of travel, a ton of utility. They were very active, Martin, and ultimately that win, I think, came because they managed their utility, they kept restocking it, and they were the ones at the end of that match who had all of the tools in their box to take the victory.
Yeah, for sure. The 10 smokes is quite high as well, considering the amount that you can normally carry, and also considering, you know, how.
I mean, they should remove it for the integrity of.
I'm sure they would have played more aggressive and tried to go for more kills if there were 4 guys alive. But
PUBG competitive, but
like that,
it does work viewership. If you're a more casual viewer, even. I admit that sometimes it's really intense when you're coming down to those last games. But I've played, and I know how bad it would be to play. I'm lucky I never had to play winner-winner chicken dinner. But I would pick this format over the ones I went to any day.
It doesn't necessarily, it's not all about the chicken this week. It's about putting up the numbers and getting a good spot and picking your fights.
Also, of course, making sure that you don't have.
I would pick this over
games. We're getting 0 to 3 point games. You want to eliminate
PGC that I went to and the PGI because that was trash.
Be like a 4-pointer because you got those 4
be
kills,
actually equally intense.
On a 14
it's to just change it up. It's to have multiple different
sure that you get
things to define each phase.
Just a tiny bit that you can.
Let me ask you this, Martin. There's a
maybe it makes us appreciate Super more, you know?
America called Manifest Destiny. That North America
I'm reaching,
go west, my son. And in that game, it seemed like the players are doing the same thing. North America was stacked up almost entirely on the west, and Europe was stacked up on the east side. I know that's not because of the way that we settled countries, but why is that happening?
I think that's exactly why we settled in the countries we did, right? Eastern teams are playing from Europe. They're playing on the eastern side, and then everyone west was basically Americans. I think
there is more logic behind it than a lot of things that PUBG have done, like forcing it as the full rule set for 6 months just to try and get into the Asia Games, and then not getting into the Asia Games and putting it back to super format.
And they're like, wow, why is all the American teams in the West, and why is all the...
Wait, is there a part of the Fury logo missing, or does it actually look like that?
Asian team stacked.
Oh, it actually looks like that. Okay.
That was not fun, and that was not fun of our.
I've never looked at the middle.
Still, it was kind of a fun. It was fun part to look at where there's you look at it and you're like, okay, if you're kind of a fan of a
We're playing
region,
at
a
Wrangle
fan of
again.
some teams that are from
40
Europe,
seconds.
America, I'm like, no,
Unless the
they're
game
all
crashes.
killing each other. Stop.
Right. All right. Real quick, we're about to start the game. Froz, give me a pick for the win.
For the win, I think we're gonna see Old Faction get himself a win.
Nice, Martin. Give me a pick for the win.
I think the guys here on screen looking pretty scary. So Fury.
Yes. I don't know why you call them furries, but Fury looks amazing.
No, I like that.
I do. I like it too.
Have you not seen
Fury
their mascot?
looks, right, the axes. They're doing a great job. Fury's been doing phenomenal. I'm super happy for them.
They're 100% hot dropping
they
again.
Like they were great. They traveled far.
Right.
They worked hard. Let's see if they pull out the win. That said, guys, you can see the players in the booth. The plane is getting ready to take
Look how cool
off
this looks
right
now.
We've talked about teams from the east, the west,
I think it's sick.
all over the world. Let's go to a team that is known for being the very best of the best. It is Porosaurus and Toby with the call.
Yeah, no. Wait, where is it?
로저 근처에서 한파티 멸망전이 계속 치러지고 있잖아요.
맞습니다.
그러니까 상대적으로 기블리 스포츠가 좀 뻗어나가는 데 있어서 수월합니다.
네.
그러니까 이런 걸 적절하게 잘 활용해주면서 플레이를 하고 있기 때문에
Are they doing it?
계속
VP?
그러니까 계속 좋을 수밖에 없어요.
계속 가나요. 지금 다나와랑 버투스 프로.
Where are Danoa?
이번 경기에서도
Are they there?
다시 한번 정면 승부가 좀 펼쳐지게 될지 아니면 뭔가 좀 열치 않으면 좀 빼는 선택도 좀 나와줘야 되거든요.
그렇습니다.
They are there. They are there. They are there.
가져 겹쳐졌죠.
네.
Pansy was so much better. Pansy was good, but then she
이런 멸망전이 강팀
casted with someone. Always, and it was.
특히 기블리에게는 큰 도움이 되는 거예요.
그렇습니다. 어쨌든 여기서 정직한
내렸습니다.
They're doing it. They're all landing on the same roof. Oh.
거투기 갔어요.
그래도 파트리스 잡아야 돼요. 파트리스 잡아야 돼요.
깔끔. 저게 8초 컷.
곰 사냥꾼.
네.
It's the greatest casting I've heard in my life.
역시나 이런 초반 파밍
Oh my god.
속도에서
그렇죠.
다나와 e스포츠가 너무나도 월등했던 그런
If this
포지션을
happens,
보여줬기 때문에 그냥
fuck
다
yeah.
잡았어요.
싹쓸이 했습니다.
너무 빨리
Sure.
네,
You get to start. If you win a hot drop like this, sure. 4 points for nothing. Well, you had to win the hot drop.
네, 그리고
And now you can play the game normally. Amazing.
더 수월해졌죠.
바로 10위권으로 올라왔습니다.
But
그렇습니다. 그래서
someone loses.
진입을 하려고 했었던 인원들, 멀티서클 게이밍의 서머 선수라든지
네.
기블리 선수들이 이거 생각보다 좀
That doesn't happen every time. You can't guarantee that.
그렇죠. 거의 뭐 15개 팀이 출발한 듯 하면 되는데요. 자, 이 장면.
지수부 해설이 언급했던 것처럼 기블리 스포츠가
네.
차고
And they got 0 points last game, so
멀티서클 게이밍도
it balances it out, right?
여기서 속도를 붙여서 수직으로 찍듯이
This was a good breach. It's so cool that they chose to come straight down the road. Oh, they lost Lambu there.
받아내는 역할을 했었어야 되니까 여기서 결정타를
들어가면서 바로 라이딩 샷을 통해서 하나 와와와와. 네.
Game. This is the game-winning play last game. Breaching this.
이렇게 건너편에 있었고요.
속도가 굉장히 빨랐기 때문에
네.
네, 기블리 스포츠가 여기서 버티는 데 성공을 했죠.
그렇습니다. 그리고 최근 경기에서 에더 선수의 그 활약이 너무 두드러지는 것 같아요.
네.
정말 중요한 싸움에서 한 번도 안 지고 본인의 역할을 완벽하게 수행해 줍니다.
그렇죠. 완벽하게.
I mean, they've already done this all tournament. They did this at the start of the tournament.
자, 경기를 펼쳐나갔는데
Every single game.
기블리가 기분 좋은 출발을 했습니다.
그렇습니다. 그래서 기블리가 좋은 성적을 얻을
Where
때
could
항상
VP have
에더
gone
선수가
alternatively?
긴장을 하지 않고 약간 킹
Okay, I'm not saying they
정도로
should do
하는데
this. But for example, they could drop this.
남부 선수가 이 지르는
And two of them can go school.
역시나 그 전 과정에서
School, no one ever drops school.
굉장히 좀 꼼꼼하게 체크를 해주면서 일단 팀이 치킨을 가져가는 게 가장 중요했었거든요.
네.
좋은 출발인 것 같습니다.
오스가 또 11킬의 엄청난 킬수를 좀 기록하면서
And you can still kind of fuck with them.
뭐 기세면에서는
I don't know, man.
밀리지 않고 오히려 더
It's so
좋아요.
weird.
그래서 이전 매치의 기블리가 아닌 다른 팀들의 그 행동
I would love to hear counterpoints about it.
KPI가
though.
여전히 그 거점을 먹고 나서
The
other team
나올 수 있는
wins?
그 탈출
I
루트를
honestly don't like it.
특히 오스가
Is departments better than school in those two compounds?
개입하지 않는다면 이 패턴이 개선되지 않는다면 저는 KPI의 성능 유지는 실패로 끝날 것 같습니다.
네.
그렇습니다. 위클리 서바이벌에서 치킨을 가져가면서의 이 위클리 파이널 진출 여기에 좀 특화되어 있는 플레이이기 때문에 포인트롤에서는
The only problem with dropping a school is you don't get the car because they're gonna shoot you.
아까 전에 17 게이밍이랑 오스랑 신나게 싸울 때 그때 뒤통수를 후려칠 수 있는 그
I don't know, bro.
있었거든요.
네. 그 타이밍을 그냥 내줬죠.
집에만 있었어요. 안
그렇습니다.
나왔습니다.
사실 기블리 스포츠도 위병수에서 벗어날 수가 없는 타이밍이었어요. 그러니까 공격적인 이 포지션을
Like
취할
Oath
수 없을 때
rotation. Where did they?
오히려 KPI가
네.
They alternative dropped this game, right?
타이밍 다 넘겨줬죠.
맞습니다. 멀티서클 게이밍이 수비하고 있으면 안 뚫리는 팀이거든요.
그렇습니다.
그걸 기블리가 뚫었어요.
아시아 지역
They dropped
건영에서
Kameshki.
가장 수비력이 좋은 팀 중에 한 팀을 꼽으라면
Sometimes the plane path is a good reason to alt drop.
그렇죠.
기적의 예측가.
We used to alt drop Kameshki as well.
기블리 우승 가능성 1위 바로 치킨 가져.
Like sometimes Gakko would be in reach, but the plane's starting here,
들어가고 있다는 측면에서
and we drop
좋은
Kameshki.
성적을
펜타
보여주고
선수에게
있네요.
좀 선물이 내려왔어요.
오,
야스나요? 바로 파밍하죠.
네. 그래서 전 좀 더 의미 있게 봐야 되는
The best gun you can get, I think.
게이밍이 가장
In
좋아하는
comp?
필드였어요. 네, 그 안쪽에서의 수비에서 뚫렸다는 것 자체가
그렇죠.
좀 전체적으로 첫 번째 매치긴 하지만 오늘은 5매치를 진행하잖아요.
네.
흔들릴 수 있거든요.
그렇습니다.
그리고 좀 더 소극적으로 바뀔 수도 있어요.
네.
굉장히 욕심이 그득그득했었는데 이제는 우리가 좀 더 정교한 수비를 위해서
The Korean stream is worse quality today. I don't know why.
맞습니다. 멀티서클 게이밍의 어떤
This is worse than last time.
홈그라운드 같은 그런 영역인데 이번
Interesting.
매치 또한 멀티서클 게이밍의 홈그라운드가 나왔고
Yep, they got cleaned,
여기서
clean,
마저 멀티서클
wipes
게이밍
clean.
성적을
Auburn.
보면 좀 쉽지
On
않은 것
drop.
같은데요.
네. 자기장 그 중심부 쪽에서 기분 좋은 출발하고 있고요. 전진 돌산 쪽에서 보면서 나아갈 길을 확인하고 있습니다.
그렇습니다. 천천히
Now Danawa are going to win the game with 30 kills.
좀 더 들어가는 데 있어서 서쪽 라인은 많이 좀 비어 있기 때문에 극단적으로 계속 최외곽 동쪽으로 튀는 자기장만 맞이하지 않는다면 젠지의 원래 그 흐름도
That would be
갈수
funny.
있거든요.
제네 선수들 이동 중이에요.
그리고 다른 팀들이
No, there's definitely a lot of ego and stuff.
유독 좀 집중을 하는 것 같아요. 워낙 강력한 포스를 랭크드 시즌에서도 엔스와 더불어서 보여준 나머지 킬로그가 떴다 하면 그쪽으로 송구를 바로 돌리는 모습들이 미니맵에서 포착이 되었었거든요.
네.
그런 부분들도 젠지도 생각하고 있을 것 같긴 합니다. 좀 더 우리를 노리는 팀들이 많을 수밖에 없다는 것에 대해서 교전하기 전에 좀 더 꼼꼼하게 주위를 살피고 교전을 하는 그런 움직임들 이런 게 좀 필요할 것 같아요.
살로트 선수의 모습이고 이전 경기에서는 VP에게 좀 무너지면서 퍼펙트 선수에게 발목 잡히면서 경기를 풀어나가지 못했는데 정말 깔끔하게 4킬로 4명 유지하면서 경기 이어나가죠.
이거는 뭐 흐름상
네.
뭐 멸망전을 했는지도 모르겠는데요. 그 정도로 버터스 프로가 너무 빠르게 탈락을 해서
네.
다나와이 스포츠 본인들이 하고자 하는 그 타이밍
There's a lot to it.
진출 타이밍 원하는 대로 다
I just think there's a matter of you going at a global tournament playing for this much money,
먹으러 가면 안 될 것 같거든요. 기블리에게 걸리는 순간 그냥
and I don't even think apartments is that great.
저 멀리
If you don't have full control of apartments.
네.
카구팔.
다른 데를 바라보고 있을 때 정말 칼날 같은 타이밍을 통해서 운전대를 잡고 탈출할 수는 있겠지만 속도가
The tournament has to be adaptive because you're not always going to have your drop.
침투 작전
Anyone try to keep track of who's dead while in game? Take notes.
그
I'm not sure if you'll be allowed to like actually take notes physically. We would do it mentally.
어망을 펼쳤네요.
이거 페리 쪽으로 가는 그 길목을
The best team I ever had at doing it was non-reg. If non-reg died early, if anyone dies early, it becomes part of your job.
봐야 되는 거지.
You should be doing your best. You don't check out when you die.
갈 수밖에 없거든요.
그렇죠.
야.
에디.
What are Brew doing? Brew are actually camping.
사용하지
The rotate.
브리람의 그 어망 자체는 낭비입니다.
네.
여기에 진영해놨는데 오케이, 우린 해변가로 갈게.
네.
No, it's a huge part. They don't ever talk about this on the streams and stuff. It's a huge part of competitive PUBG. Because late game, if you know 2 guys died on drop in Brew, and late game, you see Brew get knocked ahead of you, you know there's only one up, and you push. It's so important to know and to keep track.
분노의 드라이빙 나오고 있습니다. 노아드라 선수 화가 좀 잔뜩 났는데요.
이 팀 같은 경우에는 들어가다가 또 만나게 됐을 때는 싸울 수 있는.
Sometimes you fuck it up though. Like sometimes you 100% fuck it up.
최대한 좀 피해서 들어갈 수 있는 동선을 만드는 게 중요하겠죠.
네, 근데 어쨌든 속도 싸움이라서 잘 빠져나가긴 했거든요. 브리람도.
Hey Fezda.
셔우 선수 다나와 쪽을 한번 노렸고요.
Like I can recall so many situations where you push a team, you think they're low, and they're like, oh, there's only 1 dead. There were actually 3 still. That kind of shit happens.
아래쪽에 도로에 그 차량을 획득하는 게 아니라 17게이밍에게 한번 심대한 타격을 입히는 매복을 통해서 차량을 산 쪽에서 포획을 하고 도망갈 수 있을 것 같긴 해요.
네.
팀들이 진입하는 그 움직임 자체가 약간 짜여져 있는 게 있거든요. 네, 그런 거를
To be fair, sometimes it's hard to keep track of the kill feed.
충분히 역으로 카운터 치는 것도 가능해 보여요.
Can be confusing when people get flushed.
한 5초에서 8초에 끝났잖아요.
굉장히 빨리
네,
끝났어요.
그렇게 됐을
Hard to
때
keep track of
충분히
without a
노려볼 수
fifth
있는
coach.
거죠.
Well, you're not allowed to have a fifth coach helping. So we always did it ourselves.
드렉시 선수가 저 숱한 능선에서
Okay.
빠져나가는 보고
There were definitely people who did do
본인이
this
올라가서 뭐 시야를
illegally.
완전한 동선을 좀 꾸릴 수 있을 것 같고요. 자,
There was some
이런 것들,
drama
이런
about it in
것들.
OC, I think. People would Discord stream their game to a coach,
게이밍의 앞마당에
and the coach would take notes of things like how many are alive.
하나 먼저 끊어내겠다. 셔우를. 자, 위치
Obviously, it's impossible to police.
나무.
네,
소리?
알고 있기 때문에 서로 봐준다면 순간적으로
네.
교환해서
먼저 쓰고.
오! 기절이 안 났어요!
Oh, that is a bad gunfight to
그리고
lose.
주도권을 잡았기 때문에 체력을 회복을
네.
하고 그 근처에 있는 차량을 찾아야 될 것 같습니다.
그렇죠.
That's a
수류탄으로
terrible
끝냈습니다.
gunfight to lose.
17게이밍도 교전력이 굉장히 좋은 팀이라 차량을 좀 더 크게 돌리면서
네.
휘어 감을 생각이었거든요.
Is this it, guys? Danawa gonna get 30 kills?
다시 한번.
아!
Gascans did it? Was it confirmed?
근데 살루트 선수의 포지션이 괜찮거든요.
He got another knock.
자, 17게이밍을
This is their game.
물자를 다 뺐으면 되죠.
This is how you make up for losing hot drops. You just win with 30 kills.
자기장이 좀 위로 올라가면서 지금은 들어가는데 신경을 많이 쓰고 있기 때문에 이쪽
was
교전에
scripts.
개입할 팀이 당장은 없습니다.
네.
I mean, that's a bit different, I guess.
소지우 선수도 기절 중이고.
It's not good still.
GNL
There's no reason to. Why would you do that in scrims?
아무래도 이런 교전에 개입하고 싶겠죠.
In fact, it's not. But in scrims, you can have,
아, 성능 유지.
depending on the scrims, you could have a coach in the game watching you.
KPI가 좀 더 공격적인 움직임만 가미한다면
Unless we're talking like official
좀 더 좋은
scrims.
플레이들이 좀 많이 나올 수 있을 것 같긴 한데 현재까지는 그런 모습들을 많이 보여주고
That's different though, because the coach should be like helping the team learn things more than like
선수들도 들어오기 시작합니다.
than doing stuff like that.
네, GNL도 출장을 나갔다가 팀 리퀴드의 이 접근하는 소리를 듣고 후방으로 다시.
Oh yeah, there was huge drama with that Warhog. I remember now. Apparently, it was going on for years too, right?
서쪽,
네.
로족 아래쪽에는 젠지가 이동 중.
팀 리퀴드는 포칭키를 중심으로 한 번 더 크게 대회.
And heaps of people would do it and not admit it, so no one knew about it.
젠지가 쓰는 이 서쪽 라인 쪽에서의 끝자기장. 그러니까
It reminds me, back in the day, competing on COD,
플레이하는 팀들이기 때문에 그것까지
COD
생각하고
console.
그런 대회전도 한번 생각해봐도.
This is funny. This is gonna be funny to you guys.
여기는 오스입니다.
Now it's hilarious.
멀티 서클 게이밍의
So back in the day, competing on COD console, you used party chat on Xbox, right? Oh, sorry, no, not party chat. You use in-game chat, in-game VoIP. And when you die, you couldn't talk anymore,
동쪽에는 퓨리 선수들이 있고요.
right?
그리고 서쪽에는
And that's how our team played. But then party chat came out. And people would use party chat so they could talk while they were dead. And this is hilarious to think about now. But it was technically cheating back then. You weren't meant to do it. And then everyone started using the Discord and stuff. Or Skype. We used Skype for years.
네, 그래도
You would have a you'd have the Astro mix amp to mix the sound of your PC and your Xbox, and everyone would use Skype.
힘이 좀 많이 빠졌네.
And it became normal to talk while you were dead.
축 늘어졌어요.
다리에 힘이 빠진 거 보니까 좀 많이 빠졌네.
Fucking Skype though, what a shit program. I hated it. Yeah, no, I hated it, Disciple. I would rather have used Ventrilo or what's the other one? Mumble. All the PC guys use those. But Xbox gamers were dumb and they wanted to use Skype, and I was like, okay.
가운데 허리 라인을 어떻게 메우느냐가 좀 중요해졌어요.
브리람입니다. 팀리킷 선수들 소리.
와, 노아드라.
진짜 한 방 세네요.
네. 자,
Damn, he's so spread.
지금 잘못 배치했었는데.
맞습니다.
자, 이번에 팀리킷들을
Skype's trash.
아까 전에
낚아냅니까?
약간 해적.
Skype's so bad. Skype was always terrible.
그러니까
Oh my god, the mic on Skype, it had no voice, it had no noise suppression,
이 부분에 대해서 생각을
and you could hear
하고
everything
라인을
in the
하는 게
world.
좋지 않았을까 싶은데
그렇죠.
좀 너무 끝자락에서 계속
You have a
머무르고 있다
teammate
보니까
who has like a really loud family. Oh, you're hearing it the entire scrim.
와.
피오까지?
이거
네.
외곽 쪽을 다 잠그는데요?
그렇죠. 지금 피오가 좀 살짝 와, 이걸 여기도 스플릿을 이렇게 해놓고
아니 얼마나 광범한 범위를.
와. 자, 그냥 오른쪽으로 갔습니다.
What a circle. I want Danawa to have a big game. They didn't lose a play, did they? No.
학교 쪽에 남은 선수들이 배치가 돼 있기 때문에
What makes TeamSpeak better than Discord? Oh, we're talking current day?
황당하죠. 사실 민둥상 쪽에서
TeamSpeak has less delay. If you have a good TeamSpeak server, it is higher quality with less delay, and you're also not relying on global Discord servers, which you have no control of.
네, 여러 가지로 불이람이 좀 먼저 턴을 가져간 것 같습니다.
민둥산 쪽의 팀 리퀴드. 자 왼쪽에는 브리람 선수들이 있거든요.
네, 그래서 다시 한번 좋은 이 흐름을 좀 가져갈 수 있는 팀은 역시나 기블리 스포츠와 KPI. 네, 자기장을 좀 바뀐 한 상황이거든요.
워낙 이 선수들이 공격성이 있는
Like you can
싸움에서 빼지
oh
않습니다.
leaked.
그렇습니다.
You could literally hear the delay difference if you sat in both of them and compared. Very obvious. Hey Marketooth, and you can argue that like a split second is important in competitive gaming.
입장에서 피오라는 눈을 잃었기 때문에 이제는 과감한
Well, it
선택을
is.
보여줘야 됩니다. 자기장을 맞으면서 빈 공간을 찾아내는 그런 타이밍도 중요해질 것 같아요.
저 위로 멀리 돌리는데요.
네.
야스나 쪽으로 돌려요.
So I'm assuming a lot of like CS:GO teams still use TeamSpeak.
때문에 지금은 올리는 게 맞아요. 그래서 다시 한번 위쪽에서 시야를 가져가.
Yeah, that's what you said.
들어갈 수
Yeah.
있는 공간을 가져갈지. 아니 말씀하신 것처럼
It's so snappy.
맞으면서 천천히 입성할 수 있는 것도
So
생각해볼 수
snappy.
있거든요.
그렇습니다. 그 와중에 이제 자기장을 맞으면서 Z 키를 눌러서 시동을 끄고 천천히 자기장과 스며드는 플레이 이런 것들을 보여줘야 되고요.
아니 어디 뭐 바퀴가 몇 개 나갔나요?
자 바로 정리가 됐습니다.
네.
히로익.
판자
Not
칩에
good.
들어가 있다 보니까 바퀴가
Has TS improved its UI
그냥
accessibility?
들어오긴 했는데 상처
The UI was never good, but it worked.
바퀴가 좀 터져 있는 상황이고.
It was that very old-fashioned UI.
오스가 동쪽 라인 쪽을 계속 좀
I'm not doing fucky wacky.
가져가고 있는
Kaplag just resubscribed for 45
모르고
months.
있거든요.
네, 어려워요 이거.
지금 양쪽으로
네.
나눠놨고
수비벽
스플릿
I don't think he knows how to say that.
에스토와
Kaplag.
아수라까지.
오. 일단은
I think you just
오스도
stumped
약간
Brian.
쪽으로
I think
가요.
Brian didn't even try it.
이게 팀이 4명이 움직이고 있는지 3명이 움직이고 있는지 누군지 정확히 파악이 안 되니까 네, 좀 더 잡아내는
Here you go.
움직임보다는 합쳐주면서 지키려고 하고 있어요.
Yeah, but I don't think Brian speaks Korean.
이 플레이가 필요했습니다. 어쨌든 한 명이 없기 때문에 안정적인 위치를 파악하기엔 시간이 없고 오스가 외곽을 철저히 틀어막는 팀이라서
와다
이 플레이를 통해서 또 대담한
이원주원입니다.
라이딩 샷을 통해서 자리를 뺏어내야 되는
What?
벤치고요.
That's not right.
히로익 선수들이 들어오는 그 과정에서
Oh, there's a horse
과제
fucking me.
광고는 현실입니다.
여기서 잡아낸다면
서울.
이제는 찬양까지 이어갈 수 있거든요.
Danawa!
자 들어가면서요. 여기서 싸움이 세 팀 몰렸거든요.
자 이거
Kaplag, thank
몰고 나갈
you.
수 있지 않을까요, 다나와?
자 하나 더 히로익 선수들 들어오는 그 과정 자기장 위쪽입니다. 자 중심에 기본.
Danawa, thank you for the 45. Wait, what? Kaplag, thank you for the 45 months.
공격적으로 할
Not Danawa.
그렇습니다. 이게 위클리 서바이벌 마지막 매치에서 브리람이 치킨을 먹었을 때 그 패턴은
Apparently that said the hype is real.
잡아먹고 자신감이 올랐는데
네.
지금은 다르죠.
그렇죠. 강팀들이 남았어요.
I want Danawa to frag hard. Come on.
위클리 파이널이 16개 팀은 약간 느낌이 다르거든요.
그렇죠.
No, don't go down salute.
16번째로 온 건 16등이라는 얘기예요.
그렇습니다.
자 이비자 잡아내 코낙시.
자,
오히려 다나와 스포츠에게는 이 외곽 쪽에서의 주고받는 교전들을 지금 이용해주는 플레이가
사냥의 시간인가요?
필요했었거든요.
사냥의 시간 레클로 들어가.
Grow a grow and team liquid this game.
game.
Yes! Yes, Danawa. Yes, get the flushes. Kill everyone. Wait, that's a completely different team. Does he know Liquid's next? Wait, Liquid are dead. Never mind. Just kidding. I missed the death.
하나하나 끊어내면서.
I thought James was alive.
오 렘바.
아까 전에 17 게이밍에게 뺏었던 그 차량까지 획득을 한다면 다나와 e스포츠에게 후반에 이동할 수 있는 기동력마저 갖추게 되거든요.
자 어려운 동선 뚫어내면서
네.
안쪽으로 들어가야 되는 젠지거든요.
이쪽으로 이쪽으로 안 됩니다.
여기는 매복돼.
Gen G having a real bad start.
너무 아프네요.
자 뒤에 지금 퓨리가 또 옵니다. 산 넘어.
Prices went up on Smile. Well, we literally wait. What? That's there? We literally have inflation, Dragon Boy. No one was spending any money.
제네도 와요. 해본 선수가 있고 체력이 많이 빠졌습니다. 이노닉스.
We had real inflation.
제네는 멈췄고.
GNL은 일단 안전한 곳까지 들어갔는데
Fury in trouble.
퓨리의 싸움이 좀 핫하게 했는데요.
이노닉 정리됐어요.
퓨리가 이쪽을 정리하려고 지금
It's not working out.
서로 좀 피가 나는 상황에서 그래도 3명 유지.
오 완벽한 수비인데요. 지금 기존에서 확실히 아직 안 지켰죠.
네,
Fury, understand the one.
KPI의 각을 신경 쓰면서 킬 포인트를 먹을 수 있는 그 순간을 계속해서 노려보고 있어요. 좋습니다, GNL.
네.
Smile's obviously different now. I don't have to smile at the camera.
그렇죠. 젠지가 들어가는 거 보고 퓨리가 붙였는데 저는 지금 이 타이밍에도 KPI의 움직임은 너무 좀 아쉬운 것 같아요.
맞습니다.
그러니까 계속 가만히 있어요.
네.
그러니까 무언가 칼을 빠져나서 우리가 들어갈 수 있는 공간을 창출해내야 되는데
그렇죠.
그런 게 없습니다.
네, 그러니까 이 성능 유지해서 멈추는 것이 아니라
성능 향상이 필요한데.
향상이 필요한
Fury just didn't have much of a
그렇죠.
choice there.
네, 업그레이드가
다른 팀들은 계속 포인트를
10 games to weekly final.
상승하고 있는데 다른 팀들에 대한 그
그렇죠.
개입 타이밍을 지금 못 보고 있는 것 같아요.
아, 성능도 뭐 고성능 있고 그리고 저성능 있잖아요.
I was saying last night. Well, not last night.
필요합니다.
네.
I was saying last time we watched
실시간으로 성장해야죠.
the
그런
Cypher.
모습들을 보여줘야
I remember people talking
또
shit about
그랜드
Oldless.
파이널로 향할 수 있는 건데
Like in the
지금
early
지금
days.
움직임이 없어요.
네.
GNL이 올라가서 저 위치까지 들어가는데도 무혈 입성이 가능했었고 또 안쪽에 있는 그 골 쪽에서의 싸움에서도 아무런
Come on,
영향력이
Danoa
미치지
circle.
않았거든요. 만약에 자기장이 위쪽으로 확 튄다?
Yes, kind of.
GNL을 공략하면서
I think they have a little bit of ground there.
도전을 해야죠.
네.
다나와도 있습니다.
다나와의 지금 위치 자체는 인서클과 거리가 멀지 않기 때문에 다른 팀들이 어떤 이벤트가 일어날 때 그쪽
I don't know actually. I think KPI have vision on them.
같아요. 아무래도 KPI가 GNL 쪽으로 다가설 때 킬로가 나올 때 그쪽을
I think they got nowhere to go.
쓸어버리는 그런 루트가 필요하고요.
네.
기블리가 있는 쪽으로 들이받게 되면은 물론 치킨 확률은 올라갈 수 있겠지만 대패할 수 있는 가능성도 열려 있습니다.
맞습니다. 특히나 다나와의 스포츠
Playing other games, being late for
여유가
scrims.
있는
Oh,
상황이
they
아니기 때문에
whoa, shit! What are they doing?
오!
근데 먼저
오히려?
칼을 빼냅니다.
들어갑니까?
왜?
그러면 인서클 가까이 있었던
미로?
이점은 사라지고
아!
자
지연의
본인들이
쪽으로,
칼을
지연의
뽑겠다는
I
건데요.
don't know about this one.
그냥 과감하게. 그런데
자, 버텨야죠.
자 KPI도 나왔거든요.
그렇죠.
패치
자, 이제
노트
나왔어요.
됐어요.
Nah.
자, 시야는 3명 선수 유지가 되고 있습니다. 다나와 끝났고.
Did it.
그렇다면 GNL
That was not it.
외곽 쪽에서 KPI 그리고
예.
이 두 팀 싸움과 동쪽에서
좋아요.
멀티서클 게이밍 다시 한번 수비를 해야 되는 상황인데
와,
이거
이거
보세요.
오스 지릅니다.
멀티서클 게이밍은 굉장히 수비가 견고한
네.
팀이거든요.
단단하죠.
자 오스가
That was not
그리고 GNL과 그리고 다나와에 입성한 그 킬로
They had to do something, to be fair.
멀티서클 게이밍은 이제 방패로 후드에 쳐야
I think I'd rather even breach the compound than do that, personally.
만만치 않아요.
There's 100% people there though. They could have been nowhere near. That's the thing.
너무 예리합니다.
네.
그렇죠. 딱 필요할
These
때
OSCA
와요,
teams.
선수는.
No, no, this is global.
블리 스포츠 나오는 타이밍 진짜
Look,
너무
we got.
좋네요.
Oh,
네,
it's gone.
나와주면서
My list is
계속
gone. We got
죽여주고, 그리고
Korea,
웨스트
America,
햄
Australia,
그리고
Europe,
네, 외곽 쪽에서의 오스도
South America,
세게 칠수 있거든요.
China, Korea, America, Europe, Korea,
이것도
Thailand,
그리고
America,
오스가 멀티서클
Europe,
게이밍 지금
Russia,
일방적으로
and
타격하고
Ukraine.
있습니다.
네, 지금 정리되고 있어요.
China,
아시아의
Europe,
그 강력했던
and Korea.
방패가
네.
다 뜯기고 있어요.
네.
자,
자, 여기서
그래도
이블리.
끝까지
빼고
방패에게 하자마자 스네이커즈 쓰러졌고요.
그래도
네.
일단 살릴 수
네.
있죠.
최후의 조화.
네.
그렇죠.
근데 이블리가 아웃서클에 지금 또 오기죠.
I like how Ghibli are controlling here.
이블리는 다르죠.
So-
네.
Ghibli are the team who hold the middle,
그렇소. 내가 아시아의 최강.
and they could just all be sitting in here doing nothing, right?
받아치는데
But they're flexing around and controlling the map and picking up free kills.
킥스타트.
미국의 매운맛 봐라.
Just Fury.
제대로
But there's an Australian on TSM
기블리도 여기
and an Australian on Sonics,
해보려고,
but Sonics are not playing today.
노리고 있습니다.
자, 티본 선수가 아까 전에 스며들어온 것도 기블리가 포착한 것 같거든요.
네.
차량이 움직이는 것까지 체크를 해주면서 계속 그쪽을 주시하고 있고
서버 선수 혼자 남았어요.
네, 웹상으로도 지금 스피어가
네,
팀원을
끝났습니다.
정리하기 위해서 팀원들을 불러들인 것 같죠.
네, 랄로가 정리했어요.
네,
와와와. 아니 선물까지?
자, 그래서 저는 티본 선수 정리하고
네.
엔스와
Both playing well again and then they die?
타이밍이 이제
They
don't die.
나오거든요. 도로 건너가서 수류탄을 던지는 그 타이밍까지도
Kills matter,
생각하고
yeah.
있어야 됩니다. 지금까지 기블리의 그 판단력은 완벽에 가까웠거든요.
This is the old reset, rule set.
그래서 팀원이 지금 심리전 공모예요. 연막
Oh no, T-Bone didn't hit a shot.
같이 무리하지 말고.
네, 하나 있는 거 던지고 두 개
네.
있는 거 아껴뒀던 거. 자,
좋아요.
던지면서요.
Yeah, this is the classic rule set that you know.
네, 무리 안 하고 정확하게 들어갑니까?
같이 정리.
Modern super rule set.
발전소를 줄인 다음에
와,
정리.
깔끔.
Ghibli having the time of their lives.
네. 정말 날카로웠습니다.
이전 매치부터 지금 판단 자체 하나하나가
Both and Ghibli
승적이
is having two
딱
back to
맞아
back.
떨어지고 있거든요.
그렇죠.
킥스타트 지금 태클 걸렸거든요.
자, 이제부터
지금
조심해야
바로
되는
누웠어요?
건 이쪽에서의 교전들은 계속 일어나고 있는 상황에 KPI가 한 번 더 회전을 통해서 기블리 스포츠에 집중으로 붙일 수도 있거든요.
네.
근데 그걸 생각하고 기블리 스포츠는 인원을 잘 분배해 놔야 될 것 같습니다. 위쪽 북쪽 싸움에서의 우리가 주도권을
Using the most chicken rule
어떻게든
set because
쥐고
garbage.
가면서 베이스 캠프 쪽으로 붙일 수 있는 그것도
And because
괜찮은
that
것
was
같아요.
to try and get into the Asia Games.
그렇습니다. 엔스가 도로 경사를 먹고 있기 때문에
And then they didn't get into the Asia Games.
TSM을 쳐내려가는 그
So they went back to normal.
샷을 듣고 포지션 바꾸고 있죠.
네.
자, 기블리 좋습니다.
토
하도
나눠놓고 있거든요. 하나 엔센스 잡으러
자,
여기서
람보의 카고팔.
쫓아내야 돼요. 쫓아내야
It
돼요.
also sucks.
이 동산의 주도권을 잡기 위해서 어쨌든 계속해서 도로면에 붙는 그 플레이 자체를 무산시켜야 합니다.
자 해본 선수 토시 선수 둘 남았거든요.
엔스 입장에서도 중앙으로 좀 더 들어오는 판단을 했기 때문에 외곽에 있는 TSM을 잡아내고 우리가 좀 더 견고하게 버티는 위치를 만들려고 할 거거든요.
네. 적들이 붙고 있는 상황에서 지금 엔스,
자,
TSM.
에더 선수가 집단지에서 봐주고 있을 때
Dude, I love how Ghibli are playing.
들어오자.
기블리 스포츠 치고 나가는 타이밍이 너무 좋아.
More kills for Ghibli.
무너진 상황이고.
두팀 전면입니다.
Damn.
정리.
예, 컴퓨터예요, 컴퓨터. 지금
Hello, Pog.
계산이
Am I winning?
맞아 떨어지고 있고
Ah, yeah,
다른 팀들은
sure.
기블리의 그 손바닥 안에서 놀아나고 있습니다.
This is the start of the weekly finals.
TSM의 판단이 이 교전 소리가
Asia Games, like it's the Asian Olympics basically.
백스텝을 하면서 다시 한번
Video games are making their debut there or something. So PUBG really wanted to get in for the marketing.
완급 조절도 완벽하게
But-
이루어지고 있어서
so they do most chicken rule set because if you know literally nothing about PUBG,
뒤쪽에서 견제를 또 할 테니까요.
all you know that is that winning a game is good, right? That was the idea, but it's trash.
이쪽에서 한 번 더 턴을 넘기고
Make it easier for casuals to
다음
understand.
판단하자. 이게 오스의 계산이거든요.
Is it really that hard to understand kills and wins though? I don't know.
지금 딱 이 라인 쪽에서 더 이상 욕심을 내지 않고 있습니다.
I don't think so.
까지만 좀 지키고 있고 에더 선수가 자 건물 단지 안에서 지금 살펴보고 있는 상황이에요.
약간 몰이 사냥하는 그런 기분이거든요.
네.
어쨌든
Dude,
이쪽에 품안을
Ghibli, just leave the compound.
띄워주고
Do you know how many?
TSM
I mean, they might run back now.
그런
Do you know how many
압박
teams would just sit
플레이를
here?
하고 램바 이 기동대가 해주고 있는 것이고.
들어오는 길목 막았어요 지금요.
자, 인서클 공간만 막아주게 된다면 오스가 너희가 갈
네.
길은 TSM 쪽이지 계속 경고 메시지 날려야 됩니다.
그렇죠.
너희 이쪽 못 돌아온다.
네.
경고 메시지 옐로 카드 계속 뿌려야 돼요.
자 위로 가게 좀 만들 수 있는 상황까지.
그렇죠. 기블리 스포츠 빠지는 거 보세요.
Dota and LoL are hard to grasp
완벽하게
at
계산이
first.
지금 끝난 거거든요.
네.
어차피 우리가 이제 지키는
Yeah, I don't know if
플레이가
either of them are in the
지금
Asian
바라보고 있는
Games.
상황. 어차피
Maybe
TSM과
low.
오스는 어느 쪽으로 향하든 지금 한쪽을 뚫어야 되는
So the funny thing is PUBG Mobile got in.
네,
자 쪽.
기블리가 빼는 타이밍이 완벽했습니다.
오!
어쨌든 매복에 가까운 포지션이니까 오스가 그걸 다 탑재하면서 뚫기가 불가능하니까
네.
오케이 이거 빼도 돼. TSM과 싸움
Good
무조건
night.
한다는
자
거예요.
서로 좀 피가 나고 있는 상황이거든요. 와와.
좋습니다. 이지 들고 있어요.
피가 철철 흘러요. 네.
기블 입장에서 땡큐.
Both are huge in the Asian market.
체력이
자, 거기
Yeah, but I don't know if they're in the
램바가
Asia Games. The Asia Games is I don't know. I don't know who got into the Asia
아예
Games.
그냥 싹 쓸자.
그렇습니다. 엔스도 3명밖에 남지
Whether or not they're big.
이 구도를 완벽하게 이해한 기블리가
PUBG's huge too.
연속치킨
Well, it was.
그렇죠. 여기
지금은
기절.
판이 깔렸어요. 판이 깔렸고
That's a six spray.
남아있는
Dude,
이런
Ghibli.
데서 살릴 수 있기 때문에
I just sitting on this hill killing people.
살려야 됩니다.
자 람보 쓰러졌어요.
자,
이거
에더
람부.
선수가 그래도 담벼락에서 봐주고 있어서 람부 선수를 연막타 뿌리고 업어서 살릴 수만 있다면 전력 유지 될 것 같아요.
펜타 하나 남았거든요.
자, 그래서 램바가 버티는 플레이도 지금 좀 필요합니다. 이 턴을 넘길
Hey, now.
램바!
That's the zone.
정리된 상황. 킬로는 이어지지 않았습니다만
네.
그 정리가 됐습니다.
4v4?
자체가 찍는 위치라서
4v3.
에더 선수가 아직까지도
네.
담벼락에 남아줘서 엔스가
그렇죠.
습격을 못해요.
높은
움직일 수가
위치에서
없어요.
찍어 누를 수 있어요.
네. 지금
기블리.
엔스가 원하는 건 8번째 자기장이 우리 쪽으로 확 기우는 상황.
네.
그래서 우리가 버티고 마지막에 점자기장 싸움에서
What will Ada do here?
이거밖에 지금 할수
Does Squeaky think the compound's empty?
이것도 바퀴 깨면서
완전체.
야,
기블리 진짜 강력합니다.
각자체가 많지만 지금 이 타이밍에 한 번 더
네.
들어가는 이 상황에서는
Ghibli have to get back down though.
네, 도로 경사를 아직까지도
Ada's flexing. Ada's flexing over.
에더 선수의 이 습격.
Do they know?
기블리의 어떤 답답한
옆구리.
경로를 뚫어주는 플레이가 될 것
자
같아요.
던지러.
예, 이쪽까지 나온 것 자체만으로도
네.
부담스러워요.
They
자
know.
던져주고 위로. 오, 좀 짧아요.
I think Ada should back. Yeah.
에더의 존재를 알긴 했는데 결국에는
네.
본인들이 지금 움직일 수가 없어요.
그렇죠. 묶였어요.
I think one more Ghibli player should run back to compound. In fact,
네.
or now they should all go back to
에더
compound.
쪽.
자, 어쨌든
자, 도로.
도로 경사 쪽에서 뿌려지는 수류탄을 이용해
Oh, one over there is good for angle though.
연막탄을 이용해서
네.
That's an end circle.
라인 싸움.
그렇죠.
기블리가
But the road has a really nice ridge on it.
자기장은 도로를 좀 건너가야 되는 상황이거든요.
다시
램바
한번-
그쪽으로 갑니다.
Damn, he's just smoke. He's using so many smokes already.
다시 한번 드높일 수 있을
Interesting.
만한 구도가 만들어졌습니다.
전투의 신.
네.
싸움에서
That's so much smoke usage early.
하지만 저처럼 전투명가가 아니라 전투의 신이 될 수 있는 그 상황을 만들어 줘야 돼요.
What are they doing? What the fuck?
천천히
자, 연막에 람부가.
아, 이거 좀 급했는데요.
그렇죠. 제 연막 때문에.
많이 급했는데요.
자, 이렇게 둘이 쓰러져. 애도 혼자 남았어요.
What?
이거 마지막 한 명이
Have I just watched?
알고 있으니까
네.
그쪽부터 카웨에 나가려고 했었던 건데.
엔스.
What?
여기서 들어가는 거 그
Why would you do that?
수비가 좀
He doesn't believe it either.
그 교육은 치킨으로 바로 이어졌습니다.
이게 기블리가 마지막에 심리전 구도가 이랬던 것 같아요. 한 명이 나무 뒤쪽에 숨어 있었던 걸 알고 있었기 때문에 대략적인 위치가 체크가 됐고 그쪽을 라이딩샷으로 쓸어가면서 한쪽을 무너뜨리게 된다면 순식간에 4대2 구도가 되니까
That was a huge throw.
수 있다는
Hey,
그런
Prosper.
판단 안에 결단을 이런데 엔스의 수비비 어떻게 당하네요.
There was no reason to panic.
두 명을 잡아냈어요.
Warthog2 gifted Membranes 1 a subscription. Warthog2 gifted a tier 1 sub to Membranes 1. They have given 80 gift subs in the channel.
What up? Thank you for gifting a sub to Membranes. There you go. Welcome back, Membranes. For your 10 months. That was so bad. Wait, we should go to English cast. Sorry. I'm literally stun locked.
Well, we witnessed an Ents win.
They have the road ridge and a car to make a fort.
As they come out on top,
And they have 4v3.
4-kill win, and I'm gonna be honest, Martin and Fraz, I thought Ghibli had this. They played well. They were doing.
And they played so
they were
well.
incredibly smart
They
with
played
it,
so
but
well
they
the
both
entire
beat them,
game.
And then they started the cars.
I don't know, but that's what I mean. There's no good reason now.
PUBG Nations Cup 2019 feels here, you know.
There's no good reason.
West of Impala, where you drive into the blue for the drive.
They have advantage.
It was on.
They know it's 4v3 as well. They can see the player count.
Comes with the confidence after winning a game. You know, it's often we see a team win a game and then next round they kind of go out in 16th. This is the kind of feel, but they did it in the end instead. No, I don't know. This was not the play. They were in a 4 versus 3. They had the upper hand.
What the fuck?
And they had 2 Ents players outside the zone that they could kind of poke at and force out. They had a decent amount of utility as well. So I don't know the drive-by.
I don't get it.
The one player that was
Wait, why does that not work on this screen?
Might have sounded like a good idea, but you kind of sometimes have to resonate and say, all right, guys, this is not a good idea. Let's just play the 4 versus 3 and try to get a better position. But the center circle, the dot was inside and outside the road on the side of Ents, but yeah, this is not how you execute a 4 versus 3 in this opinion. But I'm super happy for this guys. Obviously, they played this extremely well. But the circle, oh my god, that shift.
Just explain what happened that game.
Rotated from school all the way
Ghibli played
Shelter,
some incredible PUBG until the 4v3, where they literally threw.
It was actually pretty interesting. Player.
If someone did that in an OC lobby, you would say they were trolling.
If you ask me. But 360 damage, not a lot of kills.
What the
but honestly,
fuck?
I think it was the way that Ents used placement. They didn't overpush to the middle of the circle.
I mean, it would have been Chad as fuck if it worked.
That Fraz maybe have been part of it.
But
I don't
it's
know
not real. I don't know.
track
If they'd knocked
of
one
where
already or
Ents
something,
players were.
maybe.
Thought they were
I don't know,
sending
bro.
cars in on a pack of players and not one guy while he had support from the edge. I just can't figure it out. But I know Ents played a very tough Valley.
How many games? 3 more games tonight. Wait,
Yes,
does
they
it work
played
now?
really
Here, I'm gonna
well,
do this
and
one for
of
you,
course,
Woodhawk.
This is kind of the Ents playstyle, right? They played super passive, and when they need to strike towards the end, that's when they do it. They know when the timing is there, and that's what we saw them do against TSM, and then they took, of course, the last fight there against Ghibli. But
I
what
don't
we
know,
saw
man.
from
That was so
Ghibli,
weird.
I wouldn't say like it's not like totally incorrect what they did. What they actually did was they had 2 guys setting themselves up for the drive-by on Squeaky. Meanwhile,
I've seen that somewhere
Remba
else.
was
Yeah,
holding
Scylla, I
out
stole it.
Tiksu
I mean,
and
he gave it
Ghibli
to me.
outside the next circle. He was peppering them down, making sure that they couldn't really shoot the guys who was doing a drive-by on Squeaky. But
Hydrate.
Squeaky, standing tall, making sure he gets the initial knock on Spear, doesn't get knocked by Lambu, the second one who tries to do a drive-by on him. That is insane, and that is so huge, and that's the key moment to how they actually won that fight itself. Because if Squeaky got knocked there, Ghibli would have control over the whole circle, and the rest the Tixu and Diggory, the last 2 plays of Ends, they would have been outside the next circle. So it kind of makes sense in a way. And on top of that, it was the last fight. They already had a lot of kills. They already secured themselves a lot of placement points. So he already knows that no matter what
Sonics didn't win their game.
No,
they didn't.
This is a winning scenario for us.
A replay would be nice to go with the commentary.
That's a fair point, and though you get more if you win. 30 points total.
Fury getting smashed? No, they're not. They had a bad game here. They got 11 points still.
I think in an unexpected 4th.
One bad game. Ghibli should be on
15 points. This is pretty good to have this average already.
Ghibli should already be on 38 points, right? I can't believe they just did that.
With only 10 games, with this kind of head start for Oath and Ghibli, it's looking very good for them. The confidence they can build from these 2 games just alone here, if they can continue that today, it's going to be quite insane. But I'm kind of excited.
Dude, if Sonics are qualified, do you think they'll be hot dropping Pachinki right now?
Yeah, let's juxtapose the top with the bottom just a little bit, though. We talked Ghibli's up there dominating on top. Ents is looking great. Oath in top form, as Poro puts it. He's seen this Ents before, or this Oath before. The bottom is a little shocking to me. Gen G is very, very low. And then, of course, we're probably going to, we don't even see the highlights because it happens so fast. 17.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, PGC's been good, actually. Yeah, I've really enjoyed doing the watch party.
For a lot of teams, but also, like,
makes me want to play.
We only had 2 games this last one. It was so much ping-ponging with the circles, with the hardships going north, going south.
Korean commentary saves it, though.
Basically clueless.
Stream quality sucks.
A lot of them died in the rotations because of that. Then you had a team like Ghibli who was basically sitting in the middle.
Delays sometimes are too long.
That compound, they had to split though. By circle 2-3, they decided, hey, this is the one we want to play from. And they basically didn't need to move.
Channel points bet for who wins the next VP Denoa drop.
And utilize the fact that all the other teams need to rotate around. And that's what we want to see, right?
Wait, unless the game's starting right now.
If you have it, but
I'll do it.
We still have so many games to go, so it doesn't
matter
prediction if you're still in a bomb right now.
I cannot get over Ents dunking on Ghibli. Like
what game? What
they went so aggressive.
VP versus Danoa.
Congratulations. But how hard they tried.
Okay, if they don't hot drop, the bet is cancelled. Refunds, full refunds.
4 wheels, Martin. Let's go back to how they played up to
guys, don't do this unless you want to lose your points. This is very RNG.
The hills to sort of guard flanks.
All right, you've been warned.
ESM and Oath, and then went back. Like, I could find no errors in their game up to that point.
For context, VP and Danoa are hot dropping on our angle. If one of them does not go there, we are cancelling it. All right, it's only if they're dropping apartments together.
They took a good amount of control and kind of.
Winner is just. Mods can't bet. I thought they could now. Have you tried? No, I think Australians can't bet actually. Any Australians? Can you bet?
They poked the teams in the direction to.
Also, there's a button missing on my shirt. Please ignore it.
And it evolved completely as Ghibli wanted.
What about who lives longer?
And yeah,
this one's maybe, but not this time. This one is specifically VP and Danoa on the hot drop. Right. Wow, you guys are betting hard. Short break. Timer. Yeah, mods can bet now, unless, but they can't resolve. We got the timer up for the short break. Will it be short? We should have done a bet. Yeah, on the break. What's this? Top 5 place? What is that it?
so that means that Hero Magplayer might be able to fight it out quickly by themselves before KPI can third party. Big stage for Phil, but
Oh, is this a highlight just for a nade? I mean, it's a good nade, but
maybe get away from this spot. Never mind, no chance at all.
who picked these?
Going on right now. Also, a lot of people have vision of what's happening with them.
What? Isn't this just a 2 double kill?
That direction towards KPI. FaZe continuing to move forward. Just about out another member of Mad, and it's just, there's just nothing to be done. I mean, FaZe fan just keeps finding different angles. Gustav's going to go ahead and finish off the other side along the side of AC. Gino's trying to walk up back.
Oh, does he kill them too? I didn't know this. Oh, okay. No, that was sick. I missed that somehow.
And 2 squads died.
That's not bad. Quite a kill. You don't often get 4 kills that quickly. Wait, what does he do? 1, 2. What? Did I miss something?
Not wasting any time capitalizing off of these knocks as they are doing exactly
Oh no, this one's sick.
smoke clouds are down. Suju's going to try to work around the edges. He's watching, waiting for them to peek. There's 1, there's 2. Suju doing some big damage.
Doesn't he kill the last one too?
What up, Suju?
Oh. I mean... I saw better players than those.
I'm Rello. I'm the IGL Team Oath. This is Snakers. This is Balefront. This is Kickstart, and this is our coach Trevor.
I think if we play to like our standards, like we did in North America this year, I think
Last one runs off and dies to a diff team.
Top 5 easily.
The best player on the team is Rello, because he's the smartest.
No, I don't agree. I think I'm actually pretty stupid. I would say Kickstart or Snakers are the best players on the team.
I changed my answer. I'm the smartest one on the team because
Hey, how
I
is it?
taught them everything they know.
Wait, I have no time to translate.
So Trevor said we know everything that's in his head, but there's like nothing in there. So honestly, that doesn't mean much.
Global value of the games industry is almost 3 times the global value of the movie industry. It's not surprising.
You guys support us. And yeah,
Aren't movies downtrending?
everything.
This tournament is literally everything we've worked for all year, and
Microtransactions, dude. You can't get a microtransaction in a movie.
it's very important. Take the oath.
Yet. In the future, you better pay to kill someone. In the movie, I mean. Dude, mobile games are fucked. Mobile games are ridiculous.
Adam, great sub. This is Luke, the Australian powerhouse. Penta, the all-around god.
Well, I think our goal is to obviously win the tournament. I think we're feeling pretty good about it. I think we're overall feeling pretty good about our chances.
Popcorn's a microtransaction.
We ain't really looking out for anyone,
True.
but we do know where someone's going to be, and it's always going to be Pio on the flank. So, Pio, just watch out. You're dead on the flank.
Pio is the Korean honey badger, and his ego is too big and needs to be deflated.
They skewered a chicken
What?
nugget on my door handle at PGIS.
Was it you guys? No comment. In front of their doors and like hang chickens in their door hands.
Sonics are watching this. Be careful and watch your door handles, because there's going to be some chicken and some water bottles. I just want to thank PUBG and Banana Culture and everybody involved. It's a great opportunity to be here in Korea and compete.
I don't want to thank Banana Culture. I want to do the opposite.
3, 2, 1.
TSM, TSM, TSM.
What a trash company. I'm just going to turn my aircon off and open my window. We're at 5 minutes.
And we are back. 3 talking heads, 2 games in the books, 2 champions, and a couple of close calls. We've got 3 more games to go. One last one on the island that we know and love. And we saw some cheeky shenanigans, as my good friend Sims might say, on that last one with a strange camp, Martin. I believe it was... who was it? It was
SSG?
SSG. Yes, Buriram SSG. What was that all about?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure, but I like it. You know, you have a team that you kind of want to deny. I'm not sure if it's a fully, like, it was just for the points, or if it's because they want to deny and have some more grounds here. But I'm interested to see how it develops. And
Who
how
is
it
what?
plays out.
Banana?
I would
Banana
love to
Culture
see,
is the people who
next
do
to
all the
fight there.
organizational
That
stuff
would
for
be fantastic.
PUBG
Not just
behind the
because I'm actually
scenes.
in my team, but also because you love to see
Player handling.
gatekeeps and those things evolve early.
Travel,
yeah, I would love to see that.
organization.
We also saw a camp from
Logistics.
Gen G on the bridge earlier as well. Are you expecting to see a lot more of these traps? It seems like we've already
Let's
seen
do it. Yeah, it's
games.
Well,
global.
We see a lot of teams
Global.
trying to read the other teams and trying to do these count traps to make sure that they capture a few good points in the start, but also scaring those teams off for the later games where they need to think more about the rotations. They need to stop more and scout all around, and that's going to leave them more vulnerable, leaving you.
I
as
had
a team to
insane
set
back
the
and
first
forth with
trap up,
Banana
more
Culture
time to
over
rotate
travel
in
stuff.
before them.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, we might see a little bit more of that, but I
Pain.
think we got to address the big elephant in the room here, right? That's gonna be the hot drop. Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see VP hot dropping with MCG?
I
on
wanted-
Hogwarts? We're seeing VP hot dropping with Danawa so far every game here in the apps on Erangel.
I wanted
But
to
now
fly
moving all over to Miramar. It's another team that they're dropping against
Out of
on another
Sydney.
spot. And this is why it's kind of vulnerable for them, because they need to win these right now.
And come
They need
back
to make sure that they can
to
actually
Sydney
win
to
this
Perth.
out and start playing the game. In the last game, of course.
Can I
we
explain
saw
this
VP
quickly?
and Danawa doing a very quick one.
I wanted to depart for PGC. I wanted to fly. You have to go Perth to Sydney, Sydney to America, right? Right. That's how it happens. But I wanted to depart from just Sydney because I was already in Sydney for an event. It was a crossover. But I wasn't. They were saying that I wasn't allowed to leave Sydney and then come back to Perth, even though you have to go to Sydney first as a connection. Like, it wasn't allowed for me to have a different departure city as the one that I come back to. And it took like 10 emails to work this out. Oh my god. That's not the only issue though. So many issues with them.
It's a good play if you don't want to go to the east anymore.
If you really like loading Primorsk, I suppose it's alright.
Save the money? It technically was, yeah. But I already had a flight to Sydney because I was going to the Red Bull event. Or was it Melbourne? I don't know.
It's pretty bad.
No, it was Sydney. I think.
Over Gatka to the west. That is. This is. I mean,
Oh, that break was fine.
Hot drop apartments this time around because it's too far away.
No delays today? Oh.
Yeah, VP might actually get out of this one alive here. Is another thing though, a military base very congested right now. Oath, SSG, TS, actually pretty North American heavy down there. As it looks like the
Wait.
Oath boys might be getting right on top. Well,
Wait, does this count? They couldn't reach apartments.
Even if they have to run
Does this
over
count,
to
guys?
apartment buildings, they will
I
not
didn't
come
specify
in.
where.
Even if they have to walk there, they will still find a way to fight.
They couldn't reach apartment.
Meantime, down towards the south, SSG. Don't think they're really opting to take fights here. Just want
It counts? Are they actually landing and fighting?
Make their way back, and honestly, it's a little more.
Show
both
VP.
interfering with SSG's area. In the meantime, Circle does.
Yes. All right, this counts. It counts.
Winners of the
This counts.
previous
100%
game,
counts.
Far up towards the north, landing as we speak. And now, I mean, if you can't hot drop one compound, just hot drop the other.
well, the
Oh,
lasted way longer.
why
than
would
this
you
game
switch
than the last
camera
one,
then?
As we see, they will hot drop around package already. Guns in hands for Spiro, but unfortunately for him, he was not able to. get before
What's gonna
someone
happen?
Was able to get into the building, get weapons of their own. So
One down from each team.
going, but Salute gonna go down. Rex will trade it out as Perfectix goes down.
No vests, no helmets, trying to see if they can stay alive here.
Perfectix is flushed.
On out, so one down.
Uh-oh.
For VP as everyone's kind of split.
Oh,
his bag. If
for the carry.
Batulan reads this, there might be a play for him to make.
Batulan's is fucked.
Yeah, no vest, no helmet.
Oh no, I think.
Even if he
Oh!
just with a Vector, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, why is he not running?
Batulan
He didn't
wants to
go.
get to it. Now the shot
Oh.
side jumps on over, but Rex is there, ready to respond and.
VP gamblers in shambles.
You want to fight each other for a spot.
Unless.
Now you're just fighting for a different one.
Was a huge coming from Leklo. We'll see if
Danawa
can
win.
Finish it off. They indeed do, and that is once again Virtus Pro going out first and early. But you gotta say, Leklo was holding that
Danawa with
Batulin's, from the top, but he fed that information over. So as soon as Batulin started pushing, they were ready to counter it, and it was beautifully done. Beautiful teamwork coming out from Danawa.
Not often you're getting gate kept at a 50 meters with a vector, but
there we go.
You've got no Kevlar vest to play around. That's kind of becoming the factor. And yep, once again, VP gets smacked by Danawa. We'll see for how long they will endure the beatings.
Who lost big? Oh no, Hellraiser.
Another 1600 DPI player. Love to see it. Yeah. Risk players unite.
Well, it doesn't have to be if he's
Ducky's the big winner.
Far enough down, but 30, I'd say, is pretty.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty high up there. Good with those two combined. In the meantime, MCG
lost 50k. Surely you have like.
Fucking me. We'll see if Martin will lose some points. On his
surely you have a lot.
Teams in, and yes, there you go, Martin, -3.
How many points did you win, Ducky?
You just gotta rub it in, don't you?
I mean, I just got -6 points, so I can give it to him, can't I?
That's true. That's true. How many times have you gone out before 10 minutes? How many guys?
110k.
Yeah, jeez. At least there's no extra minus on that. Imagine if it was every minute. Yep. Fortunately, not quite the case. Ghibli, in the meantime, they're laughing. I mean, they're watching all this in the kill feed and go, remember you were the ones doing that?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, hey, silver lining if you're a VP fan, at least you're done with Erangel after this, and we'll see what happens. I mean, there's.
Is there a cap on the number? You can only redeem one at a time. This is my only pair of glasses.
Multi-circle will be, could be, will be. I mean, I got my fingers crossed that maybe VP getting their butts kicked 3 times in a row. Well, 2 times in a row, I guess.
Do you think VP go again?
Maybe they'll pull the alternate for Miramar, but. You know, you never can tell.
I honestly don't think they're this one. For Virtus Pro, we talk about teams.
I'm sorry, I don't have multiple glasses. Do I actually have any? I don't think I do.
Whichever situation they're kind of.
What are Oath doing?
He is as good as they are at adapting. Like once they get going.
What?
In the early game, if there are curveballs thrown their way, that can completely throw them off.
Oath!
Really
wrong way.
Make them look like a team that.
I guess they're scared of this, right?
To know what's going on around them, and it's so odd to me because as soon as I said before, as soon as they get that phase kind of done with, or the looting phase done with, they're one of the best teams on the planet. But early on, they can look as confused as Ghibli did when they lost that last game.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, we've seen it happen.
Give it extra cars
teams already when you lose the hot drop.
They have 3.
Hot drop, but just get dominated.
I think they're just taking their time.
You can absolutely.
Maybe they want more loot. Were they even looted?
I mean,
maybe they didn't finish looting.
Sonic's in this lobby right now. You know, hopefully they'll get things squared away. Hopefully VP doesn't suffer as bad as Sonic's ended up doing, as they still got plenty of games left to play. They still got plenty of time to get back into this. I mean. Even all said and done, they're not in last place. That would be true. Gen G with 0 points.
There's a paper thin twisting and turning, trying to get out of bed off his jet lag right now. Just going, oh, Gen G, why are you doing this to me? Fortunately, they aren't on Everest right now, paper. So you got that going. That's usually where they find a way to get themselves eliminated in the early game. So we'll see.
I'm analyzing.
They haven't opted to take the mounts in control if they can stay alive for longer. Con trying to be scary with an M16 in hand, has to back off now, realizing there's
the great battle of Everest.
Here, M4 from Lambu, shots fired, but nothing connected.
Yeah, Ghibli kind of surprisingly pushing up here as 4. Usually they send one guy up here, they leave 3 down in ice creams. This time it looks like they want the fight right off the bat. Maybe they're just trying to shake off the dust from that second.
Still can't believe what Ghibli did
last game, or maybe they're just feeling dangerous today. I mean,
it could go north.
Bag already should have 2, but you know, maybe they can take this fight. Now I will say that the spot that GNL is in, the western side of the mountain, a lot easier to fight from. Unless you're getting shot at by 17.
I was gonna say.
Only loadout I ever see is M4 barrel and mini SLR. Is that pretty much only guns used? They are the main guns used. I wouldn't say only. The M4 is used because it's the most consistent gun that everyone knows how to use. The easiest spray pattern, that's what you want in competitive. And then the barrel is the alternative that is really high DPS. The AK shoots too slow. People normally have AKs. If they didn't find the other guns.
They don't know that it's 17 gaming, but when you're on the side where a team
the SCAR is too slow as well. The SCAR is easy to use, but it shoots too slow. So generally only have them if you didn't find anything else. I just saw a man with an M16. That's not good.
or back off.
It's his DMR though. That's
Yeah,
why.
you also got to wonder how many tires they're losing.
And yeah, the mini
on
SLR.
those
You see an SKS sometimes.
They've still got plenty of options. They still got plenty of places to move. They do have to be a little bit careful.
But yeah, it's
about
like
their
it's just
western
best in slot.
flank is, you know, you
And
do
the
tend to
loot
see
in
teams
loot in competitive is really high,
up that western
so
side
you're
of the
most
mountain.
likely gonna find
Right there,
one of
but
those 4
Burger, I'm
guns,
holding down
if
a
not
compound
2.
as a 4-man is going to make that a little bit difficult for anybody who tries to come in.
There are a few players who use bolties.
Fury, leaving up military.
You just can't.
Island. Last team to leave military island, I believe. As
There are
they
too many
just now
situations where semi-automatic fire is just gonna always be better than single shot. That is true. There are lots of shotguns being used in close quarters now. Even late game, sometimes they get picked up if it's a city finish. Because pump action shotgun is massively buffed.
Previously in a 4-way split.
It's one of the easiest, like, easiest knocks in the game, if not the easiest. Close range.
With the
Oh,
limited
the scouting.
real estate that we have on the southern side of the circle, would be interesting to see when new circle pops, depending on where it goes. Of course, how many teams are gonna opt to maintain that split through phase 2? Because I feel like early on in tournaments, teams try.
El Capitan has a SKS. Edge used to use the SKS a lot.
How do we explain? Just trying to tell other teams to be worried.
I hate the new SKS sound.
But then other teams also get aggressed more to try and tell teams.
Barrel is pretty big meta though. Like it used to be all M4s. It's nice that there is some multiple guns now. It used to be all M4. I love the AUG. AUG's a great weapon though.
Yep, just collecting some intel there.
The DPS on a barrel is just
Ghibli has moved
insane.
down back to their 2-2 split. Well, leaving 2 on the mountain, 2 down back in ice creams, and actually get there in the nick of time because it looked like KPI was sniffing around that area. Might want to go for that, but instead they pull back and get 4 deep in the compound as we check in with Pio, with Gen G. Taking a look around.
I wonder if there's a stat on double kills.
Summer right over the. Ooh, yeah, but Pio spotted him. Okay, so they're not going to get taken
Ooh,
advantage of.
that's a juicy one.
Pop, and it's going to go to the river.
This is a mess.
Wow.
This is gonna be a mess.
What little real estate we had.
I hope it
available
goes full
before is
north
now
too.
Pretty much all inside of Georgia Bowl. That is not optimal.
Like enter spot. I mean, if it went full north, they're literally in the #1 winning game spot.
All the teams
It's
on
kind
the
of good.
southern side now with rotations to make. Though TSM saying we don't want any sort of part in center circle fighting right now because it's just going to be way too hectic.
Think of the devs buffing the shotguns next patch. I think it's insane, and they have no idea what they're doing. So PUBG has a history of doing gun balance based on usage amount.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
if
shotguns
they,
are used
take
less
a
because
spot kind of
you don't
around
take a
that
shotgun into the
piece
mid
of
game.
that eastern bridge, the
So it's
southern
going to get
side of
used
that
less.
bridge. I don't think this is going to shift any farther
And
north.
the
but you
classic
never can
example
tell.
is,
Even if
oh, what a
does,
Liquid
you
doing.
can kind of hold on to that bridge for the time being, just in case anybody comes down. Liquid making a dangerous rotation right between.
Oh, they're
Fury and
descending it. I like
Ghibli.
this.
And yeah, as you said,
They're assuming that this is empty
gonna be coming
early
in.
on, and it
Man,
is.
This is one of those head scratching rotations that I see teams do sometimes, where they'll send 2 and they'll have 1 back, and then they'll have another 1 back, and it just feels like you'd be better off with just having everybody.
Sometimes
there.
you don't have time.
I think Clibs
Sometimes you don't have time to get all 4 together.
same path.
No, I mean, I saw EB and James drive up together, and Mexi was a little behind them with Clip next to him, and then Clip, I don't know if he yanked his vehicle into
Don't know why
something
Clib
or
is taking a
something
different
came over
path
through
though.
Fury as well. Now he's
He
driving
might
straight in
die.
through Fury. That is dangerous. And then you see him here going literally straight through
Yeah,
the team.
I don't know why he took a different path.
I'm not sure what happened, but him and Mexi were like initiating the rotation together. Then something happens that I can't tell you what happened.
That's
there,
weird.
but, James on his own. Oh, James, sorry, Clip on his own, taken out. Not what you want to see happening if you're Liquid fan.
Not indeed. And well, here's what we were waiting for: is GN
Sorry.
had that
Oh,
high
hang on.
ground. We were waiting to see if another team would come in and push from the western side. It's going to be Gen G, and Heaven is ready. He'll find an Onyx.
That was a good example of the barrel.
Pio will trade him out, but not before the damage is done. They are
And
down
Gen G are
to
dead again.
Pio, and that is Gen G eliminated just like that.
Wow.
Only 1 kill to show as well.
That was a good example of where the barrel is insane.
But GNL says no. 17 from below interfered a bit as well.
Like you just straight up better having a barrel than an M4.
GNL here, what? A hell of a
Sorry.
shutdown. They really fought. I mean, once they got the first peak,
I'm just gonna mute the
top,
casters.
only 1 opponent.
They nerfed the M16 once when it was not good because it was the most used AR in the game because it's the AR that spawns the most on the world. that everyone has to pick up because it's the first gun you find. This is before Luke got buffed. But they nerfed it because of the stats, like how many kills it got across global PUBG, which is not how you balance the game. It's just not how you balance the game.
On Miramar. I mean, I said it in the early game. There's something about that mountain in Gen G. Whether it's them trying to get up there, or them trying to get down from there, there tend to always be casualties on their side of things when they traverse.
Yeah, early day PUBG, the M16 was sick, but that's because early day PUBG, no one knew how to spray, or hadn't realized that spraying was good yet, because they also had like 30 FPS, and the M16 had insane velocity. It shot like a Mini 14.
That's almost the worst.
This is going to be a terrible phase 4.
Oh yeah, the devs don't play the game, or they're really bad.
I mean, Donna was laughing.
They're gonna be sitting tight at this point.
Danawa, yeah,
excited.
Wicked.
GNL is fantastic.
But this comes full Everest now.
Be very, very cautious again about teams pushing up from the west. I mean,
the M16 burst.
Down there, 17 is down there. You got to imagine one of those at least is going to.
The camera moves too much now.
Now our teams from the north are going to try to make a push down across SSG.
Crashing this never feels good, man.
Already, Raw takes some big damage, but he's not going to go down just yet.
Never feels good. You never want to be.
We'll actually find the knock on a Raw. Some are going to find the other.
That nade is insane!
Grenade waiting, and Keaton now the last one alive. Can he take out Summer? Can he keep in the game? Yes, he can. But the rest of MCG has arrived.
Oh, you got the.
No, Keaton!
As well. This is a complete slaughter in the ice cream shop, and only Evil is left remaining. And
oh my God!
Everyone else wanted a piece of the pie, and they get it. Keenan somehow survives, but at what cost? Welcome
Did he get the res?
To the garage sale. We got cars for days.
Oh my God. MCG.
Summer threw that nade towards
I tell you, as a player, the amount of times you throw a grenade like that and it never works is huge.
Again, the split time.
You gotta go for it.
Where you send one, you send two, you
send
send
Fury, what are they doing?
It feels like having everybody all
it's a
together
party on Everest, I
at the
think.
same time, or just doing a 2-2 would be better served, but
there are literally like 30 players in Everest, near Everest.
They will get the res, so SSG back up to 2 strong as we're down to KPI trying to make that push, but 17 already here. They're going to fight with Bury.
Are Fury doing this? Are Fury actually going to get up for free? Fury have literally driven up Everest in the middle of everyone and have not lost a player.
To hold the angle with his gun in hand probably would have been the better choice, and got me out not really in a position to get a proper help from behind. Now, of course, he did shoot before, and little Ghost shoot have pretty good.
That's crazy.
Of his whereabouts. Nate though over the top from Americano. That is
they are surrounded.
Doesn't unfortunately have any more to follow up. Those of a Molly. Don't think he can throw that one.
Ghibli are so confident, despite that terrible play last game. They split. So heavy.
Doesn't get the knock, however. Got me out. You can see still out in the blue. And he's gonna
look,
have to find
I'll show you guys.
Get in here because
Fury came up here and just drove up into the middle of Everest and got it. Ghibli only have 2 up here, split with the compound, which is starting to get questionable with this circle, I think. Though this will come full down here. We're getting a full Everest circle next circle, right?
In this game to get top 3. Oh no. Oh no. Should he just take? I mean, I'm actually a little surprised to see this many teams on Everest. I thought more were going to try and wrap around towards the west side, and I think they will all be surprised when these fights start happening that there are so many teams.
I can't believe it's
very limited in the opportunities, but it's not often that this mountain becomes that much of a roadblock. 6 teams.
Danawa chilling.
Southern side rather than trying to wrap around. I didn't see a single team make that left side bank at all. So not often.
For those who don't play PUBG, the 4th circle has to remove water from the circle. It has to have the least amount of water possible. So it's always going south.
Will spot out Tosi, and he'll get that knock, get the flush as well. So KPI on the board with a kill as they make their way up the mountain. Now Narada has snuck up. He'll find an instant knock. Soju will finish him off, but that's 17 again. 2 knocks. They do have time to get these reses, but Fury now wanting to get involved with KPI. This is a multi-tier.
Oh, Ronan died.
Emi will find the opening knock. Rembo will get the flush. Silzen will get taken down by Insight, but
Ghibli have all 4 up now.
As well.
What a nade from Emi right on.
I think Fury are dead. This is just a clusterfuck. This shit you're just surrounded.
The way to the top of the hill. Can
8 players around you.
Control over ramp those full corn, trying to hold off 17 as well, managing to find one down. Gets the flush out to Shu as well. Shoots at the second, unable to grab the knock, but Americano is there to help.
Oh, GNL down to 2.
It was still worth driving up. It's still worth doing what they did, though. It makes sense.
A little bit longer, but DraftKings starting to creep over. KPI, I know the chat was not liking the way that they were playing, hiding in the compound, calling them snakes, but you would be very misinformed if you did not think that these guys are some fraggers. DraftKings, Sills,
Where's
and
Calgary?
Capitan, these guys can kill.
Oh, he just wants to sit somewhere for points, I think.
Kings of the top of Everest.
It's not about how much you fight, it's about when you decide to fight. And KPI's timing on that one was perfect. They get up the hill,
Yeah.
to wipe out their
Ah.
first, and then they get to wipe out 2 teams on the west side, and that should pretty much be the indicator for them that they're
No, it makes sense. He probably would have got spotted up top and killed recently.
Focus on Rimba. They can wait and see the next circle, see where it goes. And now,
Soon,
have to
not
play
recently.
The north and the ruin side, saying, you know what? I think I've seen enough team eliminations up there that we can start interfering a bit as well.
Yeah, they see 33 alive in the kill feed. They know what's up, and you kind of see where all the violence is happening. As James will stop a little bit farther away, won't try to push too far, as they don't really have a good idea of exactly where Ghibli is. And they should
Can't believe Gen G have 1 point
shortly. Ghibli don't have to
in
worry
3
much
games.
about their back. They can just look off to the east and kind of keep TL at bay for the time being. Meanwhile,
Lambu
our
has
teams
not much
that were
ammo
off to
left.
the north and across the river, Ents, Oath, both managed to make it down into this circle with 4 up.
Lambu's gonna have an angle. If he commits to this and wraps all the way down under, there's no way James is awaiting this one. He's full focused up.
And screwed or not.
I don't think so. Now he's
Pause,
gonna
champ.
the tree as well. Lambu swaps on over. James spotted. Yep, perfect play from Lambu. Knew he had his friends on the backside covering. Now will get spotted on. Oh my lord, Lambu with the double.
Lambu's insane. Ghibli had just if they hadn't, I can't believe they threw that last game. But they're playing so well.
I thought the SKS
Until that
was
last
supposed to be a
moment last
garbage
game.
Gun, but in Lambu's hands, it looks godlike. As Ibby gonna try to survive a little bit longer, see if he can take one with him. He's
6
not
kills
gonna
again,
happen.
man.
Spear will clean him up, and Liquid goes down. Ghibli holds court on the east side of Everest.
SKS best DMR confirmed.
What are Ents doing?
You're talking to an SKS.
Do they have cars?
Bro. I've been advocating
Arguable
that gun
at best.
I have been advocating that gun since day one, and no one agrees with me. Other than Lambo. Lambo is there, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, I mean, hey,
SKS is really good if you have all the attachments. Is that a nade?
I would use it as well.
It's not a nade.
Oh, Capitan. Yeah.
That's the direct.
I don't even know if he. I don't even know if he cooked that.
Yeah, no, that's fireworks.
Just,
that is 4th of July. It ain't gonna hit that ground, that's for sure. Maybe
I feel like that lands if you don't cook. I must be wrong.
Or gun.
Or gun.
Yeah,
gonna work too. Bullets quite effective.
They don't explode by there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looks actually look at this.
They have 4 cars.
Pick off one of Ghibli, so Ghibli losing one on that eastern side now. Ents is going to try to send it. Where are they going to go?
Oh, they're gonna get shot by so many
They
people.
saw them go out in the kill feed, and they could have seen them from across as well. Yep, they're going the foot of the mountain on the north side.
Might work though.
Yeah. The north side. I mean, Liquid obviously was on playing that southern
Further
side
east,
last time.
yeah.
So this is actually a lot better for Ents here. But unfortunately for them, they still got Oath to worry about off at a distance, and Donawa still has.
Yeah, they're in. They're safe.
It's going to be.
But Ghibli are going to look at them.
Until people have to start moving, so Ents can stay alive. And oh my God, Luke gets roasted by Keenan.
Yeah, a little worried about Ents' timing on this play, but so far it seems like they've gotten up there somewhat safe. Drafting in the meantime, wrapping in with Blue. Smart play on his bottom.
Wait, did a Ghibli player die?
Down here. Because the rest is going to be hard.
When did a Ghibli player die?
You in the meantime, correct. C peeks over the top. It's going to be Sharpshooter 5-1. Actually, Capitan over the time.
Are they really good? Are SSG really not gonna die? Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Okay, never mind.
No! Missing crucial shots will get
What?
taken down in the end of it, and that's going to be SSG out.
And Capitan at the exact same time finishes. I think SSG finished off TSM as Capitan finished off.
KPI
SSG,
are playing well.
Both NA teams taking down Capitan and the rest of KPI.
I think KPI confidence is really high after the. They played really well during winner.
They are playing
phase.
isolation on the west side as good as I've seen anyone done it. They're constantly peeking down,
he's dead.
but make sure to do it from an angle from where
Oath are in a great spot. They've only got 2 kills, but it doesn't matter.
Their own things to worry about. In the meantime, far down on the eastern side, a little bit of interference coming towards the Finns from Oath.
Sorry.
Things slowing down a little bit while we wait and see where this next circle takes us. Okay, Oath already sending Kickstart inside the circle. GBL gonna have to make a move here as well. Ents, again, we were worried about him making that move a little bit early. They've been having to sit there and smoke, and Dono has just been raining shots down on them. They've stayed alive, but at what cost? They only have 2 left. Really.
Starting to favor Danoa here. If they can get the other 2 players out.
It looks like they're just making their way on foot.
Yep, alternative play.
Snakers could kill them though.
Crash the compound, and knowing Ints, that's usually not that high on their
You and half the world, Dragon.
Here,
the most picked team.
One of 2 bad opportunities. They went with one, and you can see them really paying.
Oath are full committing to the south of the Everest. So Danoa will have the entire north, but there's not much cover there.
A little off with the throwables there, KPI, but you know the intent was good as they spot out the smoke cloud, waiting for somebody to peek. It's going to be Squeaky Silzen. We'll pick that one up. 10 kills now for KPI, and they're in a good position to do a little gatekeeping on Donowa. Now they do have to worry a little bit about Ghibli, so it's kind of a 2-2 split in a weird way where they've got Silzen and DraftKing watching off to the north. While
are they playing 2 Miramar after this or not? Are they doing 3 and 2 and 3 2 and 3?
Is an interesting
the music.
Well, they want to get rid of Ghibli so they can wrap north around and kind of.
I like Danoa here.
Circle, but at the same time, they don't want to give up this position yet.
But Oath might just kill everyone as well.
Again, Ghibli are not a team to do an early aggression.
Danoa can just chill while everyone else fights. And they can probably pick up some flushes.
Therefore, Oath can't move either. And in the meantime, KPI is so smart in making the transition down the hill early on, so they can sit tight and wait for the opponents to come towards them.
Absolutely, and leaving Emmy up at the top just to keep an eye on things here as Oath has to try to take this fight with Ghibli, but they also have to worry about the shots from Donowa as well, so they can't expose themselves too much on the north side of this mountain. But they've got to try to spot out where these Ghibli guys are with this high ground. You can see
any team can win on a given day.
Real estate to work with here.
Yes, but usually you can still perform consistently. But yeah, in a best of 10, you can have some bad luck. Renbar's dead.
Now I'm not sure he's staying up. He does have KPI players further down the hillside, but now you can see he's starting to make that wrap down. Perfect Play doesn't want to have anyone sitting up above them.
Oh my god, why am I dying?
Again, I mean,
oh,
I've got to give it
oh, he's got an orb.
One thing they're good at, they are unpredictable. Salute.
The man just got almed. Should be resable, I believe. It looks like they are smoking him off. They've got him down. Salute looking over in that direction. Is not going to find it just yet. Still got 10 shots left in that arm, and that can be a big influence here. And actually, Soul, it looks like, going to use that opportunity of the knock to try to make the push. And there you go. Spear going to find Emmy. So that's
Oath are just chilling. Oath are not pushing anything. So they're going to have a 4 up at the end.
Donowa's going to be picking up KPI.
I say that. The Snakers drives the car.
The vehicle, getting over to the next position. Donowa, I mean, they're enjoying this, no doubt about it. They got the richest.
Danoa should not lose
this.
this.
Do now is sit tight. I mean, they can interfere as much as they want because no one uphill.
They don't have the most cover.
Towards Danoa. They know that they have opponents nearby, and there should be no way that they don't win this game.
I thought it was an arm.
We did see what Ghibli did last game, so I don't want to say anything early, but this is looking real good if you're a Korean fan.
No, absolutely, and I mean they've got the north side, they've got cover, they've got all the real estate that they want. They've got an arm. I mean, what else can you ask for, really, if you're Donowa? They do have some work left to do.
It's perfect for Danowa to have. That's true. They did win the hot drop again. That's funny. They're getting fed points right now. They have 4 extra points right now. That's so funny.
They've got the most work to do here, and you can see Oath still kind of spread out on that eastern side, but not.
Oh, that's a bad knock.
And nice shots from Kickstart.
Electro right next to him should be able to get the rest.
They have time though, but there's not much. There is not that much cover.
Again, Ghibli being indecisive, staying on the hill.
I like what Oath are doing.
Kind of disallowing for both Oath and KPI to try and make plays downhill because they don't want to be.
Who are you rooting for?
Duo up hilltop. Let's see now. Soul taking
Danoa, I guess. I like Danoa.
Finally!
Good KPI. 13 kills. Yeah, this is why I favor Danoa. Oh! Because all the other teams kill each other. But Oath have 4 up. Oath are really smart here. They didn't commit to this Everest fight where they knew they'd probably lose players. Instead, they're going for the win.
As they have an easy break of line of sight right now from the Oath gang. They're going to send the grenades. What a nice nade. Going to find itself right at the
4v4.
Silzen does go down, and KPI goes down, but not before collecting a.
I honestly think I favor Oath, but Danoa are getting 2 up the hill.
Solid play solid game coming out from KPI. They had zeros as they made their way up to Everest, and then they just started.
See, Oath, as soon as that got wiped, they started spreading in the zone.
On the north side. Super heads-up play from Danova, though, realizing that once Ghibli went down, there was a chance they could get third party. They're kind of sandwiched in between these two teams. They knew they had to make a play, and they decided to do so fast enough that Oath couldn't really respond to it in time.
There's still one more circle.
Wait and see the final circle.
Right? Oh no, am I wrong? I'm dumb. No, you know, I'm right. I am right. I thought Toby was right. He said final. Oh no, it is technically the final circle. Because it shrinks. Yeah, never mind.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see the Oath is playing in twos. And that's, I mean, you got to imagine that's a direct result of that on being in play.
I thought, like, I got my numbers wrong.
Outside of circle on that northernmost side, looks like Relo should be able
to 2-2 split or a 3-1 split for late game? That is not a, I can't answer that. Unless you mean in this circle. But even then, it's too dynamic. It's such a dynamic thing. It depends what they're doing. And where all their members are, etc. I can't really answer that.
That opens things up immediately.
It's always nice to have one on flank.
Where it's smart from Oath to not have engaged that much early. They still got some utility.
I don't know how to answer that.
They still have vests and helmets for the most part. Had they been fighting on the hillside, that could look way different.
It depends on the zone so much as well. Like what's possible. Like in a city zone, I think it's so nice to have one on flank.
Close, I think for the most part, they know they have the utility.
Because they should get a knock, no matter what happens.
All of them now kind of ignoring.
I like in this zone. I like that Danoa are grouping on the side, higher side of the hill. Because if someone gets knocked on the low side or the north side, they're dead. They're dead.
They got to be careful though because they don't want to put themselves in an easy.
Like this is just a straight up fight, and people do what they're gonna do, and who hits their shots wins. You know.
Relo will take a little bit of damage as he.
Not as much about flanking.
Utility still a lot left for Oath in the bag. You got to imagine Danoa sitting on quite a bit as well as the smoke walls will come down. The grenades still keep coming. Leklo will be able to get that heal back off.
As a player, I like to be the one on the flank.
You can spot somebody's head. Rex is going to pop kickstart.
This is a mirror match right now. Rex and Kickstart filling the exact same role with 3 up on top. 3-1 splits, 1 player on each team designated to maintain cell side control. And you believe
final circle. I think this favors.
It will be a fight to follow in the no man's land
Oath.
in between. We're going straight back to World War I on this one. Now we've got them all blown to pieces. Let's see what we can get up.
But it's a pretty fair fight.
Happen at some point. The dot is right in between Relo and Soul. So it could be more.
I don't know. Rex's flank here is actually pretty good. He's doing it. He's doing the 3-in-1. Oh, what's Kickstart doing? Oh, that's a spray. What the fuck? What was Kickstart doing though? Hey Albion.
That is bad.
Not sure what Kickstart was doing.
Because that is the lowland part.
Getting a wide angle, I guess.
Been taken away, and now they can
You don't really expect someone to hit a double barrel headshot like that.
Rex gonna go join, get joined by Soul here. As Snaker's going to take some damage. He's going to find Leklo. Snakers will pop up. Snakers will get traded down by Salute. But Relo
2v2.
will find Rex. And now it's 2 down for
These mollies are decent. Did I get him?
And they know exactly where he is.
He's dead, isn't he?
They have him completely isolated on the side. You've got him.
Yeah.
If you're the teammate, those go down to the molly. Salute on his own. There's going to be no time for rests. They should know at this point that it's a 2v1. One is scrolling for info. That's going to be Leklo. Easy flush coming through for Relo.
They should know, but sometimes you forget. Sometimes you think, what if he's already rezzed?
Oh, they know where he is.
GG. I think Danoa should have won that.
What a shot from
after that first knock.
Clutch victory from Oath. They've been looking good all week long, and they absolutely deliver here in game number 3.
If you're that good with a barrel, you should use a barrel, right? I think Oath won this game when they chose not to push Everest.
Once they saw teams start taking casualties on the mountain, they slowly crept their way up there. They held their tongue. They didn't want to engage on towards Ghibli, but in the 8th game they do, and they take the win with them. Solid game coming through. I was afraid when Kickstart went down early that that might have been game over, but solid play up close from all of them to take the win home.
Yeah, that was a huge play from Danoa getting that the north side, the low Hill to open it up for that wrap, but
I don't think Kickstart's play was bad, but it was kind of blind.
To it perfectly.
That play works much better when there is already gunfire and fighting on, but it was like a kind of Cold War.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
So he just shook his head. He
Not
knows.
be able to drink together, but they can win together, as it takes the oath a little bit longer than we hoped in a sacrifice by Kickstart, but they come out with a very big win on a very good day of play. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Martin, 3 games in a row, they're in the top 4. It just felt like a matter of time.
Yeah, honestly, this performance from them so far, and in 3 games, how well they've been able to step up, and their macro, the decision making, you know, they're playing it super smart. Relo here, nice IGLing from them.
Yeah, Dano, I had 2 good games off the back of
live. Obviously, not that many kills. They were
off the back of
a
winning a hot shot.
The way they played that end game was just perfect.
We're back to Miramar now, aren't we?
So even though Kickstart was kind of...
Are there any hot drops at Miramar?
Do what they saw last game, go down-ish. Using a car there, no point. Nice angle that he could have taken, but it was not open. So Rex just completely demolished him by that 3x barrel spray.
Absolutely.
I don't think there will be.
It didn't have a reward,
but who is?
I'll tell you what
who's going to go power grid?
That double molly from Relo.
Oh, VP.
Relo just like...
Wait.
At the end of that game, it was just like...
Danoa don't go power grid, do they?
Code. It was insane. The double molly, the counter push, it was very
Yeah,
good.
because I understand it, Relax Order. So before today, they have all 20, they have 24 boosts. I'm pretty sure.
And it was literally nowhere for him to go, and it was so good. But I think one of the key moments for Oath here was actually
now there's only 16. They fit in a circle
on Everest, and how they were pushing Ghibli towards KPI instead, forcing Ghibli and KPI to take the fight, and they were basically just...
Oh, it's all supplied to it. Everything is supplied, but you bring your own mouse, keyboard, headset, headphones, earbuds. Oh, you don't bring a headset, sorry. Well, you do. You bring a headset for practice in practice rooms. You don't bring it for the actual LAN.
And as we said before, I mean, a 2nd place, 4th place, 1st place. Oh, sorry,
that's bad.
24 kills even. So it's even more. 8 kills per game. And
I mean,
yeah, I think every team has their own booth.
We know that Everest can be brutal in November, but I don't think we've ever seen this many bodies, as it was
permanently.
Absolutely, Everest was sort of the story of this match, Martin. It was just team after team fighting for such a small but powerful piece of real estate.
Which is actually really cool.
6-7 teams that was on the southern side.
If that means you don't have to pack up all the time, you probably do though.
But it was a place where, like a city that, you know, last resort, that you know it can kind of accommodate a lot of people. But
I'm gonna put up a bet for next game. I don't even know what map's next.
I was impressed.
Or predictions.
Like, that was so well played by them.
Now that I'm reminded they exist.
Cleared a few edges. They third party.
And we're gonna do.
Times. But unfortunately, they were kind of forced into a pickle with Danawan and Ghibli.
Absolutely. KPI has been very impressive to me today. I think a
highest
place, a 6th place finish, and a 3rd place finish. All decent kill count.
Most points.
This is a team that
next
went by
match.
Fiuba, for those of you who
okay, so I'm
PGC
saying most points next match
region.
because it's
they seem to be
it's super rule set.
Sort of like
so if one team gets 30 kills and comes last, not possible.
They seemed a little slower.
They still win the bet.
But right now,
okay,
they don't seem at all nervous about taking.
Oh, this is.
No, and that's
why is
like
this angle
right?
so bad?
Because it's a team with maybe not the most experience if you look overall on the team. They have a few players with very little experience when it comes to international stage like this. But at the same time, they do have Silson on the team.
Oh, you're back, motherfucker.
Dashi Loves just resubscribed for 30 months. 30 77 septentrigentillion 777 sextrigentillion 777 quintrigentillion 777 quatuortrigentillion 777 trotrigentillion 777 duotrigentillion 777 untrigentillion 777 trigentillion 777 novum gentillion 7.
Dashi,
thank you for the 30 months. Wow, an actual Dashi resub?
I want to double down on what you said, just so everybody at home is very clear.
Duotrigentillion?
Silson is, as you said, the only player, and you said this earlier, Martin and I
Scammed.
went
What?
back to our Rolodexes, and we're trying to, that can't possibly be true, but it is. The only player to
Rigentillion.
PGIS.
Okay, so the bet. This is most points. We're doing Fury and Genji. Genji have been playing bad, but maybe it's time they come back.
World-class championship event
Raffle
he
cap.
has attended. That has got to give you an edge as a team to have.
Are you home already?
Veteran there.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're leaning up against him, and even though he has a few.
Yeah, so just to clarify, it's the most points. So even if Genji wins, if Fury have 30 kills and come second,
they can look to him and he can be like, yeah,
it's most points.
It's okay, guys. And
Alright.
yeah, even though he might not be the top fragger of the team often, especially for this one last game here, you saw DraftKings really pop off. This is the kind of leadership that even if you're, like not really old, or the younger guys can look to you, and this is something you can lean onto. So this is super important, and it's a huge accomplishment. It's the only player.
What are you doing, Dashi?
At this event.
Let's have a look. Spy.
All of them. That's
He's doing nothing.
But
Wait.
here, obviously,
Steam?
Yeah.
No, you can't see what he's doing on
Say,
Steam.
as we pivot to Oath, you brought up the younger guys might
He
look
hide.
up to him. This is a team in Oath that the team wouldn't have been allowed to play at the original PGI if they had wanted to. I mean, this is a team that every single one of them is under 21. They've only recently aged up, and they are acting out there on the playfield. From what I can tell, cool, calm, collected, consummate veterans, as much as we see from any other team like Liquid.
Oh, sorry.
Around as long as we can remember.
Yeah. Sorry, did you say Mark?
I like you more, so you go ahead. And say
I mean, we always looked at the players from Oath, and even though, as you're saying, they're super young, they weren't able to play at PGI, the original one back in Berlin, but they've always been in the scene. They started super young. They were the cadets.
Doesn't mean you're a hater if you don't bet on Fury. Doesn't mean you don't like Fury. It's just one match. It's one match. Just one match.
How amazingly they've been playing.
Eating garlic bread. Nice. Did you make it or did you order it?
This is just the start of it. They haven't peaked yet. They are still rising up there, and that is the scary part of being up against a team like this. They are still trying to feel like.
Wait, KPI had the most points that game.
Fit in this leaderboard. Well,
that's cool.
Towards the top, of course. We want to be further up towards the top.
Let's take a look at the match leaderboard.
What if I bet on Genji because I don't like Fury?
Comes in there in
Fair?
first place because of such a massive kill count.
Fair enough.
Oath and Donowa. That's an interesting one for me, Martin. I mean, Donowa did a long jump to hot drop against VP.
69,000 points.
People keep saying,
okay, guys, is there someone there clicking? Is someone clicking the 10? You can press custom amount and type in. If you don't know, someone is clicking. Someone's spamming the button. You can press custom amount and type it in. Oh, they're stopped. They're stopped. Oh, there's a horse fucking me.
23 of those points, 8 of them.
Never mind. They're still pressing it.
From VP, and yeah, if I was VP, I would be kind of worried going into Miramar. But let's look at the top guys, 44 and 41 points.
I'm trying to help. I stopped.
They are plowing through the competition right now. They're so far ahead. It's actually scary because right now they're not only playing with confidence, they're playing with a lead that they can take.
Twitch
more
Prime
risks.
reminder.
Put themselves into situations that are a bit more scary, but still they could get more reward out of it as well.
I mean, that said, that's 3 Erangel games. We're going to be moving to Miramar, so maybe that.
Yeah, it is Miramar now. If that changes your vote.
But right now, those two teams are absolutely dominating.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know,
Are there more than 16? Oh shit!
And they had Chicken, and they talked about how they expect to be next to each other on the leaderboard. I didn't expect it to be at the bottom of the leaderboard. Genji with 1 point after 3 games is absolutely shocking to me, Frost.
Yeah, it is really shocking, but they also
MDF. He never came back because we banned him.
A few mistakes, a lot of rotations where they're starting to lose people. It feels
he
like
never came back.
They're a little bit shaky. They're not really sure what they want to do in this lobby right now. But what we've seen from them,
we unbanned him, right?
During the weekly survival, that's not the Genji that we've been seeing here today
Commentator.
So far. Hopefully they can shake things up coming into Miramar.
The guy who used to always come in and say, "Play PUBG, MDF."
3 wins. The only team to get 3 wins.
Do we have any ban requests?
This is their chance for some redemption here.
Unrequests?
And of course,
ban ban appeals.
A lot to fill up now, being down there with 1 point, not even hot dropping. And we see a team like VP going out straight away in 2 of the 3 games. They have 5 points. That's 5 times more points
we
than
do
you have right now. And you're supposed to be one of the best in the world. They need to.
Oh, they're all bad
They
ones.
still have 2 more games here today.
Yeah.
But you can't just wait much longer in this.
They're also
Oh, they're all bad ones. Oh, I can hear myself.
What do you think?
Oh my god.
Some resilience there.
Which viewer should we murder?
They're clear now. They got their hot drop out of the
Thank you
way.
for the 66
They don't have
bits,
to deal
Warthog.
with that on Miramar. On the converse, VP, a team that I know that you know very well, Martin, is potentially walking into yet another hot. Wow, they brought a. Oh my gosh, they brought a polar bear.
I messaged him in June saying I missed him.
This is great.
It's been that long?
This is great.
No.
Yeah,
What was his name?
So sorry.
I think he unfollowed the channel.
Like each other.
That is brutal, though. I mean, yes, they like each
Oh
other.
no, I found
but
him.
for someone
Yeah, he
who
doesn't follow the
takes
channel
this game
anymore.
as seriously as Batu. I mean, like, that's got to sting when he goes home and watches the replay.
This is
That
great.
said, though, VP is about to potentially go into another hot drop situation here, Martin.
Yeah, they know that this has happened. I saw a tweet. And it's super funny the way they're cutting.
I know what to do.
It could be a bit more meme.
I know what to do.
Be a bit more, rivals rather. I would much more want to see kind of a rival where they start punching it and to make fun of it. They're kind of pummeling them already. They are going to go hungry.
Critical gifted commentator 01 a subscription. Critical gifted a tier 1 sub to commentator 01.
12 points. So
yeah,
I will say.
Will he come back, guys?
Likely we're gonna see a contest from VP. I don't think they're gonna be backing out. I know Battle is stand on this list.
What's wrong, Spork?
But don't forget one more thing though. With that hot drop, if that is happening, you also
Even
have
Spork's
Burger
betting.
that would drop just nearby. They usually go towards west of San Martin, and also I think it's
Spork not happy? I don't know why.
Trying to sneak up behind VP, behind MCG, trying to see if he can catch a kill or two while they are fighting each other. So we might get a third party straight away on that hot drop.
It's legs time.
Also, yeah, absolutely. We got those going on. We got teams like Ents who have been quietly consistent as they've ground their way in
450k.
PNL, a bit
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I lost count.
But they have been showing up in the late game, doing what they need to do. So we have a lot of teams on the cusp.
Nah, Gamba bad.
You can see the circle is ready. The planes are getting ready to take off. We have 2 more matches to play today.
Hey, Spork, should I eat food
From
today?
the island of Erangel to the deserts of Miramar. A different style of play, a different speed, and a totally new set of rotations and drops to see how these teams can make adjustments on the fly. We're just about ready to see who's going to step up to that challenge as our casters get set up in their chairs. Last chance, Froz, who takes the win on this map as we start Miramar?
Look, I want to say I don't want to see Gen G because they are one of the best teams. They are supposed to be out there right now. Them being the bottom, that's not the Gen G we know.
All right, so he thinks this is the Gen G turnaround. Martin, who's your pick?
I think we could definitely see one of the kind of more unexpected teams show up. 17.
Hello, Leonette.
Liquid maybe could be one of the teams that could kind of swing around and come on and play well here in Miramar. I think
Mod chat?
the contests
Any
and
mods?
the kind of alternative drops we're going to be seeing is the more interesting. I'm
Gen G
really
from
liking
Korea?
the games
Yes.
though, because my eyes are droned in on
They
that,
are-
for sure.
Absolutely. The eyes of everyone will be locked in
Probably
as the drop starts. I think Team Liquid
the
has
favorite
been
for the
big.
tournament.
They've been quiet so
They're
far
very
with
good at
7
LAN.
points, but it just feels like those rotations haven't been clicking, and Miramar is a great place to make those adjustments. Only 10 games to make
Fury
a
from
statement.
Korea? Yeah, 100%.
Every minute, every moment is going to count. As
Korea?
that $30,000 for the winner.
Australia.
and the automatic bid to the grand final. This is the PUBG Global Championships, day 1 of the weekly finals.
What's
Game
Raf done?
4, the penultimate match today, about to get underway. with
How many OC
Jeff,
teams over there?
Boris
Just
Morris,
Fury.
and Toby.
And then there's 2 other players. I'm ending the prediction.
Thank you, Toffees, and yes, we are back for match number 4. We are switching over to a new map in this week 1 weekly final of the PGC.
You have
2021,
1
presented by
minute.
Alienware and Toomey. And
I'm ending
are we gonna see
it
another hot drop, Toby? You
when
calling
the
it right
plane
now?
line disappears off the map.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. Power grid.
Wait, unless someone dies in the
They, they don't
I should end it now.
You think Dana will let
16 people have bet on Fury. 10 people have bet on Gen G.
We'll see. Well, it depends on how it goes.
Raffle Cat has bet 115,000 points. And Dashi has bet 200,000.
I don't see anyone else.
Wait, guys, what if there's a
other. We do have both Fury and KPI down.
If they have the same amount of points, how do we decide it by placement?
Out fairly decently, but nope, they're landing power grid. I mean, so far it's been pretty good in power grid for VP in these battles, so we'll see if it's going to be the same.
Refund?
Yeah, I'll also see if Bird
I didn't think about that.
down there.
Oh, they're VP really hot dropping again?
They've been liking to get out there. As we see, it looks like VP will hit the ground first. MCG will find no gun as they're making the run. Perfectix does pick up.
I'll decide it by how they display it at the end of the game. Wait, MCG are running away?
Obviously, no doubt about it. Anyone saying otherwise are incorrect. Spiro, iron sights, AK in hand, does manage to get one tag, waits for anyone else to cross. This is a pretty good amount of control that VP gets early off of
hey, Dave.
Multi-Circle Gaming not finding guns in the southern warehouse. Link do. That is not the utility
to
have in hand at this point. He's proning with the flashbang in hand. We'll see if it's gonna come to use or not. Perfectix in the meantime trying to wrap around. No.
Is it up? Is this a knock?
Does he spot him? Does manage to see him, but doesn't pull the trigger.
Perfectix has the 160 heart rate.
Last second as he emerged from the smoke cloud there, and so MCG will keep everybody up. Lingdu is pretty busted. They're going to need to see if they can find him a first aid kit. The rest of VP, they're going to spread out and loot up a little bit more while Multi-Circle Gaming collects whatever gear they can find. Lou out in the distance. Looking at my map, I don't see Buriram really getting involved. SSG is kind of close as well, but it doesn't look like they're looking over in that direction either. So I think that these two teams should be able to play this out for Power Grid fairly comfortably.
Lou is gonna get
Who won game 3?
Oath on that side right now. I mean, I would.
They beat Danawa in a 4v4.
Focus on the 4 players you're going up against, but you have to have seen that SSG has opted to split this far up the hill too. You must think that he has noticed that. In the meantime, they're trying to reposition themselves a little bit. There is a bolt action in hand of Keenan. Maybe he can find something with it now. As you can see on the minimap just showed, actually GNL is sending Maricano up this direction too. It's as if this is has a big sign written on it called free kills over here. Come get your free kills. But seems to me like Keenan might find a freebie on Americano.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. He's donezo. Well, that's an easy point there for Keenan and the rest of the SSG boys as they push up to 7th place, just jumping TSM as we can see the live leaderboard on the left right there. Lou, meanwhile, still hanging out, but yep.
He knows.
This is what you were worried about, wasn't it? Keenan gonna hit the shot, and Evil Lee actually gonna do some damage as well. Ooh, Lou might be in some trouble here.
One shot to the chest could have been it for him, but he's going to manage to wrap his way back towards safety. We still don't see Noatra interfering on this one just yet. Evil Lee will wrap back.
Are they all gonna leave?
Unfortunately, he wasn't really in.
Well, they're gonna keep fighting.
Because he was quite exposed out on that side too. So while that is going on, everyone else trying to make the wrap on.
Oh,
here comes the
what the fuck?
Lord! Flying Penta is a dead Penta. Little ghost double headshot midair.
What a shot!
Wow.
How do you manage that?
If you weren't aware by now, these guys are nuts. Every single team in this lobby is absolutely insane, and they are just hitting some crazy shots right now. We'll see how this fight develops, as it looks like MCG has decided to just play hold the fort, much like Donawa did in over on Erangel. So VP going to spread out a little bit. Doesn't look like Buriram's coming this direction. So yeah, this is still dead center circle. They're fine.
I mean, it is in. You couldn't put it any better.
He's got the Winchester.
Does have the Winnie in hand, but you put it up perfectly. I mean, it is pretty much.
SQ out. They're out for the week. They will do the reseeding in the bottom 16, and your placement in the bottom 16 reseeding is when you get to go into the next survival thing. The part where you have to win a game to qualify for the next weekly finals. I tried to explain it.
Yeah, looking at the map, I will say SSG has sent 2 down to a compound on the main road. They've
resetting is the bottom 16 teams. The 16 teams who did not make it.
Still kind of overlooking this, seeing if you can pick anything
Sonics.
off. See how if SSG how long they stick in that split, or if they end up regrouping here as we take a look at the.
You cannot be eliminated from the tournament completely.
What? for each
until
team.
the grand finals are on. I think.
Aggressive on this. And
Well,
now
no.
he's been spotted too. That is a dangerous position
At the
to
end
be
of
in,
week
the
2,
entire opposing team
you can be
see how
eliminated.
and you are within Nate distance, but
Maybe.
I think honestly,
No, I don't know.
VP are getting a little
It's
impatient.
so hard
They
to
had
explain.
be the aggressors against that, and now they have to be the ones making plays. You're like, come on, guys, let's just have a fight already. Makes no sense to jump into the arena with us just to run in circles and not want to throw a punch.
Apparently, that's what's going to happen. God, I want Summer to hit a Winchester shot so bad. I really do.
There's no groups. There's just the bottom 16. They play each other.
See it get some play here, and
That's it.
Oh, tanky!
SKS once again.
Again, greatest gun in the game, as it seems.
It's easier if I have graphics to show, but I'm not going to do it in the middle of the game.
Angle on a Spiro.
Yeah, maybe soon.
Not flushed.
Issue
yet.
is, I was gonna say, is it gonna make them make a play attemptedly? And actually, they do. You saw one player wrap on out. In the meantime, while Burram are split all over the place, trying to see what they can find, they actually take a casualty as well. Summer did go out, but Fectix is still over here on the containers, and I don't think he's made any cues yet to signal that he should be around. But Summer, of course, running around like an elephant right now.
Oh, he didn't throw it.
Give a clear indication
Why not?
to Fectix that there are multi-circle gaming players on the move.
Oh.
And
okay. All right. Well, they do get the res on a Spiro.
Fectix is going to get one knock.
Clear of the danger for the time being, but yeah.
But he might just get traded.
A beautiful spot right here. If multi-circle gaming oversteps even just a little bit, I mean, Perfect is feeding all this information over to his team as well. You can see Batulin's going to give him a little bit of support, going to take the shots from range. Perfectix.
If Link2 spots him there, Perfectix is screwed.
Not sure if Ling. I think Lingdu did. Yeah, you can see he's stopping down. He's glancing over in this direction, but a nice grenade from Batulin's.
I don't think he did.
Back Summer as Perfectix. Yeah, he's kind of in the danger zone now as Lingdu, I think, had spotted him out, but the rest of VP's providing good support here. And look at Lou. A long wrap coming from Lou, but no. Oh, GNL, Toby.
I mean, everyone wants a piece of this. This is the place to be. This is the. This is where you go to get some early game action. Seems like many teams want to get in. James is full on pulling.
Wait,
up
James has pulled up, and there's a guy behind him rapping. That's so weird.
Okay. Well, Tosi.
Because everyone's trying to third party.
Shots just yet.
Third party the third party.
Exactly what he's waiting for. Okay, there you go. I guess he was waiting to see if he could maybe.
Oh, he's so screwed.
Lands another one. James will go down as the mini shots will hit. The rest of Liquid on the way, sort of.
Head scratcher. Head scratcher, to say the least. I mean, it makes sense that people want a freebie every now and again.
He didn't get the flash.
How much are you willing to risk in order to get
He
to
might
a
get rest.
potential point? This was almost the loss of a player. Teams might get back up alive as EB gets in. But now, I mean, at this point, Liquid are kind of fully committed to engaging in this too. And now what was the
What a mess.
kind of fire escape for Virtus Pro has now become Liquid sitting in behind them.
Oh, man. And yeah, it looks like, okay, Liquid Chill will get that res off. We'll see if they can actually get their way up the hill, though. They've got the smokes laid down for now, but you can see Heaven. Yeah, I mean, the rest of GNL still taking shots over in this direction. The tire gone on the truck, but it should be okay as the rest of Multi-Circle Gaming still holding it down inside this. I mean, they've gotten whatever they've got in their bags right now is all that was in that building.
Yes.
That's it.
They have yet to loot anything other than one flash that was picked up in the warehouse early on. Everyone, like the two players that were there landed, picked up whatever they could, which was close to nothing, and bailed out instantly. So they have one building's worth of supplies. And now, I mean, this is, again, VP losing vehicles. That's the hard spawn being taken away. Circle hard shifts.
That is crazy, actually.
That is an
Genji and Fury are both not in the circle. But I think Fury will be alright.
Look at the transitions for teams. You have the entire mountain ridge north of Picado blocking off vision.
Not a single person has died in Power Grid, right?
To scout their way into this one. There's going to be a lot of blind pull-ups.
And Fury are leaving.
Smart and disengaging from this compound.
I mean
there's just
TL.
so much available on the northern half of this circle. I mean, everything north of the road, the San Martin Road, pretty much available here. Is Liquid going to send it? We'll see.
Genji are wrapping
They're making
far
their way,
west.
along that mountainside. They get a little bit close to Oath. We'll take a few shots, but Jaibe will pull back down. But Fury is coming up on that south side as well, so they may run into each other yet again. Ghibli going to take the long wrap on the eastern side heading north as Donawa looks like they're getting a little close to Power Grid themselves.
You think Ghibli's rotation is long? Just wait until you see Gen G rotating through Los Leones and all the way south of Chumacera to make it into the circle. They'll be there by circle 5, I think. That's the longest rotation.
At this, whatever they got to do to make it to circle 6, if they've got to avoid everybody by eating blue, that's fine.
How long will this contest last? Match 2 and 3 are not good for Fury. Nah, they didn't really do anything that wrong.
They're gonna push.
A lot can happen in 3 games.
It's the opponents that win the patience war, but VP up close.
I can't believe this is still going, dude.
Both outside the respective building here, so we'll see if that's gonna play a factor. As I say that, indeed it does. Link2 gets an off angle, finds Perfectix early on. He is now in the open, and this of course.
Do they have meds? Oh, they do.
VP that they are split, so now you have to worry. Maybe there are more people lingering around in the open.
Yeah, and this whole time, I mean, Keenan's still been in that spot, just kind of overseeing everything. So Multi-Circle Gaming has to remember that, has to keep that in mind when they try to make this push.
Oh, surely Spiro gets some knocks here. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, why are you nading?
Take a big headshot. That's going to push him back. Perfectix, actually, Batulin's going to go down. So that's for VP. And now Lou is down. It's all down to Spiro. He will find Summer. That'll get at least 1 point. But VP's hot drop woes continue.
VP.
Continue to.
Lag.
I feel like if the fights happened early, there would be a better chance for them to win. But these prolonged engagements where you lose vision and you lose control and you lose the idea of who else pulls up on you, just there's nothing you can do to maintain control.
I actually think that nade pull was huge.
Victim to it. Heroic over the top, finds a quick B, and off they go again. Easy peasy, 1 kill, continue rotating.
And Multi-Circle Gaming not really in any better of a spot, really. I mean, they still have Power Grid. They still got 3 up, but they've got no loot. They've got, I mean, they can get whatever they can find off the VP boys, but they were sitting on pretty much next to nothing. You got Donawa, and now Heroic is, careful, Beamy. Okay, he'll get out of there. He'll get out of there. Are we
going to have a San Martin finish?
Somehow it didn't take any damage either. There was like
I like Gen G's rotation better than Fury's.
Lose a tire. I'm not sure what happened there, but I mean, it's.
I'll show a map.
For now,
there we go. So Fury are here, but it's pretty hard to move forward from here. But Oath will probably leave if it pulls up.
East side mountain ridge. So if this one goes anywhere,
Gen G are here.
Like near west now.
Oh wow.
If it does, nope, it centers up, but this one should still shift west because of the way the mountain.
Ooh, so Gen G are 100% going to be fighting.
It should still go down towards the
unless
southwest.
GNL leave.
Makes sense for Heroic to want a piece of
What
that
if Fury do?
That could be prime real estate come late game.
Yeah, absolutely. I was more concerned about if they were going to try to take the fight to Donawa when you.
That's 4 in 1 car.
Inside the compound, but it looks like Donawa just going to
go
ahead and send it 3 deep. They're going to find some kind of spot to work with. It looks like they're going to go. They're getting shot at from all different directions here. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that's the pull up.
It's not great.
I like you. You're being so kind. It's like Frost and the Analyst is trying.
I think they have to keep going in that situation.
Push across the road. Like you guys are being way too kind. This is not great. This is terrible. That is not the position you want to be in. Look at this.
I think you keep going.
What will be, I assume, a very good position 2 circles from now for that. They're going to be using all their smokes phase 3, which means that whichever fight they come into, 5 minutes from now, they will not.
They need to run to the road dip, yeah, and that's not good.
The cover that their vehicles, which are soon to be without tires, will grant them, aka.
I think Fury actually going to get in here. All right.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
So well, basically, that you just took the long way of saying it's not great.
Wait, he's running up the hill. Can't he go in the dip?
Really bad. And now they're trying to make a run to safety in the dip. They probably should have stopped it in the first place. And they're paying the price.
Well, they haven't got to it yet.
Yeah, and it's coming from everywhere. I mean, it's not just Bury Run.
That's just bad.
GNL with the high ground above
Danawa.
17, just raining shots down. And
SMH, fam.
The smoke wall was only so long, and now Leklo's going to go down. He'll get flushed out. It looks like they'll keep 2 up, but jeez. That is brutal stuff for Donawa.
If you want to prone someone,
I think they keep driving there. I honestly think they keep driving.
Makes pretty good sense for the most part. Do it there.
Sure.
You're being shot at by up here and here. I think you just go forward. There was no one here before. Ghibli went there.
To find a kill in return, but unfortunately, the NA teams working together ain't gonna be fast enough for Kickstart to get out of there alive.
Yeah, you got TSM, KPI, and Oath all on that eastern side, and Ents now creeping down from Hacienda. They're actually in a pretty decent spot to kind of third party on all of this. We'll see Buriram still with that that high ground position from Canaxi, just sending shots down, doing a little ADR farming of his own. We're down to 52 with the lobby, and it feels like there's a lot of real estate to work with, but it's all just
Last
flat
match? No, there's
ground
one
on the
more.
southern side, isn't it?
Exactly. And the issue is, no one, as you can see on the map, no one is really opting to take.
And there's 5 more tomorrow.
No one's
And
really
that's all
opting
weekly
to
finals.
control inside San Martin because we're all expecting
Oh!
that southwest push. Or the southwest shift. Oh, that's a full speed.
Watch
forward.
this.
That's a vehicle running one over. Hold this. Will he find a second? Gets out of the car. You might want to reload, Soul. You're out of ammo. They're both out of
Okay,
ammo.
Oldless just destroyed them. Look at this.
Actually, surprisingly further north than I thought.
Hang on, we're behind.
All right, first of all, Oldless, you're not supposed to get away with that in this lobby.
Nope.
I don't know why SSG is sending one guy into that dip when they've got 4 up. But you know what? Oldless, phenomenal solo play
He's
coming
dead.
out of him. Purdy will get spotted out by Naraja, gets knocked low enough, should bleed out, I believe. I don't think they can get to him for the res, but TSM, they're running for it. Yep, there he goes. And Edie gonna find Ross. So Buriram getting some stuff done with this high ground spot.
Yeah, trying to maintain as much.
Oh, they had 1 kill.
They know they'll have to get down from there eventually.
Oh, Genji knocked.
Why not see if you can make the transition down?
Genji are fighting. Oh, you're gonna show us. They're fighting GL, G, NL. Wait, PO's inside the compound?
And now forced to take a fight, of course, running up
Gamer.
to GNL. One's gone down.
Oh!
Get away, so close.
That's so funny, man.
Those managed to get outside of that explosion.
All right, now MCG finally having to leave their compound. They're running into a very well-equipped Heroic. MCG holding their own for the time being. T-Bone going to have to pull back as he is a little bit separated from the rest of the gang. He's going to go down to about half HP. Was he 17? Putting everybody in the Murano, sending it down.
Can pick people up. Yep, in the last 6 months it was added.
In San Martin.
It's pretty huge for PUBG comp. I really like it though.
See, the city's starting to get a little populated here. Oh my God, Adder.
The caster curse comes to fruition, and Adder finds 2 in an instant. Both going down. I don't think he's going to be able to get the flushes. No, Edie finds 1. Second one should be stolen away as well. SSG now wrapping up.
Wait, what are Genji doing?
Hearing Genji in the vehicles. I think Genji heard them too. That's them saying, nope, we want to get out.
1 down.
They ain't gonna let that happen.
1 Genji down.
Inonix, that third knock on him, I believe, should be taken down instantly. Yep, that's going to happen. Inonix falls the sharp shot, and now they're sticking around here for reasons.
Yeah.
Any Genji voters? Oh, Fury are about to fight.
Shifts aren't doing Genji any favors in their attempt to try to salvage the day here. Is Fury going to pull up just on top of Oath? Some throwables come out.
Oh, 1 down.
No knocks be found until now.
Hello, Beck.
Will go down to a well-placed grenade from Snakers. Reload, trying to see where the footsteps are. He'll find 1.
Oh,
Belfast
1 point
has
for
been
Fury
taken down,
though.
And flushed. So Snakers and Reload.
I think they.
last
Oh, are
two
they
up
in?
for
Oh, they're not in. Oh, I think Inside's dead.
knocked low. They're gonna have to go for this res, and it looks like they put things
What?
on
I don't want to watch
pause.
this. They're all dead. Show me Fury.
Multi-circle gaming taking notes from Dynamo rotations. Now they're getting peppered because of it.
Oh!
See, they're all dead.
What
There
did
you
you
go.
expect to happen from stuff in there? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but they do go down in the end of it. Snakers now
2
running
Fury
this
dead.
battle on the southeast side.
Fury are all in the blue.
It wasn't tough enough already. Now we're hitting phase 5, and that's gonna really start hurting.
Mutually assured destruction here between Oath and
Fury voters.
As you can see, that zone is ticking hard. Snaker's going to get at least inside the circle, try to turn his attention back to see if he can maybe finish off the last member of Fury, but Oath down to 1 as Buriram continues their reign of terror from this high ground. The next victims will be Heroic, SSG, going to wrap it around down to the south.
And the wild thing to me is right now the south side of San Martin is completely empty. No one's opted to stake on the southern side, and we have some pretty big buildings. The apartment houses down there can house quite a few teams or players.
Cow is stuck in the blue in a 1v1 with Snakers.
I say
Oh,
yet because
Cow is on fire.
crashed at one point, but we're
In the
also reaching
blue.
a point now, Poro, where if you're a player, you're not even scouting that because, well, obviously there's going to be people there, right? So you're just kind of
Yeah, you
taking for
would think.
granted that it's occupied already, therefore they ain't even looking for it.
Flashbang going to land right on top of Waikikamuka's forehead here. Snaker's going to try to keep
Oh,
him at
he's dead.
bay. Waikikamuka, yep, he'll go down.
Okay, Fury got 2 points.
That kill, and Oath will keep 1 alive with 3 kills in the bag already. And TSM finds Clib, and Clib just destroys them. There goes TSM down in 11th, and now Oath has gone
Genji.
down. Well-placed grenade from Genji. They're not.
Genji have won the vote, guys.
Opponents up here still. Now that they've cleared them out, that's gonna leave them a little more room to maneuver.
They've already got more
Down
points.
the hillside, so I'm not sure if they still have vehicles inside the circle. They should be able to fetch them if need be, and I would assume to see.
Oh,
Genji
it was bad,
speed
man.
Down into the city to some extent. Question
Not
is whether they
again.
make it far.
Rigged.
Whole lot of city still in play.
Oh, Dashy lost. Of course, Rafflecat wins.
Both southern compounds actually. I think they're sending Canaxi over to the left.
Of course.
Kind of pinned down with their backs up against the blue. I'm not sure who is shooting. I know SSG is taking shots over in this direction. Maybe GBL in 17. Maybe Genji as well.
Raph ruined it. She takes your point.
Where Heroic is right now, and it.
Oh, there's a horse fucking me.
Job of taking advantage of that and taking over this southern.
I'm right though, right? Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Choose the outcome. Genji.
Smart play to try and isolate and try and prevent them from getting in. But I gotta say, I mean, if Heroic commits on one of these buildings, Edie will have little to no impact if Heroic manages to make their way to the wall, unless if he's got a ton of nades he can lump, because it's going to be a while before he can cross on over. And once they start fighting, looking at an SSG that could potentially, even Genji, that could potentially try and pull up on the south side.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a question.
I don't want to know how many points Raph just got.
Can they set that smoke wall well enough all the way to the wall and make it so that Edie can't get that flank position here? SSG will reposition their vehicles. Looks like they've got Roth out in a scout position just off to the
PUBG Rock play. Yeah, you just bounce off them.
Collapse. Where are we going?
It's so frustrating.
Well, you like city endings, Toby?
No, I like city endings.
My hesitant answer, enough of an answer. Let's get a double hardship to the west now, shall we? Just for the sake of things. Let's also, I mean, how do you scout there to be only 2
Liquid have 4 up in the middle.
Right
Rafflecat, you won. Of course, you always win.
Real estate here. I'm surprised to see Heroic not up to use vehicles on this rotation on, and maybe their tires are popped and they aren't parked in a way that they could make use of
You
them.
ended up taking everyone's points, Raph.
I was just gonna say that's gonna be close to impossible. Now they lose Corexi. Beam is down as well. Page is alive, but on his own and not in a position to rest them. And there you go. Clip, the third team to charm on in, takes down a Heroic member, and they fall. I feel like there was a chance for them to make an aggressive vehicle play on the houses, but they opted not to when it comes to cost them. And now a team that
You guys want to go back to Korea? I forgot. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because this is a city ending, and then those commentators, they don't even like city endings.
이번에 그 빈 구멍을 찾아내는, 그리고 또 상대방의 약한 타이밍을 이용하는 플레이는 훌륭합니다.
아수라를 기절시키니까 그쪽으로 차량 빠르게 붙여서 여기까지 가져가는 이 포인트도 굉장히 잘 짚고 있고요.
Genji is still not really having a great match. SSG have 8 kills.
예, 기블리는 엔스의 그 위치 그리고 흘러 들어올 수 있는 경로 대비를 하고 있습니다.
네. 한 명을
I mean, yeah, Albion, because it kind of ruins the fun.
계속 지고 갈 수 있어요. 이제 시가전 단계이기
I remember that.
어느 쪽으로 자기장이 좁혀지느냐가 굉장히 중요하거든요. 결국에는 아까 말씀하신 것처럼 위쪽으로 올라오는 자기장이 됐을 때 불이람이
I think she still has gambling, but people aren't really into it as much.
기블리 선수도 4명 유지가 되고 있고 현재 킬.
Yeah, Genji got a whole 3 points from this match.
여기서 전방 부대에서 한번 잘라 주겠다는 거예요.
So
좋습니다.
far.
그렇죠. 자, 싸움을 통해서 중심으로 완벽하게 지켜내면서 다시 한번 단독 1위 올라설 수 있을지.
지금 그 과정 속에서도 차후에 넘어갈 수 있는 그 필수 아이템인 연막탄을 챙기고 있어요. 불이랑과는 다릅니다. 맞습니다. 미래 계획을 꾸미고 있어요.
네.
그렇죠.
그렇죠.
넘어가야 되니까요.
자, 여기서 불이남은 정말 불나방 같은 팀이거든요.
차량을 통해서 한 번 더 조금 더 들어갈 수 있는 곳까지는 지금 스매 들어왔는데 모든 팀들이
Yeah, but the points aren't worth anything. So it's not.
그리고
You shouldn't.
정중앙으로 잡히게 되면
You don't need to.
벗어나거든요. 이 부분에 대해서 불이람이 연막탄을 얼마나 많이 보유하고 있는지가 굉장히 좀 중요할 것 같습니다.
자, 그냥 좁혀집니다.
지금 위치에서라면 사실 탄약은 그렇게 많이 필요 없거든요. 결정적인 싸움과 이동을 통해서는 무조건 연막탄을 다 가방에
This wasn't. Oh my god. This wasn't even Twitch points. This was like bot points.
자, 엔스가 도망갈 수 있는 포인트를 지금 기블리가 열어주는 것 같거든요.
City ending confirmed.
그래서 망쳐라. 그 구도를 망치고 우리는 그 타이밍을 이용한다.
그렇죠.
예.
그리고 팀 리퀴드가 좀 더 원활하게 위치를 바꾸기 위해서 인원을 약간 흩뿌려 놨었거든요. 근데 결국에 이게
좋아요.
침투 작전.
자, 기블리의 의도대로 엔스가
Looking for the win. So you can't really have a predict in these circles until a bit later.
약간 엔스가
Hello, Dodexa.
와!
근데
멕시간
방비가 좋네요.
기가 막히게 끊어내는데요.
이거 각폭 조심. 각폭 조심.
그렇죠. 없고 살아야 돼.
굉장히 좀
일어나
짧은
뛰고.
거리지만.
자 바로 뒤에서요. 그냥 들어오는 거 좀 감수하면서 지금 살리고 있습니다.
세 군데를 봐야 되거든요. 팀 리퀴드 입장에서는 엔스.
Oh, the shotgun's getting picked up. That is a good point. Maybe not yet, but soon.
이 모든 것을 다 마크를 해야 되는 상황이라 약간 부담스러울 수 있습니다.
자, 앞쪽에 그
브리람도
포탑을
들어와요.
세워놓고 스무스하게 부드럽게 들어오는 브리람 보세요.
네. 싸우는 거 좀 이용하고 지금 바로 들어가면서요. 인서클 했습니다. 피오 혼자서 영화표 짜.
네, 걸렸어요.
스피어에게 찔렸어요.
He is dead.
남아있는 상태고 이 흐름 자체를 이용하는 타이밍을 볼 수 있어요.
기블리 나옵니다.
렘바 조심해야 돼요. 렘바.
Is he making it? Yeah, he made it.
순간 찍히는 상황이 나올 수도 있거든요.
엔스도 조심스럽게 들어가고 있어요.
그렇습니다. 저희도 들어왔어요.
Interesting. Liquid are pulling out of the main building.
연막탄을 좀 많이 뿌리긴 했지만
But Ents are pushing.
설명을 지키면서 일단 인서클까지 가능하긴 한데 외곽이에요. 그러니까 계속 이게
시간은
오 17게임이.
샤오베이랑 수지우 선수님 남아 있는 상황에서
I think I like it.
렘바 쪽으로 술탄 들어갔네요. 자 유지가 좀 가능합니까 지금?
자 수류탄 뿌려가지고 이걸 한번
연막길에?
예 제차 잡아보려고 하나요?
네. 다시 한번 연막 뿌려주고.
자, 구조대 출동.
에더.
오 조심해야 돼. 오 체력이 너무 많이 빠져서. 그리고 술탄 하나 더 들어와.
와 큰일 날 뻔했습니다.
네. SSG.
Dude, SSG. Nah. SSG could have a huge game.
이 정도 거리면 이제 좀 안전해진 것 같아요.
SSG 다 던진 거.
Yeah, Team Liquid's building's way better. It's so hard to run across the open from Ence's building. But Ence had nowhere else to go. Ence had to push it.
그런 단계는 아니거든요.
네, 지금 자기장 8번째 지금 잡히고 있는 상황에서 오!
Ence are dead.
조심해야 돼요.
네, 지금 던지고 있습니다.
But it's also going to be hard for Liquid to hold Ence and KPI at the same time.
자, 렘바 선수 쓰러졌습니다. 오! 아니 이게 진짜 너무 많네.
He tried to dodge and he walked into the other nade.
이게 엔스가 스며들어가는 걸 팀 리퀴드가 오케이 들어와 우리 이사한다. 북쪽으로 빼버렸어요.
네.
저항하지 않았습니다.
네.
그렇기 때문에 엔스가 너무 피해 없이 들어와서 기블리를 역으로 잡았어요.
네. 토총류 던지면서 한 번에 쓸어버렸어요.
그러니까 순간적으로 이게 본인들의 위치가 좀 묶이다 보니까 그걸 놓치지 않았던 엔스의 센스가 굉장히 좋았던 것도 있고.
Oh, EB knocks.
팀 리퀴드까지.
17게이밍도
Oh, they're actually getting across. Oh, he's just climbing in, dude. That is so confident.
시가전에서는 변수가 많이 일어나거든요.
Oh, Liquid are falling apart.
잘 들어가야 했어.
They had too many things to watch. Too many things. Too many people.
불도저처럼 다 밀어내고 있습니다.
그리고 계속 말씀드렸지만 팀
Suddenly, Liquid are down to one.
많은 욕심을 내면서 수비를 구축해놨기 때문에 한 명 남았어요.
네. 다 밀어붙여요.
예, 본인들의 핵심 위치를 그냥 고스란히 내준 결과를
The shotgun. DraftKings switched to a shotgun.
그리고 서쪽에
네.
SSG.
SSG. 새로운 세상을 꿈꾸는 팀이거든요. SSG.
그렇죠.
꿈을 이뤄낼 수 있을까요?
스페이스 스테이션.
네. 근데 이제 점자기장을 생각해 보면 17게이밍의 품 안에 모두 다
맞습니다.
뛰어들어가야 되는 그런 상황이 됐거든요.
SSG 4명 유지가 되고 있어요. 자, 미라마 쌈마티.
실젠.
여기서 무조건 KPI는 이 인원을 지켜내면서 엔스를 막아내야죠.
네.
James is farming.
올립니다. 이렇게 되면 뒤에서 바라보고 있는 팀들에겐 기회가 생기나요? 차이나 중심부에는 17게이밍.
자, 그래서 브리람이
Oh, the shotgun.
좀 많이 챙겨놨다면 이런 싸움에 대해서 가상의 연막벽을 치고 타겟팅을 단순화시킬 수 있거든요.
Oh, they're in there.
살리면서 서로 살리고 실전 살리고.
자, 17게이밍 건물로 붙었어요. 점장장 완전히 꽂혔습니다.
네.
그냥 그 건물 안쪽에서의 마지막 점장장이에요.
그렇죠.
This is last circle, by the way. This is the last circle.
건물 안쪽으로 들어가요.
Oh, he's dead.
들어오는
Oh no, he's in.
디걸 선수님 2명의 선수 남아.
That shotgun, I swear, is going to get more kills.
지금은요. 외곽 쪽에 남아 있는 팀들의 연막도 중요하겠지만 수류탄을 통해서
17 only have 2 up, but they're in the middle. That wait was so nice. The fact he waited for the other player.
17게이밍 기회가 왔어요. 17게이밍도
두 명으로도 충분히 이건 방비가 가능합니다.
Dude, SSG got middle. SSG in the other building.
고정돼 있어요.
I feel like SSG win.
지금 치고 나가거든요.
그리고 SSG가 기회도
No, why switch?
새로운 세상.
브리람도 무너지고요.
네. 수직까지 잡아냈습니다. 그렇죠. 지금 우주정거장 팀 입장에서는 여기 화성이라고
SSG
생각해요.
10 kills.
정거장 만든다는 생각으로 밀어붙여야죠.
그렇죠.
꼽아야 돼요.
정거장 만들어야죠. 화성 가야죠. 지금 되고 있습니다.
Oh, the pre-fire.
철문이에요. 6발.
Oh, nice. The SLR switch.
총검술로 잡았어요.
그렇죠.
스르륵 단발광클.
그리고 샤오베 갑니다. 그리고 짐즈. 네. SSG 현재 26점. 자, 새로운 세상을 꿈꾸는 팀.
자, 짐즈를 잡아내고 이거 17게이밍을 올가맬 생각이에요.
미라마 새로운 땅. 자, 과연 개척할 수 있을지
성공해서 혹시
놓쳤어요. 샤오베이.
이게 한 방에 들어갔더라면 또 구도가
He wins with the shotgun.
네.
문 열고
샤오베이.
수류탄
성광탄.
자, 밀어야죠.
자, 짐즈가 2등 할 수도 있겠는데요. 이 정도의 공격성이라면.
Never mind. That was James top 3 on his own.
수류탄 3개.
치킨각.
설마 수류탄 3개를 통해서.
네, 설마.
이거 진짜.
He molly, T-bullied. Nice. Oh, we're dropping frames. I'm sorry, guys.
그렇습니다. 우주로 넘어가기 위해서는
Welcome to Australia.
그 빌드업에 있어서 SSG 많은 것을 해냈습니다.
정거장 만들고 미라마를 화성으로 생각하면 돼요.
그렇습니다. 우린 1등 갈 거니까 하는 그런 다른 팀들의 어떤 약점을 포착해내는 그 타이밍이 너무나도 기막혔습니다.
자, 미래를 꿈꾸는
How many kills they get?
예, 여기 숫자 유지하면서 굉장히 잘 싸웠습니다.
11.
그렇습니다. 각각의 그 공략을 해야 되는 포인트에서 속도를 주지 않았어요. 비행기 잔해 쪽에서의 교전들, 그리고 젠지를 묶어주는 플레이, 밀어붙이는 플레이, 이런 것들이 하나하나 다 완성이 됐기 때문에 서쪽에 비어있는 칩터라인 쪽으로 좀 스며들 수 있는 그 기회를 스스로 만들어냈습니다.
완벽하게 착륙했어요.
그렇습니다. 아까 전에 그 젠지를
English.
Maybe take care of them, but they scout it out properly. They take their time. They play it patiently, and the push onto 17 was at exactly at the right
SSG
time.
did not get into San Martin early either. They got in late.
But let's throw it over to the analyst desk to hear what they have to say about game number 4.
Thank you, gentlemen, and patience pays off as SSG comes out with a win, and a big one at that. And while they were dominant, it was James that kind of stole the show at the end when everybody could not take their eyes off of his stand against Buriram. What an exciting match in our first round of the Desert Frost. Woo! SSG.
Coming into a game like this, having a urban ending, it's one of the roughest endings for the players, for teams to play out. And so many teams played it out so well. Of course, SSG, they stand tall in the end, but it was also how they actually entered this kind of last two circles, how they got into San Martin. We saw them being on the west side, just outside town. They were all alone. Everybody was inside town. They were inside the next circle, and SSG was the only team that needed to get inside. We saw 17 Gaming, they had the western app, but they opted to go towards the center instead. And what SSG did was that they sent two guys. They only had one vehicle. They sent two guys with that vehicle in there, while the other two was holding them, make sure that they could.
Oh, actually, what should the next bet be?
With the last two. And I mean, it went well for them. They got in, but also how they later managed to take over the building from 17 as well. It was such a key point to win this game, since that was the center of the last circle.
It seemed like it was a lot about their timing, Martin. They seemed to have a very good feel for when they needed to lay back and wait it out, when they need to make that push. Ultimately, I thought 17 was.
There can only be two outcomes.
In that center, they were literally a compound on the dot.
Right.
And SSG managed to dig them out.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I absolutely love these urban endings. It's a slaughterhouse from start to finish. But the way that SSG, they actually managed to get into that late game with that many kills and 4 guys alive was extremely impressive. They played that so well. 22 points from this game, 12 kills. Yeah, massive. That was just a masterful way of putting
the pods, the screen cheating Ella.
And also,
it's nothing to do with screen cheating.
You know, we have the house on the center.
Just having an own area for your team. It's pretty normal.
Kind of being surrounded with everyone, but I didn't expect it to be kind of a last stand like that from 17 Gaming. I expected a bit more kills coming out of them. There were obviously not that many guys alive, but yeah, it ended up being just a.
Should we do? We can do VP hot drop again.
You know, it was what it was. You see James there with a massive amount of damage. early on when we learned this was going to be Urban, Liquid had a really good center position for us. They seemed like their spread was strong. And I saw what felt like a lot of ball dropping, and James sort of just recovered that at the end out of, honestly, just pure brazenness.
Yeah, what we saw was that Liquid actually had a 3-1 split, where James was the solo player in that 3-1 split. He was in another house a little bit more to the south, and he wasn't getting pushed, while we saw the others, they were getting pushed by Ants and KPI. Now, James managed to stay alive. Not only that, but he also managed to clutch, I think it was like 4 placements in total, and adding a few kills on top of that. That's so many points for Team Liquid there to add up on just this game alone. It's just
can't believe Gen G have 5 points after 4 games.
I mean, he was flashed out and everything, but just like hip fire shooting and everything. He did everything he could, even towards the end there. We saw a little glimpse of hope that he might be able to get maybe one more flash, but it didn't happen on SSG.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was good to see the flushes, the amount of points he was trying to put on the board. Another team that we saw again, Martin, in the mix at the end was KPI. These guys just don't seem to have a die mentality. Every time we get to an end game, they're in the mix. Tell me, like, they played well again. They were 4th, 6th, 3rd, and another 6th place. These guys don't finish outside the top 10.
No, and they get kills every single time.
Pure not doing good.
Oath 47, not a
first game was good, and then since then it's been a struggle. They're not really doing anything crazily wrong. They're just not having good games.
Catch up a little bit, and SSG's big game actually put them quite well in the top.
Who made the bold picture? I did a stream with the filter. It made me bold.
From analyst to the host here. You must be clapping your hands while we're not
cut it out.
looking at the top 4 right now, with America being extremely well represented.
You know, I think I am, and I don't like to play favorites, but I will say, as someone who's come from the region that has been mocked and maybe made fun of for a long time, we believed it was gonna be a strong year for the Americas, and so far this weekly final is showing that the guys came to play. So I am stoked to see it. I think that I think that our guys have learned a lot during the Most Chicken year.
Let's do Team Liquid versus
really working, especially for builds like Oath, who I think are geared up for this sort of thing. They're cerebral players who know when to push and know when to hold. And it's really paying off.
I hate this
I think
America EU talk shit.
Because of the merge into the
It's also too early to say. It's literally the first weekly finals.
Before it was NA and SA against each other. Now they're one region, which means that already there you have some adaptation from some of the teams.
TL.
They know how to play against other teams that they're not that used to. But normally it would only have been NA on NA action. Now they have to learn our teams, and it's a good.
Who should we do? Team Liquid and who?
An actual event like this.
100%. The merging of the regions has been one of the best things to happen to the Americas. For both regions, it makes the scrib stronger, it makes action better, and we're seeing the results of that. We're going to be back to see the results
European
of our
showdown
match of the day in just a couple of minutes after these words.
All right. Highest points again. Same thing. Highest points. Not placement. Team Liquid versus Ents. Do you think Fury are going to turn it around? Is the way you sort of expect they'd be? No, I think they can do a lot better than this. The cap lag, it's 4 matches. 4 matches of PUBG is not many. In a best of 10, like, the weekly finals are hard. It's hard. It's hard. I would have picked them to do better than this so far, but as I said, I don't think they've done anything crazy wrong. That game was a hard rotate, for example. Just a really hard rotate, that game. Why was there a sheep sound?
Hello， 大家好，我们是17战队。感想是非常开心，非常激动，然后期待是拿一个好成绩，拿一个冠军。心态比较好。
Who dropped 20k? Someone dropped 200k last time.
能主动去解决问题。 感觉就是进世界赛的队伍都很强吧，但是我们状态好起来了更强。
好，低调了哈。确实啊，因为每次是这个比赛里面都有
Raffle Cat
皮肤嘛，是吧？各位如果说想拥有这次这个比赛的皮肤的话，投谁应该知道吧？来说个口号，3、2、1，
一往无前，什么东西？
没，我的。
一往无前，旗开得胜。
저희는 기블리라는 팀이고 옆에서부터 에더, 저 람부, 렘바, 스피어 선수가 있는 팀이고 되게
Wait, what back there?
추구하는 팀이에요.
Nothing yet.
그래서 이제 상황을 만들어내고
feels great to be here. I'm super excited to compete and play in PGC. You know, the best teams in the world are here. You just want to play against those players so you can test yourself and try to grow as a team and both as an individual.
Oh, that should link on that. Click I'll just show you.
What's the 0.0001%?
Sometimes Roth dies for free.
Meant to be on weekly finals.
So our biggest rival in the tournament is GNL. They think they can take our drop spot on Miramar. GNL, we will never leave Monty.
We appreciate the sport through our ups and downs. I think to my teammates, remember it's gonna be a hard road. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's a stressful event. It's a stressful tournament. I know I've been in this situation last year, and I'm more than ecstatic to be in this situation with these guys. I wouldn't have won a better group, and I don't think there's a better team in the world. So just be ready. SSG's, we're about to be on top, baby.
I am exhausted. I'm so tired. James? Doxed. Oh. Oh. I guess New State looks more similar to Super People. The New State ad is well made. Yeah, but it looks nothing like this, does it? Hang on. Anyone streaming it right now? New State. Hang on. Anyone streaming it right now? Oh, yeah. I can hear myself. Hang on. Anyone streaming it right now? Oh, yeah. Alright, don't tell anyone that I'm showing the stream on stream. New state is PUBG Mobile. It is not PC. I guess it's not a bad ad, but I mean, I don't want to play mobile. I don't get the point of it. I think New State is just a relaunch that they were allowed to launch in certain countries. Something. It has more players than PC, Beck. You're right, Talaran, you're right.
The PUBG Global Championship 2021. The first weekend final well underway with one match left to play. My name's Toppies. I am joined by Martin and Patrick here on the desk as we break down the action. It has been a day of
PUBG Mobile makes like 90% of their revenue.
Bottom, unexpected
well, who went in?
like KPI at the top. Ghibli playing one of the most consistent games, but also one of the biggest throws in
Ducky.
history.
Oh, God.
Short of exciting. Martin, give me your take on day one so
Going
far.
in hard.
It's been super exciting, obviously, but
like crab game?
The
never played
it. It's kind of back to where we felt at how it was at ranked decision matches, and it's kind of what we expected from these teams, obviously, right? So what the teams have been able to take from the ranked decision matches and then kind of put it and evolve into this. Obviously, some of the teams had more games to play throughout the week, and I will say the more matches you can play in the weekly survival, the better. And it feels like some of these teams are obviously super well prepared, but it's kind of taking, do you want to play as many games as possible, or do you want to sit back and watch what everybody else is doing? And right now, from the 4 games we've seen so far, I can't really see what's the best so far. The more games looks to be pretty good. You know, KPI, ANS, SSG, they're all been doing quite well. They've had more training up there, and they had the most games played as well.
Froz, the road to greatness is paved on the bodies of those who fall in front of you. What team has blown your mind and looks like they are paving the way to heist that trophy based on early games?
I mean, looking at it, I gotta say, Ghibli has been surprising me a little bit how well they've been able to play here today, but I hope it's not just a fluke. I hope they can keep this up, because I know this is a great team. We've seen a lot of greatness from them, but I didn't expect them to be this good, this quick.
How much have you got left? Fucking me.
Of course, they can do it.
How many do you have left,
They
Beck?
are one of the best teams here, but at the same time, seeing teams like VP, Gen G down towards the bottom after 4 games, and it's way down the bottom. That's not what we've been expecting at all. But there is always got to be a little bit of surprise.
6-6-1-9.
We'll see what happens here in the last game.
It's time for the last game of the day. We're halfway through the first.
All right, Team Liquid versus Eds. Oh, that is a shit plane. Get your vote in. You have 30 seconds before I end submissions.
Thank you very much, Toppies. And yes, we are here for the final game of the day. The first weekly final, week 1, match number 5 of PGC 2021, presented by Alienware and Toomey. I am Porosaurus. Joining me again is Toby. And it is a very North American heavy top 5 so far, but will it end up the day that way, Toby? What do you think?
All I can say to that is that I remember people taking screenshots of all of EU being down in the bottom 5, and remember what happened. Remember what happened, everyone.
Yeah, it's real hard to trash talk it.
I'm about to close it. Close it.
There's a reason we play 10 of these things.
Exactly. It's good though. Honestly, I love to see. I don't feel like I am in particularly EMEA biased. I just gotta say I love seeing the teams that play the best get rewarded the most. And SSG, we talked about it. They had a hard transition into just the outskirts of the city, and when that circle yoinked to the east,
look, I can test.
Shaking our heads going, yep, that's.
I can't believe it.
That was literally the toughest circle shift they could get, and they still conquer and win. That's, I mean, they played it the best. They got the.
Someone's dropping early.
So glad to see.
I feel like MCG are bad at contesting, even though they won last time.
And managing to make home. Speaking of tough shifts, we'll get back to that in a second. But
This would just kill me inside. Holy shit, that circle.
This is a north side circle.
I am very excited about this circle. I love Crew to Valle circles. They're my favorite. But what's my not favorite? Man, for months I've been looking forward to seeing VP play with their full roster.
Just not for very long at the time.
This is what we're getting. It's super unfortunate. Look, hey, everybody has bad days. Everybody's allowed to have bad days. It's not the end of the world. There's still a lot of tournament left to play. But this is just it sucks that we're seeing a really good team get knocked out within the first couple of minutes every single game.
I'm just again trying to continue on the math that I did before coming into this, and before I was completely sure on whether they would be hot dropping.
Just lost some points? Wait, why'd you say that?
If VP, because technically you only need to make top 13 to make grand finals, right? So do they think that if we can just make sure to make finals, even if we go out and get 2 points per game, if we can make finals, the fact that we have played 30 games,
I mean, Batulans did not get flushed.
Won't have made weekly finals 3 times. Is that going to be enough for us to make it through? Because if that's the way they're playing, fair enough. But if you then don't make week 3 or don't make week 2, that is so many games that you could have a lot of points and that you then not Spiro in the meantime.
The shock, the Saiga kills. They're gonna win one. VP are gonna win one.
With the Saiga in hand, Spiro finds one more. Perfectix there to join as well, and somehow the tides have turned. Batulans were down before, shot out of the sky.
How long is he gonna stay here, guys?
Flush on him.
How long is he gonna stay prone here?
That is more like it. That is the team I've been wanting to see. As you see, their hearts are racing. They know that they've got one left. It's going to be Tank up in the top. He's got the 2X. He's got the M16. Not the best combo you could ever hope for. He pulled out the shot.
Why is he looking up?
But
they can't climb through that, can they?
Young man down as oh, Toby. Look in the mini map.
Why would
SSG's creeping over?
I don't know if I want to look at the mini map. Come on, man. VP are surviving.
Why did he shoot?
They can't come tell me they're gonna get. Oh! It popped off his head too. It literally bounced off his helmet. That's a
At that point, you're going to die, but you can get at least one kill.
Time you've been doing this, other teams have been
Wait till you have a guaranteed kill.
Last week, they were constantly getting tacked up by Burim. They have to anticipate that people are around, and
I'm confused. I'm confused. I have an ad on the map stream.
Sprinting for vehicle. Question is if Sharpshot hears that or not.
Oh man, I feel like SSG doesn't make this push if they didn't win that last game. I feel like this isn't a push that SSG makes. They still don't have Roth. Roth is still miles away. As you can hear Sharpshot.
Oh no.
Steps, and you'll see Batulans wait for him to get in. Spots him, and that's
close prediction. Yeah, I did.
Batulans was just clapping about how happy he was that they got the win, and now he's dead again.
It's happened every time. They have never been allowed to fight off Power Grid, get out of there, and just run off. How are they not playing more careful? That's, I mean, one thing is they hot drop, and everyone doing that are, in my opinion, I'm not going to get into that. But the fact that they aren't prepared for that to happen surprises me a lot. Batulans, incredibly smart guy. This has happened every single game for them that they've done this. And the fact that they weren't anticipating that was a bit surprising to me.
Well, meanwhile, in center circle, Team Liquid.
After you win a hot drop 4-0 like that, you're like incredibly like, yeah, poggers. That's probably why.
Some nice shots there from Clib and our solo heroics of the hour, Jeems. What an end game he had last.
Just because Liquid are in center doesn't mean much.
I mean, not only does he get
that's a good spot
off of that end game, but he also racks up 3 more placements.
But
a ton of points accumulated in this situation.
I don't know.
I mean, once they started going down to ends, I thought, well, that's Liquid out in 7th place. They're not going to be able to make it.
Ends will be in fine
but
too.
Somehow Jeems gets 3rd. That is incredibly impressive. Oh, 2nd place actually make that, so even better. That is a hell of a lot of points racked up in an end game that should have been sort of a salvage from one guy maybe getting the knock on one, but you're going to get traded immediately after. No, he racks up something along the lines of 10 points for his team after the teammates all dead.
City endings, man. Yep. City endings, anything.
I mean, they 100%. They had time to research and work out where everyone is going. I don't know if they did scrims or not.
33.3% of his
but the only thing here, it's better than apartments. Power Grid is
Remba has
one of the top 3 spots on the map.
That's your, if you're looking for fantasy, these are the guys
if not better.
Pick, right? Oldest going to take a few
but still.
shots of shoe. with that AK all over the place. But look at this, Chaibe creeping up to see if he can maybe catch Ola slipping.
The rest of 17 ain't there, so it's got to be a quick knock and a getaway, I would assume, because that position is somewhat exposed. And now his teammate caught in the open. Focus fire has to be elsewhere. Shu fortunate to land some good shots, but will get tagged up in return. Xiaobei does petrify the nugget holders, but it ain't gonna hold
that's a good that's a good showing of the AK not being amazing.
Just do just that. Almost able to take down Sharpshot too. Hasn't even committed to healing himself on up. He's just continuing to apply pressure to SSG, and they're falling apart.
What a turn from Shu and Soju there, as Sharpshot now in no man's land. He's by himself. He's got a bolty. That is gutsy, I guess. Just M24, and here's Little Ghost pulling
that
up.
Was
Little Ghost, that's not
questionable.
What you Jaibe, what are you guys doing there? Just send it
hey.
in, trying to go for the drive-by, see if they can get it. Okay, he'll get it. And that'll be it for Sharpshot, as Roth and Oldless still off in the distance, as they are miles away. They should be safe. They might. Do they push this?
I don't mind.
Shoot, why not?
Play, but there's no reason to go 1v1 where you can go 3v1. Like greedy for a kill, fine by me. Greedy for a suicide is just, I mean, it's fortunately.
Liquid are doing this really greedy split,
but he should never have full committed like that on his own.
But it's working so far.
Now Oldest and Roth creeping back out, see if they can collect what was knocked. Looks like Little Ghost will get rezzed. The 17 back up to full strength.
I think my stream is behind a bit.
I think Space Station has to realize play the rest of the
no, it's not.
Too.
Trying to make the getaway. Should be able to do just that. Remember, there are placement points to fight for now, so despite that you might not be able to win the game itself, you should be able to get something away from it. Should you be able to stay alive for longer, and I think, understandably so, and as you said too,
chasing them?
I mean,
PUBG will always be a good game.
Like it, yeah, but they're going in the direction that the only direction that is the direction towards the circle. It's, I think, I mean, what better than being able to backtrack?
Let's look at this. Look at Ents. Ents could have come in here, but instead they've gone all the way up top, which is interesting. I like it.
Exactly what team it is. So if he sees them in the kill feed, just use them as your.
And then Liquid, this is so greedy, because if a 4-man pushes this,
to make sure that you have a safe rotation going in.
They don't run away from a solo.
Pio gonna take out a tire on Sills, and his KPI making their rotation just past.
Not in this format.
In the hands of Pio. Okay, I'm convinced.
Is proven. I was just.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else I gotta do.
I'm so glad that you caught on to that too. I was just gonna say that's all. That's the only ambassador I need on an SKS in order to tell you that's the best team. We are excluding MK14. But that is the only advocate I need. He is my endorsement, and I think I just won.
Fine.
If I had $1 for every time I talked about PUBG's wrongdoings.
Worldwide gun, then all of a sudden everybody's gonna be tripping. All right.
Oh, I've seen the circle already. Ready? Watch this.
Pretty far north. Are we gonna cut south, or are we gonna stay center? Where are we gonna go? Boy, this circle woke up.
Ents, they knew. Ents knew.
That is disgusting.
Ents are getting pushed by Ghibli though.
I mean, fortunately, despite the fact that we are on the very
Ghibli are pulling up on Ents.
Because the first circle was so far
Ghibli don't give a fuck.
Majority of teams are kind of up in this area already. So in terms of how far they have to transition, it ain't that bad. We're just chartering kind of going uncharted terrain here. Ghibli, full speed forward, pedal to the
I have confirmed. Wasn't there there used to be cheats that could see future circles, wasn't there? Uh-oh. Oh, that's a whiff. You can't hide behind that. Rastamar's dead. Though.
So some damage being done in return here as Ghibli try and maneuver through.
Oh, Remba, you can't miss shots like those in games like this. Not in this lobby, man. That is unfortunate for them. And now Ghibli down.
But Ents have 2 points.
Hold that now. I mean, down south, these are called unpushables.
Did he make that?
See if it holds the same in the southern part of Tori. As Lambu and Spear continue to move around. Oath, here's a fight going on. Do they want a piece of this?
I would say, I mean,
The town is filling up.
I would say Oath has been at least to me, surprisingly passive in situations.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that PUBG had to change something.
Opportunity to aggress here could have again.
I don't know.
Exactly the perfect compound to make a play on, and you don't know exact whereabouts of opponents. But I feel like Oath, at least in the way I understand the team, they'll pounce on a chance if they get to, just regardless of when during the game it is. If they feel like there's a free kill for them to obtain somewhere, they'll try and go for it. Whereas I feel like now they have been, and I like this more. They have been more passive and saying,
these things are awful. I would hate to be here.
For the most part, I feel like I've seen NA teams quite often want to try and see if they can get that extra kill to then have to pay the price for it.
James, dead.
James, again, I want to do the math on how
the Fury no?
So far Liquid has lost a player early where the teammates weren't.
I think Inside the Sora.
Dangerous to split off in these situations, and here they pay the price once more.
I mean, in my opinion, and again, this isn't specifically trying to target Liquid or anything, but just the teams that do that kind of those rotations where half the team's gone and the one guy's just kind of training. It just feels lazy to me, but. They pay the price this time around. The rest of the three, they do have a good compound though, just off to the south. We'll see how Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid split was very unnecessary.
On the move, they've got Fury right in front of them. Would love to see Fury put something together. They were such a dynamic team in the opening weeks.
Oh.
And so far today, it's been a little bit slow still.
Oh God, it's a massive trade.
Flipping it up real quick.
Nice response on that one. I thought
Fury have one up.
Them going down, they would be completely
and Cal's so far away. All right, bad day for Fury. Bad day. Holy shit, the circle.
Solens, the loot comes around, the side gets down too. Now let's see next circle. How much worse can this get? That worse.
Gen G circle.
You just had.
Go in Korea.
오스. 차량 사고.
And lost player.
자, 이 상황에서 콘.
이게 진짜 희귀한 자기장인데 정말 오랜만에 나왔거든요. 네. 그래서
제가
지역의 중요성을 안 건지 젠지가 합류를 했습니다.
네.
들어오는 팀들
That is a circle, man.
젠지가 기절시키거나 확킬 찍은 상황이 아니라서
It probably comes south now, though.
가능성에 대해서 힘을 실어주고 있는 것 같고요.
That's crazy.
오스를 정리합니까? 렐로 선수가 좀 정리 중.
이 수류탄은 좀 위험해 보이는데요.
Hello, who that?
벨 프로스트.
예, 이게 상위권 팀들 간의 교전이라서 지금 기블리 이 킬로그에 집중하고 있거든요.
Liquid wrapping north.
자, 여기서 하나하나 끊어내는 장면까지도 그려내기 위한 준비. 퓨리.
I love it when they say his name.
상대방의 기절 로그를 지금 확인했으니까 좀 더 과감하게 밀어붙여야 될 것 같은데요.
네.
이럴 때 적극성이 필요해요.
카피탄.
자, 이거를 연막탄을 치고 가는 것보다는 성광탄을 이용해서 같이 트레이드.
They're amazing bitches.
여기서 코앞에.
바로 앞에 안 보여.
Wait, PO died?
와! K8 선수들도 와 끌어냈어요.
Both dead.
진짜 개입하는 그 타이밍과 날카로움이 지금 엄청납니다.
원래 좀 잘 안 나오던 선수들인데 이젠 잘 나와요.
타이밍은 지금
Well, Liquid are far north and Ents have 2 players left in the middle. Liquid have 0 points and Ents have 2 points.
자, 입성 전체 나가야 돼요. 이거 무조건 막아야 돼요.
무조건 막아야 됩니다.
필 체력을
에스더가 해줘.
자, 바로 잡아내면서 3명 유지.
자, 이 위치 지키면 어쨌든 아래쪽으로 토레아우마다 아래쪽으로 또 자기장이 전개가 될 거기 때문에 거기에 대한 대비도 되어 있거든요.
2차 위기예요. 버튼스 프로 입장에서는 2차 위기에 지배했습니다.
Oh, that's a bad death.
17게이밍도 하나 타겟팅 정하고 밀어가는 모습은 불도저 같습니다.
샤오웨이. 진짜 사냥꾼이에요.
와, 교전력 하나만큼은 진짜 어느 팀에게도 밀리지 않거든요.
Not a good day for VP.
자기장 좁혀지고 오늘 극단적인 자기장 나왔거든요.
수류탄도 아니에요. 섬광탄을 들고 있습니다.
네. 다나와도 조심스럽게 들어가는데.
검문 검색하고 있는데요.
와, 이러면 다나와 e스포츠도 KPI의 그 원통을 좀 정리를 하면서 차근차근 외곽을 탄다면 기회가 생길 것 같습니다.
버터스 프로 무너졌고요.
그렇습니다. 외곽 쪽에서 또 히로익이 머무르고 있는 집단지와 그리고 앞쪽에 동산 쪽.
By the way, PO died trying to get a crate. I'm pretty sure. See this crate?
남아 있는 상태고요.
He died getting it.
히로에게 동쪽을 전부 다 가져간 상황이고요.
네.
그렇죠.
이노닉스 선수가 위치한 곳 그리고 바로 우측 100m 지역에 최종 자기장이 형성됐던 그런 대회들이 있었어요. 그쪽에 아마 집중을 하지 않을까 싶어요. 저 단차를 놓고 라인 싸움을 하는 그런 투척 무기를 던지는 최종 싸움이 굉장히 많이 나왔거든요.
네.
그런데 이 상황에서 이 토레오마다에 들어가고 있는 팀들이 너무 많다 보니까 자기장이 그냥 벗어나는 순간 이 팀들은 이
I mean,
안쪽에서의 전멸
yeah, the circles have been pretty crazy. Like City Circle last game.
소지우 선수. 자 위에.
But yeah, you're right. Also, people are aggressive. People want kill points.
불도저 가나요? 17킬.
밀어버리나 그냥? 아 이거 너무 단단한 벽이거든요.
I feel like Oath are playing the best. I know they're on top, obviously. But the way, like, I like what they've been doing. They haven't been too aggressive. Uh-oh, Liquid. Are they in here? Like, as in, can they stay up here? Oh, I don't know if you want to go up there.
이 서쪽을
아.
중심으로 외곽을 계속 정리할 수 있는 구도를 만들어낼 수 있느냐가 좀 중요할 것 같아요. 네, 어차피 건물 이 대도시 안쪽으로 지르는 그 플랜은 안 할 것 같거든요.
Cow got a flash. Is Cow gonna ruin Liquid's game?
예. 와이키. 예. 카무카무 선수 혼자 남았거든요.
와이키카무카우 선수가 아까 전에 입성하는 그 차량 소리를 잘 듣고.
Two left. Did Liquid get a point yet? Nope. I don't like this. I don't like Liquid. What are they doing here?
그 위치를 뺏어가려고 할 것 같은데. 그냥 밀어붙이나요? 아니 왜 과감해요?
That's not it.
이게 진짜 불도저죠.
네, 이거 불나방.
이거 불나방.
예, 불나방.
네.
두 글자 차이긴 하지만.
네. 불이에요.
네.
Why did Liquid go up there?
이렇게 화끈하게 할 플레이 이게 맞나요? 아니, 이게
Well, it depends. If Liquid can stay safe now, and Ents have to leave the city, Ents will probably die.
그래서 스피어 선수가 지금 창문에서 노려보고 있습니다. 17게임의 그 킬로그와 진입 상태를 계속해서 체크하고 있어요.
네.
이거 사실상 못 들어가요.
와, 퍼디. 역시
퍼디가 잡았어요.
네.
수류탄으로.
퍼디의 수류탄 정확히.
Oh, Clib's knocked.
아수라.
자, 아수라 선수가 건물 안에서 계속해서 매복에 가까운 그런 위치에서 때리다 보니까 팀 리퀴드 대처가 어렵습니다.
못 붙게.
네. 여기
예상해서. 그래 살리네요.
Oh.
수류탄을 통해서
기절한 위치 킹 찍어놓고 여기에 수류탄 던지면 2킬 들어온다는 거죠.
그렇죠. 거의 다 왔어요.
Oh no!
안쪽에 수류탄.
너무 긴데요 이거.
네, 약간의 차이.
그리고 본인들이 살짝 위험해졌죠.
착각 나오니까 다시.
If Liquid can stay alive,
연막 뿌려놓고요.
Ents are out of the circle.
자, 그래서 저는 지금 히로익이 외곽 쪽에서 동산과 그리고 또 앞쪽에 도로의 경사를 다 먹을 수 있는 위치라서 외곽 회전을 하면서 뚫어갈 수 있는 팀이 안 보이거든요, 전.
그렇죠.
Ibby's looking for a good spot. Oh, Clib's down again.
동쪽 주도권에 대해서 도전할 수
He's dead. Oh god.
기본
It's just Ibby. And he has 0 points. And Ents have 2 points.
정리하면서 그쪽을 썼더라면 모르겠지만 지금은 다나와이 스포츠 발목도 잡히고 있어요.
레클로 쓰러졌고 이거 위로 올라와서 좀 싸우다가 쓰러졌어요.
자, 젠지 입장에선 브리람 유나이티드 e스포츠의 어떤 진격을 막기 위해서 3명이 힘을 합쳐줬고요.
네.
무조건 지켜야죠. GNL e스포츠도 무조건 이 인서클 구도에서 완벽한 수비가 좀 필요한 타이밍입니다.
점수 득점할 수 있는 그 기회를 만들 수도 있거든요.
그렇습니다. 살리 선수가 앞쪽에 파이프라인을 먹어서 기블리의 그 진격
Liquid are dead.
그런
0 points.
네, 나오는 거 지금 보고 있는.
자, 뒤로 오르대요.
그런데 또 때렸어요. 기블리.
옆에 검샷. 자, 쭉 밀고 좀 원통으로.
남부가 붙잡혔습니다. 서울에게.
I really didn't like the way they played that.
연막탄 뿌렸지만 수류탄 던지면 끝이 나죠.
던져주고 서울. 여기서 마무리가 됐습니다. 기블리.
네. 젠지도 좋은 수비를 보여주고 있는데 이 구도에서 KSM이 사실상 외곽에서 정리당할 줄 알았거든요.
Cow's still alive and getting kills. Got 3 kills now.
파고들었습니다.
Funny.
이쪽에서 TSM이 스쿼드를 유지한다면 구도에 큰 영향을 미칠 수 있어요.
다나와가 지금 노리고 있는 상황인데요. 지금 2명 남았고요.
자,
와,
이것도 잘
에스도.
쳐냅니다.
That is a spray, man.
자, 젠지 좋아요.
네. 아, 뺏겼어요.
자, 어쨌든 밀어내는 게 중요한 겁니다. 변수를 없애고 앞쪽에
I don't think Fury played bad.
그 도로 쪽에
Hard
이용할
games.
수 있는 포인트가 아직까지 젠지가 먹을 수 있습니다.
It's funny because I feel like Liquid have played worse, and they have 20
그런
points.
플레이에 있어서는 지금 기회가 남아 있거든요.
와, 그리고 TSM이
PUBG.
TSM 우직하게 미는데요.
네. 자, 원통 지역 쪽으로 들어가면서
I mean, Cal might get a few more kills here. He's in a great spot for it. He's in a great spot.
퓨리의 와이키카 무카운데 그 전에 어떻게든 서울이 좀 버텨주면서 킬 하나라도 올려.
아!
무카우. 자, 기가 막힙니다.
Another one.
퀘스트를 얼마나 많이 한 건가요?
그렇죠. 프로스틸러예요. 네.
지금 그래도 퓨리 입장에서는 나쁠 게 전혀 없죠. 8팀 안에 들었습니다 또.
네. 히로에게 동쪽을 장악하고 있는 상황에서 고급 상자도 내려와요.
네. GNL e스포츠도 가장 중요한 타이밍에 엔스를
Yeah, he's in the placements now. He's got 1 extra point.
자, 이거 중요합니다. 젠지가 어쨌든
He's got to get pushed this next circle though.
몇 개가 있기 때문에 그쪽에 한 명을 심어놓고 GNL
It's a 1v4 with TSM.
나가서야 되는 그런 어려운 시나리오에 봉착했어요.
네. 그렇죠. 이거 선수 기절 중 해본이 있습니다.
GNL이 어쨌든 전력을 잘 유지하고 있고 여기서 변수 다 쳐내면서.
I mean, as long as you get like 20 points, that's not the worst day ever.
젠지냐 GNL이냐.
Well, there you go. Ents died a bit after. Ents finished the game with just the 2 points. Oh no, they got placement.
외곽에 남아 있다 보니까 그쪽에 좀 신경을 쓰고 있었거든요.
젠지를 노리고 있는 상황이거든요.
이건 턴이 GNL에게 좀 넘어.
Wait, how are TSM losing players?
앞쪽에 경사 이 부근을
Weird.
먹으면서 팀 리퀴드가 먹었던 그 원통 지역.
Ah, their cover's kind of shit. Maybe. What if Cal gets a few more kills?
물론 전체적인 정황 자체는 히로익이 50% 이상 승률을 올린 상태입니다.
맞습니다. 그리고 와이키카 모커는 지금 떨고 있어요. TSM이 이제 그쪽으로 들어갈 수밖에 없거든요. 다른 쪽의 방향에
Cal's basically playing with KPI here. In gatekeeping.
상황이다 보니까
미아오 차량 몰고 들어와요. 차량 몰고 들어와서 이노닉스.
네, 차량 터지면 이거 언패물 설정 좀 힘들지 않나요, 감미아오?
히로익 선수들도 노리고 있고요. 자, 감미아오. 여기는 콘.
넘어갈 때 그 개입하는 타이밍과 시간을 적절히 쓰고 있어요. 어쨌든
I think Cal gets kill.
네.
I reckon he gets 1 more kill here.
이 플레이가 너무 좋은데요. GNL e스포츠가 치킨을 가져가기 위해서 꼭 필요한 플레이 중에 하나였었는데 놓치지 않고 지금 잘해주고 있습니다.
If not 2.
지금 3위 랭커돼 있는 상황이고.
I'm waiting for it.
킬이 좀 올라와 줘야
They're in the smokes crossing the road. And Cal is waiting.
한타 끊어내고요.
힘을 좀 줄여주는데.
Oh, there's one though.
네, 집중하고 있습니다. PCS5 알타에서
Maybe GNL get them all.
저력과 집중력이 나오고 있어요.
그리고
잡아내야죠.
와이키카 모카우는 GNL 땡큐하고 있을 거예요.
We always know when they're talking about Cal. Oh, look at this. He got 2.
그래도 한 번. 자, 이거 화키를 안 맞기 위해서.
네, 최대한 버텨.
Hey, potato. Good body.
비미가 근처까지 왔어요. 비미가 근처까지 왔기 때문에 수류탄 조심해야 됩니다.
Cal's gonna get 1 more kill.
이거 못 버틸
I
것
think
같은데
Cal's gonna kill Luke.
둘 다 수류탄으로 노리고 있어요.
Maybe.
킬 포인트라는 거죠, 젠지가.
이노닉스 확킬 났어요.
자, 연막 없네요. 연막 터쳐야 될 것 같아요.
와, 안 돼요.
너무 고통스럽죠.
네, 정말 끔찍한 상황.
자, 그래서 GNL이 앞쪽에 경사.
I want to see Cal.
먹은 감이 없잖아 있고 히로익도 GNL과의 전쟁에서 대비를 해야 됩니다.
네. 루크 선수 지금 혼자 남아 있는 상황이고요. 저 심박수 엄청나죠.
175 heart rate.
계속 킬스틸 해주면서 팀의 점수를 더해주고 있는 상황이고 TSM도 들어오는 과정에 그냥 거의 뭐 최악의 상황이 됐습니다.
네. 와.
Luke's proning.
안쪽에 지금 바로 옆에 루크 선수가 있어요.
그래서 KPI가 아무래도 히로익의 치킨 구도에 가장 큰 영향을 미칠 수 있는 그런 라이벌 팀이 돼서 히로익 입장에서는 사실 GNL이 이쪽 앞쪽까지 지쳐까지 오는 것 자체를 신경 쓸 필요가 없어요. 지금은 KPI가 돌 수 있는 아래쪽의 그 방향성에 대해서 계속 견제 때려줘야죠.
그렇죠.
Ah, Luke died.
비미가 결국
Does Luke? Does? Oh, they might think that's the solo. He might get a kill still.
수도 있겠다는 생각 들어요. 이걸 빼와야
Hey,
되는데
Beavis.
GNL이 놓치고 싶지 않은 대상이거든요.
I'm putting 1 more kill on Cal here.
치고 올라갈 수 있는 그 기회를 만들어낼 수 있거든요.
그렇습니다. 콘 선수만 무너지지 않는다면 전력을 다 유지하면서 들어올 수 있는 공간이 아직 남아 있거든요.
현재 8킬.
네, 비미 선수가 있는 위치가 이미 들킨 상황이기 때문에 콘 선수는 오케이 에스더 자르고 그다음 비미 너야
네.
하고 있죠.
네, 서로 에스더를 잡아먹기 위해서 지금 날이 서 있어요. 이거 내주고 싶지 않거든요. 두 팀 모두.
자, 오.
사실 이런 상황에서 가장 냉정한 판단은 여기서 젠지의 에스더 선수는 킬 포인트를 내주지 않고
Is playing calm?
근데 어쨌든
Yes and no.
팀들 간의 싸움이 일어날 수도 있으니까 끝까지 한번 노려보는 거예요.
차라선 유지가 되고 있는 상황이고 타포 안에 들기 위해서 에스더 끝까지 싸우죠.
자, 비밀을 끊으면 그래도 GN에게 한번 턴이 넘어옵니다. 그렇죠. 냉정한 판단이에요. 자, 비밀 잘라야 돼요. 비밀.
비밀 잡으러 갑니까?
이게 S더
Frames.
마무리가 되면 외곽 쪽에 있는 인원이 없으니까 과감하게 가면 더 무리 밀어붙일 수 있는 타이밍이 잡힌 거거든요.
네, 보험상자 쪽으로 뛰어요.
비밀로 치면 됩니다.
잘 잡았습니다.
파켓까지 내고.
자, 이러면 KPI도 여유가 생기죠. 히로익 4명에서 전력.
Cal gets one more kill.
성능 유지가 안 된다고.
I can feel it.
그래서 GNL e스포츠가 가장 조심해야 되는 건 와이키카 무카우예요. 그 변수를 줄여야 됩니다.
Cal it up here.
히로익 KPI 끌어내고 있어요.
히로익 3명을
Oh, he's gonna ult?
네. 성능 유지
어머.
안 되고 있습니다 지금.
에미 선수도 지금 외곽 쪽에 아웃서클인 상황이라
Cal's getting placement points right now.
히로익.
자, GNL은 4명의 선수 유지되고 있고 4대 3대 1.
자, 와이키카 무카우.
He's on 4 placement points right now.
계속해서 킬 스틸을 통해서
He's got 8 points on his own.
이거는 방비할 수 있을 것 같아요.
놓치지 말아야 돼요. 말씀하신 것처럼 와이키카 무카우가 측면에서 푹 찌를 수 있는 그 구도 자체를 허용하면 안 됩니다. 거기에서 기절 나오는 순간 히로에게 잡아먹으러 올 거예요.
자,
기다리고 있어. 차량 타고 페이지.
이걸 전개하나요? 날개를 폈어요.
내려가나요? 그러면?
자, 그러면 어쨌든 와이키카 무카우도 거의 오픈각에 가까운 그런 위치로 변모하게 되죠.
그래서
너 차 타고 나갔어?
야, AW.
자, 콘선
백업 사격, 백업 사격.
와!
The arm.
아니 도시도 무너지고요.
He could come second here.
GNL.
He could come second here.
그 소리 하나 때문에 2명 남았다. 움직이자 했는데 AW에 맞았어요.
Yep, yep.
그리고 자기장 자체가 히로익 쪽으로 확 기울었거든요. 그러니까 들어가기 위해서는 현재 연막탄이 중요한데 GNL e스포츠 이거 연막 없는 거 아닌가요?
네. 자, 지금 하나 있어요. 자, 어떻게든
모자라죠.
이 상황 이겨내야 되거든요.
그렇다면 와이키카 무카우보다 훨씬 더 오래 좀 버티면서 순위를 끌어올릴 필요가 있습니다.
근데 자기장 인서클 공간 자체도 와이키카 무카우가 좀 더 가까워요. 이게 자기장 밀려오면 이거 뚫을 수가 있나요?
Heroic just win. Like there should be no world and the heroic lose this.
할 수 있는 방법에 대해서 빨리 생각을 해야 될 것 같아요. 현재 GNL 스포츠가 점수가 낮은 게 아니에요. 28점이거든요.
맞습니다.
여기서 만약에 하나 더
Come on, Cal. She needs to get a knock right here. Oh, they're running towards him. Show Cal. Show Cal. Yep, one. I thought he might get both. He should deny.
퓨리의 영웅이 됐는데요.
네, 퓨리가 2위까지 차지합니다.
Although it would be the greatest play of all time, so.
히로익이 모두 다 때릴 수 있는 그런 위치죠.
히로익
10 points on his own? I think he just got 10 points.
네, 확실히 자기장과 그런 어떤 지형의 형세를 봤을 때 본인들이
So that takes him to 25 points for the day. Yeah, which you know is not awful.
그런 확신이 깔린 인원 분배가 너무나도 좋았습니다. 비니 선수.
Just incredible solo play coming out today. I mean, first it was last game it was James. This game is Waikika Mukau. In the end, Heroic do get the win and well deserved. I mean, they held down that eastern side. The game just came to them. They cleaned it up. It was beautiful stuff from them and a win from our EU teams, and that's always fantastic things to see. Is I don't know, man. Waikika Mukau. What can you even say?
Never been allowed to live for that long, but
I don't know how. Yeah, it's crazy that he lived that long.
Not to get out of bed and kind of swap the mosquito in the middle of the night, and thus he got to live for a little while longer. Heroic gets the win, and let's hop back to the desk and see what they have to say after that one there.
Thank you, gentlemen. It was a moving performance by Heroic as they come out on top. They found a good spot. The circle worked in their favor, and they dealt out death and defended their position. An excellent win for a team, Froz, that you said we should be keeping an eye on at the very start of the
Did that work?
I did, but I gotta be honest, this is not the performance that I was expecting from them. Even though they get the win here, they get themselves 10 kills, this is not the playstyle. This is not the Heroic I'm looking for. I'm looking for a more aggressive one. one that is always gonna be looking for those fights. Of course, we saw him playing this.
Wait, there's two.
Playing the Eastern Edge where nobody was, having Beamy a little bit on the split from the rest of the team, but you can't go down when you're doing that kind of flank split play. You gotta make sure you stay alive, but you also gotta make sure you have the backup from the other of your teammates.
So an excellent, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you get the spot. Now that, speaking of a spot, Martin.
Twitch Prime. That's it.
Finally.
A Twitch Prime. Nice. Opie just subscribed. Hey donkey.
Opie.
And then it was honestly a desert wall circle.
Thank you for the 23 months. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Wow, nearly 2 years, Opie.
I gotta be honest, I've never seen a circle this far north of, like, it was literally northeast of Toramura. It's so north, and it's extremely hard to play, especially because you have to consider...
I've played one game where that game was.
Played it super well. They considered that, okay, this is a north... The second zone was a northeastern shift. There has to be that few players on the northeast. They're also one of the first teams to get up there.
Quick, someone count them.
The compound that they have is the only compound east of Toramura, and once the next circle popped, I was like, okay, these guys are gonna win, just due to the fact that they have gotten and scouted that location first.
Oh, there's a horse fucking me.
But I gotta say though, I've been quite, like, kind of silently impressed with what Heroic have been able to do today, because 6th, 7th, and 6th place on Erangel, and then going on to 9th here and a win on Miramar, quite impressive. A little bit more kills, as Frost say here. Then it's going to be quite a big success for them, because we've been very used to seeing them quite explosive and quite aggressive, and that's what I want to see a little bit more of them as well. But it's like they've improved a little bit more since Frost coached them.
Yeah, Frost, what did you do to make things better?
Whoa. That's not what we're going to be talking about at all. But I mean, like, overall, yes, it's fine that we're seeing them playing a little bit more passive, but we know that they are so much better. They can play so much more aggressive. Right. And that's what we know.
That was last game, yeah.
Right? We know
there's
that
5 more tomorrow.
And always pushing, basically.
And that's the weekly finals.
Even early on in the game. Now, we haven't really seen that much from that today. Well, maybe they'll do it tomorrow. But what we're seeing here is, hey, it's a decent day. They're ending with a win with 10 kills. That's going to put them on a top 5 overall, probably. And all
right, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't need that analysis. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Super People was really fun. Probably do the same thing tomorrow. More Super People into PGC watching. Same shit. Good time.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend has gone down.
Anonymous just gifted 5 subs.
Damn. Capping off the night. Thank you for gifting 5 subs to iFame. Lurker. Oh, Lurker. Fatty. Oh, I know all these people. GTR Hustle and Clay. Lurker. Anyway, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs, Anonymous. Back up to how many? 370 or something. How can you sing like that? What do you mean? I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't joined Discord, join Discord. Twitch Prime. Merch. Yeah. I'm gold. I'm gonna raid Trent. Trent hasn't streamed for ages. He's been super busy with life and stuff. He's been renovating. Here we go. This is our spam. Good night, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.